ladies and gentlemen, to Disney Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt, and with me as always is the Order of the Imagineers. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hail.
Oh man, it's been a wild time. For those wondering, on the board, sneak peek at the finale. I just realized that the game board's on the stream.
That's right.
We'll hop on over.
We all knew this was coming.
We all knew.
No, plot twist, it's happening tonight.
Ah!
Just kicks down the door.
14 more people walk in the door. Oh, are you ready?
Like,
No.
Are you ready?
I'm
not the puppet.
I am many things, but I'm not a fool.
True. You didn't let me take a picture of it.
Here we go. We'll let that load up. Last we saw our heroes, danger has subsided in Narnia. Find your way from Kumandra, using the bow given to you by the other party, working your way across Narnia safely using not only diplomacy, but just tactics in battle, defeating the White Witch. Hades threw at you with the unforeseen wild magic, bringing this piece, and now find yourself at Cair Paravel. You have all of this available to you. You guys actually are in a demi-plane, as some might call it. This is not a true mortal plane or time, where time here is that 13-to-1 ratio. I'm not even joking. I didn't plan it that way. For the Nat 13 shout out, of course, gotta plug it. But it is that about a minute mortal planar time is 13 hours here, right? It's not perfect. So you can do a lot here, and it's only about 3 days in the mortal plane. And by a lot, if someone were to say the arbitrary 40 days and 80 gold pieces per person, training could occur to give a level up. Not just leveling up, though, as there are things people can do. Here's what I'm going to ask. As you guys can see, we're going to bring up your people. We're going to get rid of all of our friends. We will see them anon. And here's Flynn back.
Hey, Flynny boy.
You guys at Cair Paravel have a lot you can do. This is a safe fortress, right? Really, the only reason there was a breach is the White Witch can teleport, can summon undead and ice, right? I mean, she is pure evil and can do a lot of this high magic level crap. But so as of right now, you have a safe place to hunker down, train, research. And so I want to ask, we'll kind of go around, what are we thinking? Merida?
I want to either acquire or make armor for Angus.
Here's what we will do then. We will start then actually with that, Merida. As,
The horses in Narnia do have
Can I go with you and make armor for Louis?
Yeah.
Do you not have any armor?
No.
Louis has
like,
been
just
bare-chesting it the
scales.
whole ride,
Yeah.
just like do.
Legitimately.
Literally.
Those rippers alive.
So you need to stop
Louis been
using the
doing this
word
with an
bear
11
for like a
AC.
week until my brain can reboot.
Ah, yes.
What word?
Yeah,
Bears.
I'll help
Louis with armor 11.
I had a
Where?
funny idea for the finale that I'll say
You
off
had a
screen.
horrifying idea.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Let's hear it.
That would be
Off
hilarious.
screen.
Oh, alright.
Merida, Cair Paravel, what you're quickly realizing, loves animals. As animals and humans, not just, talking animals or some, like, in the mortal plane they use the term enlightened. Here it's, well, just the animals that talk versus don't. They're all enlightened. The animals have intelligence, and so, like, yeah, Narnians like to call just, like, talking versus non. Yes.
This might be something that's stupid, and you can just say
Go
no.
for it, yeah.
Would I be able to understand Angus when we're back in Dizania, or is that just a Narnia thing?
That is what Angus is going to approach you about.
Okay.
Because in starting to look for the armor, in that, like, after the White Witch, all of you, like, bandaging wounds, casting and bringing medical supplies, everyone's starting to, like, die down. Angus clops up to you. You see, kind of, like, nuzzles in, but you see Angus just, Merida, this was one of the greatest pleasures to be able to see you again.
Same to you.
I am only grieved by the fact I may not see you again.
Are you not coming back to...
You see, he looks at where Aslan is talking to Peter, because Aslan is kind of like leading you away, Peter. In this sense, though, Angus has some sort of look. Either it's in his mind, or you see, when I fought by your side in the mortal plane, my mortal body can no longer assume my form. In my current state, I do not believe I could return.
Oh, dang it.
To that though, we are going to briefly cut over to Peter. Peter, when we left you, things were about to happen, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Aslan is sitting by you. Walk with me. As Caspian gives a low bow, as you are walking out, you see Aslan is leading you out the front gates. Passing by Rapunzel, Merida, and Jasmine, or Meg, excuse me.
Other one.
Yeah. You see, though, the face of Mufasa, that gorgeous lion, the sovereign regent before Arthur. As Aslan bows to you, he says, "It is wonderful to see you again."
Mufasa died, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I
4
bowed
years
to
ago.
Mufasa.
Yeah, like I feel like we're all probably
You're
gonna
gonna
bow,
bow?
right?
Bow.
Yeah.
Because, like, whereas Raya and Lou, you may have heard accounts of this, is like, you never really met him. But you see Aslan
That's
just...
the dude that got pushed off the Great Wall of China. I'm like over by
I read the case file. Adam
I mean,
pushed him.
technically,
Yeah.
I never met him either.
He met you.
Oh, yikes.
As he looked just... Death is never the end, as we do all see each other again. You see, he turns to you, Peter, and as you're exiting the door, Peter, how are you?
All right. Feeling a lot better now, thank you.
You see, he's looking at you, and you see, like, a weird twinkle in his eye, just... And yet you are here in Narnia, not on the mortal plane?
Yeah. We've had a lot of close calls where we could have used a little more help. And the best source of that I know is Susan's horn.
Do you trust your siblings, Peter?
Of course.
Do you know that they trust you? True help can be found in many forms. In needing help and assistance, did you never think to turn to yourself?
A little bit, but when I've tried that before, it hasn't exactly gone over the best. Recalling back to when they tried to take the castle.
So, Peter, you do not trust yourself.
The dice don't like him.
I try. I try to.
We all try in life, Peter. And we all fail. But we must continue and do more than try. You see, you are now at the banks of the moat, right? Outside, Aslan's starting to lead you just kind of around the castle. It is, again, the snow has faded. Beautiful summer grass and flower grow here. Wild and yet tamed into beautiful bunches. If you did not try, Peter, you never would have taken Caravel. If you did not try, your brother would still be with the witch. If you do not try, you may not succeed.
Yes, Aslan. I understand.
Do you? Do you know what powers you hold?
A few of them, at least.
You see, as you're walking, this lion turns to you. Some think that a paladin's powers come from gods, Divine magic, unworthy to be touched, only channeled. The power in you, Peter, is not mine. It is yours. You are a grand warrior, king and friend to your friends. I simply awaken the magic within you. You see, Aslan turns. You see, looking out, Merida and Angus are standing outside now as, you know, Brush and Angus talking, and this is when you're having this conversation with Angus. Aslan turns. Your friend has a wonderful steed. Angus is a beautiful soul. But his time is finished on the mortal plane in a mortal body.
Yeah.
But perhaps not his spirit.
Alright. What are you getting at? Spirit.
You see, Aslan kind of turns, he doesn't answer that question.
Okay.
You see, though, as he turns once more to continue walking the castle, you see Merida and Angus disappear from view. Peter, if you believe you must take the horn and the vial, then you must be right. Trust your judgment. For judgments made for the good of others and not oneself are true holiness.
Thank you, Aslan.
Now, I must go speak with others.
Of course.
Ponder on this, and then we will talk again. Aslan puts a paw on your heart, and you feel that warmth, and just, as he bows, and he walks away. He's going to kind of leave you in this kind of part of the castle grounds.
Wait, is he on a horse now? Didn't they say he was like on 2 feet? Is he just like straight up living it up? I don't know.
You see, Aslan has walked back without Peter. All of you see this. As he nods to you three, you get the impression he is inviting you to, like, talk to him. Right, you see he bows to you, but it's different where he, like, bows to you and looks at you three and just that.
Follow.
Yeah,
For
follow.
sure.
I want to see what King Boss has to say to me.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Especially with that, like, I don't know why he knows me.
Fine,
And
me and Louie are gonna go I've
make
met
dinner.
Mufasa. Or
He
did I
gave
not? Because I was
you-
Council of Princesses.
It's like in royal regard, you've been at parties he's been, or like when he comes and visits Scotland and kind of like a
But
tour thing.
never formally.
Never a formal meeting, but he is still inviting you. And Meg, same thing. You have like heard of him, seen him, but you've never think you've formally ever met
Right.
him. Rapunzel, you have very formally and intimately known Mufasa. As he leads you out, not to where Peter was, but you see he now walks the opposite direction of the castle. Cair Paravel having a slight circular ring to it rather than geometric. Leading around the castle, you see he looks at you all just. I understand you may all be curious as to my form and my being. Last I met or knew you all, I was a very different lion.
Yeah.
You see, low grumble in his throat, but just. The gods rule through power, intellect, and, in cases, cruelty. But they are not the only source of divine power in our universe. Upon my death, I was approached. I cannot say, nor do I think I could recall, but I was given the opportunity to bring life to this world, to be a god in my own regard. It is strange. I knew my time as a king in Desanya was intriguing, but not nearly as so as the acts you have all done through my name and through the good of the world. Hades seeks to destroy that goodness. And you all have important roles to play. So I will ask simply this. When the time comes, can you destroy him?
I'm gonna try my best.
Getting what we need. I'll do whatever it takes.
Aslan kind of nods his head in agreement.
I really want to say this is what Merida's thinking.
Mhm.
That would be a lot easier to destroy Hades with my steed, but but I don't
Kill
know
him if I
I'm
got a
gonna-
horse. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna say it
Yeah,
disrespectful, but
My kingdom for a Pegasus!
Like, it's a little
I
like
them for a horse.
not very tactful to be like, well, you know, if you're
You know, maybe
Magic
take my horse
lion.
back to life.
Hey, Magic
you see
Lion.
though, as like in
Well,
looking
if you
at
are a god.
Yeah.
you see he's looking at you all. Just much must be done then through cooperation and through friendship.
Yeah,
To
it's
accomplish
strong
this.
suits. You're getting better at them.
Wait, what would be asked? Sorry.
No, he's more just saying,
Oh.
when you return, you all understand the ingredients. I believe focus must be brought from all parties to the understanding of the keys of Hades. I, in my time on the earth, understood of these keys. I'd heard of them. But only through legend, not through sight nor knowledge. It is to my belief, though, that those closest to Hades must be in possession of them.
Closest to Hades.
Persephone, pain, and panic?
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually going to ask Mufasa. You said that Hades doesn't have any power here.
Correct.
Okay. Then I am going to say it out loud. Would Persephone, pain, and panic be those closest to it?
I
Kinda
do not
directing it at you
believe
as
Pain
well.
and Panic are close to Hades. Rather, he keeps them close.
That's
Sycophants that he can use and abuse to his own delight.
Can I roll a check? Because it's basically like I'm racking my brain, and it's like, as far as I know, I've never seen one of these keys. So like, who else would be closer to Hades than like I used to be?
Actually,
Does that
if
make
all
sense?
three of you want to make these
Yeah.
history
Like,
checks,
who
like
else
it's a
is
very
then up
natural
the
thing for all
ladder
three of you
from-
to go like, well,
So what
what?
does he mean?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
like ability
Cryptic
check
lions.
should I
Right.
make?
You could make either a
You gotta
history,
read
like a pure
between the
history of like
lines.
let's think through,
Mhm.
read
Right.
between the lines. I love it. And it could also be an insight if you're trying to like more understand a meaning, right? Using that wisdom of like
That's an 18 history.
interesting. Okay, 18 history.
I'm checking my.
Yes, because different things can come from history or insight, right?
I think history makes more sense for that right now.
Of course, you have to see what he
I got better
made.
insight, so I'll do insight and get a 20. What's 22?
22. Well
I rolled a
done.
13 and I have a 9.
Excellent.
Hey, should we
22
take down the have you
insight.
seen the ship? Because I believe people are now.
We are seeing this.
We have
It's still
seen the
wanted
ship.
post. We want to make sure people see it.
Okay. That wasn't great for history or insight, but history was a 16.
16.
So.
Okay. You should all say that. Merida, we'll start with that 16. You're thinking through, and it's, well, Hades doesn't really have anyone close. It is that very natural, like, in thinking through, you've never even seen a Persephone. Like, it's kind of that, not in a dark way, but like, if she's around, she's not anymore. But,
Horse is pretty rough.
right, it's that like, ooh, yeah. But, in terms of close, it's more like, he might be talking in that history check of, like, those that serve him. Right? You've seen Varian, you've seen Demona now. What other ones have you guys really seen? Even like Flint seems a little more like in the know. So like on a 16 history, it's like you've like yeah, there's probably a few, maybe not like every single demon lord, but like the ones you're seeing, they might be a little higher up, like those certain ones. And on that 16, it's so. But what do they have? Meg, I'm going to give you on an 18. You beat a different kind of threshold, just in that little better. Meg, you're thinking of kind of these same things. You're now remembering though that Lilith, when you fought Dark Lilith, on her back she had that scepter that Lily had, right, with the moon crescent. And on an 18 history though, that scepter was destroyed when Tiger Lily, your Lily, not even yet truly Tiger Lily as the goddess, sacrificed herself in the
Your
cauldron.
staff broke.
That staff's gone. So if there's something, what's that metal then on her staff? On the 18 of, okay, right? Like, that's a very obvious thing you've seen, maybe, to say, like, oh, right, putting it together, that doesn't add up. Rapunzel, on a 22 insight, you get one of the better, kind of like these, but in the sense of, Hades doesn't have people close to him. He has lieutenants. He has servants. Pain and Panic aren't even true servants, you could say. They are pure sycophantic lackeys. They just are there to be yes men, to do the horrible jobs with no recompense. His lieutenants, though, must be those people like Varian, Lilith, and you're thinking Facilier, even then, must be one of those in the dungeon from when he was talking with you, right? Seeing him there, because the other parties have told you about him, thinking to what Adam and Belle told you. Cruella, in their investigation of her, part of Belle's oracular vision, Cruella might be one of these. If she had a vision leading her to believe there was a secret one in there, right? That kind of like, right, like, and not only that, but like with them, and even Flint, right? These high up. They're not the demonic.
3 keys, yeah?
You don't know if there are more. I'll say on that insight, it's
Oh.
there could be multiple.
Especially because the Ring of Death was supposed to have been one, and then it went missing, but so there could be
Because
more than...
Belle's apprentice, Phoebus, was able to identify and realize that the Ring of Death that Facilier had, when they took in Facilier and then when Agatha helped take it from Phoebus, was correctly identified as a former Ring of Death. Or excuse me, Key of Death. Key of Hades transformed into this Ring of the Horsemen of Death. So you know one exists, you know it has become this,
How many keys do we need?
and it's as many as you could get. That's kind of the goal, is for each key you have, that's another vehicle you could make for the team.
I see.
And so you realize this is what Aslan's telling you is like, yes, Hades doesn't have friends, he has people close to him, he has lieutenants. Understanding these lieutenants, one lieutenant that maybe you can start realizing maybe what they have, as well as then that insight of who they actually might be in person, is important. Aslan seeing this kind of comprehension in your eyes, looks at you, you see, he goes, you must all learn to trust one another. Not just here, but those all fighting on the side of light. Because no matter what you've done, who you've been, or who you are with, you are all good people.
I'm trying not to look at the index card. Have you
The
seen
index card, top left.
Respectfully, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Hans
To be fair, he didn't articulate himself very well when he was trying to explain to them why they should
really
have left
didn't.
him.
No, yeah.
He was in a rush. But you see Aslan knowing this, understanding, just thank you all. You see he turns, you see he's walking back the way he can, kind of leaving you in that all right, thank you so much for your time. As he leaves, Peter, you have a good while alone. And
I do have one quick question.
Oh,
Does
yes,
somebody
yes.
in our party have sending? Or a way to do
Louis.
it? Okay.
the only one.
I'm gonna start sprinting to try and find Louis because I'm
Louis,
we
Louis,
need to
Louis,
get
Louis,
this staff
yeah.
now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you then what I figured out
Yes.
too.
Yeah, so I'll grab you and drag you along.
Right, because all three are right there, and so it's not hey, wait a second.
Guys,
you can-
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go to Merlin.
Thank you for your help.
And then
the
go.
moment I can with him,
I
I
have
can't have
like
it
a-
back.
Aw.
Here's, Peter.
Okay.
Oh no.
What I
Wait,
want to
actually,
know-
can I do something?
in a moment. We're coming
for
to
the sending spell.
no. We're gonna come to Louis and Raya last, but first we will come back to
Here we
Peter.
go.
I want to
This
know,
is a training montage.
Peter, what are you thinking? Because again, Aslan's left you in this guard. He's said he'll come back in a moment.
And talk
What
to
are your
someone
What are
that
your
way.
thoughts? What's kind of going through Peter's head?
Just thinking that Peter needs
Okay.
to not be stuck in the past, but to look to the future and what he can do. Especially with the new realization that it's his own power, just that Aslan was able to unlock it.
You are thinking of your power, right? The power you have, the power you have cultivated so far, and it's good. You're realizing, I will even say, the sword given to you by Santa Claus, Raiden is this magical weapon, and yet it's not all the power coming from it. You've seen the true power when you channel your holy might, when you give your strength and spirit in. This is a truly courageous weapon in your hands that can smite any foe. While you're thinking about this, I would love you to make me an insight check on yourself.
Oh, Lord.
This will be flat because you're not really sure maybe what your insight, but it is yourself, so it's like no advantage or disadvantage.
Alrighty.
Roll high, baby.
You got this.
Let's figure out these secrets.
That's cocked. That almost got fed to Mimic.
Hmm.
That is a total of 12.
12.
Hey, what if he re-rolled again?
You can't see him though. Because you and Louis are doing something. Like something is
God.
happening for you guys.
Sorry.
This is kind of unfortunate. Peter alone. Here's what I'll say, and I'm gonna try make this not sound many. What is the highest level spell slot you know, right? Or like in terms of like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
For spell slots, the highest I know is 4th.
Think right now. So to translate that more into like a personal role playing thing, it's you have power. You've started truly tapping into some big stuff. And I will just kind of leave this, Peter, and say, what have you not tried? Aslan is approaching. You feel his radiance before you even see him. It's that natural, like, where you just feel calm and loved and yet, like, empowered of that, like, oh, this is good. Aslan comes up to you walking through the woods. As he approaches, you see, he turns to you just, well, Peter, I have returned.
Thank you. I can feel there's something more there that I haven't tapped into yet.
Correct?
There's something I need to try. I'm just not sure what.
And what do we say about trying?
What Yoda says.
Jordan?
In life, we have to try.
We must.
We must try.
We must strive forward towards the power and perfection we hold within ourselves. With that, you see Aslan puts his paw on your shoulder. Peter, this may be the last time I see you. You have grown too old for Narnia.
No.
Take then this power back to your home and serve and protect those you love. He breathes upon you. Feel that love. As you open your eyes, he's gone.
Peter's just gonna whisper into Bling, thank you.
You guys, as we kind of cut back into the castle, we see Louis and Raya. You guys are sitting there. As Louis, you're getting some bigger medical attention. You did get Powered killed, so like Ozzy and like guards are like different like fawn and like dryad are giving you like berries, like good berries, like
I have given him a
Oh,
cup
he's
of the
probably
same chocolate I
enjoying
gave
the
Peter.
attention.
the same
So,
like,
yeah, like the
that
hot
warm
chocolate.
chocolate drink. Like Louis, you're kind of getting that like.
Put him on
I don't want to say pampered. It is that medical attention of like, are you doing okay? Like, how can we help you?
Like I said,
They're
it's
all
one of
talking
those
baby, and I
berries.
sit next to him, and I'm like, Okay, so like that lion apparently used to walk on 2 legs, and now he's on 4. What do you think about that? Sorry, I'm just trying to talk to you like a normal person instead of being
I
pampered.
mean, Louis walks on 2 legs and 4 legs.
Sorry, I did not. I was literally just trying to
Oh,
make
wait,
natural
right.
conversation, not about.
I
That's
feel
the
like this house doesn't have to be offensive, right?
I would not mean.
This
Like, what do you
feels
like?
Like
somehow
human
offensive.
form? Like, I
Like
don't
no, like in
understand.
the I don't know, because I guess he's a god now, so he's like. Because they're like it's. I promise I'm not trying to be offensive.
So gods aren't animals. Animals can't be gods.
No, I'm saying they can be. I'm wondering why he chose to go
I'm
back.
just joking. You're saying I don't know. This is all new to me.
Louis having fun, yeah.
The shaking cut meme. I'm giving some hot chocolate.
So much chocolate, thank you.
Hot chocolate just like spilled everywhere.
But like I'm using prestidigitation to make sure it stays in
Please
the
stay, please stay.
Thank you.
After a moment, you
That's pretty
actually
cool.
see Prince Caspian has come over to you both. You see he gives the little salute. Just hello. Are you both doing okay?
Yes.
Could I talk to someone about some armor?
Yes, this
I
one.
don't really want to die again.
Of
That
course.
wasn't the most fun thing.
Please, I believe
And honestly,
Aslan is
no.
speaking with the rest of your friends.
Oh.
Come with me to the royal army.
Can I also get a tuning fork? Because we were gonna get that, and then like some cold pow showed up.
You see Trumpkin just like, right. Trumpkin
Thanks.
leaves.
Thanks, Rocket.
As that was one of those first
And I
things.
look at him and I just.
I know, right? That's what I thought.
Trumpkin gives like a.
Trumpkin's a homie like that.
Yeah. He
But
won't
then-
tell you
then
won't
I
tell.
go like this.
He just kind of nods and not like, all right, don't test me. But you see, Caspian's going to lead you to the Narnian armory. You see him walking towards it. He explains to you both. The army, of course, used to be a lot of my family's. It was full of humanoid armor, and so in the past years, we've done our best to incorporate it with animal and beast forms that can hold yourself in. Are you a dryad or a type of wood spirit?
I am actually a fae of another realm.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I should probably actually introduce myself. I keep forgetting that. That apparently that's a formality I'm supposed to do. Sorry. Raya, Queen of Kumandra. And I give a deep bow.
Caspian, King of Narnia. He bows back.
Right now, that's out of the way.
Louis just
Let's
like,
go.
alright.
Louis the main star here.
Kenny, is there some way I could do like a trade system or a pay system? Because I know that there's a lot of surface area that needs covering here.
Giant alligator.
And I'm
eye.
not ashamed of it, but there's a lot of
There's a lot. You actually, Caspian, just like,
a lot of
you protected Ker Paravel and you are striving to work alongside Aslan to defeat evil.
Yes, that.
Everything we have is yours.
But the surface
It is no cost.
Louis, if you're worried about the cost, I can also help.
I'm sorry, that's
You
just
see,
so
Caspian,
funny.
no, none at all.
Surface area.
I would never allow
Well,
any
then-
of Peter's friends, nor mine, to pay in Narnia.
Don't
In
get
the,
upset at
political
living for
sense,
40
then
days.
told them,
Seriously.
If you are ever in
surface
trouble,
area.
call upon
The armor.
the Feywild.
As much as you can call upon the Narnians. Caspian leads you. You see, he pushes open 2 guards here. These two,
Being diplomatic.
you've seen like satyrs. These satyrs seem like to have almost giraffe type legs. They're very tall and cool. And you
They
see
know what they did.
big open doors opening up.
The giraffes know what
This
they did.
the giraffes know what they did to get banished. But you see, as these giraffe type satyr push open these double doors, beautiful gleaming armor, weapons, all surrounding. This is not like the deep treasury where like the horn and vial would be, because you know that is more magical, but wide armor and expanses. You see Caspian just, please, I've already summoned the royal armorer. We shall outfit you in the finest, my friend.
Thank you, King.
Louis, what kind of armor you want?
Prince? What was he?
He's good.
He's
He's
good.
king.
Thank you, King.
He's good. He's okay.
What kind of armor do you want?
What kind of armor do you want?
Something that'll protect my belly.
All right.
You
Here's
should also give
the
him some
kinds you can
complimentary
get.
colors. What?
You can get. There are armors that are more heavy armors. They will be big, beefy ACs. At the cost, though, of you will have like disadvantage in stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are good stealth type armors, right? Like they're still heavy, but they can be few and far between. It might be more difficult, maybe, to like get like a bigger animal set. There are shields, of course, if you want a shield, but shields do require one hand holding a shield.
Well, most of my stuff is magic.
Exactly. I think most everything you have is magic. So here's what I will say, Louis.
Yeah.
I'm just quickly checking some of your proficiencies in armor. You have what is called light armor proficiency. So I'm
What do
gonna
you
make
mean
a
with that, DM.
that's stuff like padded clothing, leathers, studded leathers.
Oh, like I already own that.
Yeah,
No,
stuff
yes.
you already own. That's like your proficiency to be
Oh,
able to wear. And so I'm going to see.
So it's not gonna.
Because as a lizard folk, though, she is a lot stronger. I mean, he is a lot
More
stronger.
constitution, yeah.
Yeah, right. So
Or
your,
they.
your lizard folk stuff is going to give
Louis
you.
is much stronger, so
You
while
have
the class proficiency might be like he could
because
probably
yeah,
have
your
at least
your
medium.
normal natural armor is actually your AC is 13 plus Dex.
Oh, it says 11. Am I?
And so right now your
I was
AC is a base 13 because you don't have any pluses to your dexterity. It's just like a 13 overall. So they're gonna try to find something that can count as light armor but still be
A bit beefier.
bit beefier, yeah. That would offer disadvantage because heavy
Where is
armor.
my AC?
Okay, here we go.
There.
This is
So
where
it should be 13. Okay.
it's a D20 type roll because it's like, do any of the armors, are they special in the sense of they're technically one area and do they have a different?
Because I'd love something that doesn't make me less sneaky, but that
But
protects me a
still
little
can be more protective, but
Yes.
still be like, and so it's like it's asking for a very rare type thing. So it's seeing if they have it.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Here we go. Out of armor. Here's what you're finding. This will count as light armor, so you'll have that proficiency. You'll be able to wear it, of course. This is what we're going to call chain mail.
Oh, nice.
It is a chain mail.
I said Shane mail. I'm ashamed.
Chain.
Where did-
Shame mail. You
Shame.
feel really ashamed.
Uh,
when you wear it.
Oh, shit.
Just
Oh.
king chain. But this
It would be Louis.
chain mail, you have to have at least
This
a
armor makes you look
13 strength, which you have.
Yes.
It will give you now an AC of 16.
There we go.
It weighs like that, about 55 pounds. And what I will say is the biggest thing is it will not offer disadvantage on stealth.
There we go.
But, Louis,
Okay.
if you take 3 nat 20s to your armor, it could break.
Okay.
As it is like something where it's somehow light but heavy, so it's like normal metal, like the normal metal you would use for chainmail wouldn't ever break in that sense, but it would just cause disadvantage. It's a heavy armor. This is saying, all right, we have made something where it's like it's light enough that like an animal could wear it, like lizards, minotaurs, bears, right? Like that kind of like really big heavy armor, but it's that 3 times crit and this armor will disappear or
Okay.
it will break.
I'm adding this in there with all the notes.
And what I will say is Caspian can have it, what's the word? Outfitted for you in the sense of making sure it fits well, it's a good fit, and that it's colored into your scale, so it's a bit more. So you're not wearing a big old, not silver crocodile alligator walking around, right?
Yeah.
Because that would be a little conspicuous.
Gotta have it a little classy.
Um,
Ooh, can I
classy.
help with the painting of that? Because I'd love
Yeah.
to practice like doing camouflage type
You're gonna
stuff.
custom
That'd be
the
so
armor,
fun.
yeah.
Oh, Louis, is there any like
It's
kind
not
of
my first lick of
stylings you
armor,
want
right?
on it that like are reminiscent of the Bayou or anything?
Is there a
'Cause-
Bayou symbol?
There's really no official, because again, the Bayou's still in the process of becoming that official nation, so there's no symbol yet.
But what if it's
Um,
like painted like bark?
Yeah, you could like camo it to be like a Bayou camo. Of course, then
That
it
is
would-
not as stealthy.
it's not as
But
tough,
just-
because
I'll probably
unless
stick
you-
with
make
like
it
the
look like
metallic
scales,
green
like-
scales that she can help
Okay,
just try
yeah.
to make it look like this.
Sweet.
But metallic green.
A metallic-y green.
It'll be cool.
Awesome.
With the
In which
scales.
case, as you guys are getting this, you all will then be able to converge to start talking. So Peter, you will walk in just as Meg, Merida, and Rapunzel are running in to find it. Raya and Louie, you're coming back again. Like, Louie, you're kind of wearing just this, like, base model silver chainmail that, like, Caspian's outfitted. And, like, there's an armor, this, like, elven-looking woman that is, like, pulling a tape measure around, starting to get those measurements for the paint needed for the customization. So you all do converge and can do a little roleplay of, like, what you want to talk about, things to send, things to do.
Full just like skidding into the room. We need to talk to Merlin now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Didn't
we're
we
moving
just
then.
talk to Merlin?
We found one of the keys of Hades.
And we have
Whoa.
ideas of where others could be.
Beautiful.
So who can contact him?
Is he on another plane? Can I use etherealness?
Etherealness, that's more like an in battle to like space between planes. Sending might be the better because it's like
Yeah.
I don't have that
Oh,
one.
magical lion, can you give us a
you don't
sending
have
scroll?
sending.
Oh, I
nothing.
thought that Louis did.
And you don't have sending either.
I don't, and I'm gonna work on
Well, we're gonna be here for
Peter's
40
gonna turn to
days,
Caspian.
so-
Any chance you have a sending scroll?
Please.
Let me talk to the magicians, anyone I can find. He's
Thank
gonna start investigating himself, see
I
who
actually look
in
at
the
Peter, I'm like-
palace has that kind of spell.
Also, can I have grabbed a
Hey,
shooting
it
fork?
only takes him 3 hours.
Wow.
And on a nat 20, he brings back a dwarf. You see this woman, this female dwarf, again with full beard hair braided into this dress. You see just like, yes, one of our higher mages here has sending.
Can you
but
teach
is-
it to both of us?
What?
Can you teach it to both of us? And it's like not to be
You see
fatalistic,
this dwarf
but-
one. Oh, you want to learn a spell?
Well, first, since it's urgent, should we
Yes.
send it
Send
first
it
and
and
then
then
Send it
cast
first.
conjuring?
then
Yes,
you
You
guys
see,
can
sorry.
she
yeah,
pulls up
do
this like
something first. Oh my
ethereal
God,
type
sorry, no,
scroll.
that's
It's not
what I
like
meant.
a true piece of paper, but that like
And
like
Louis like,
pulling in, like just like, well, what would you like to say?
Lilith's staff is Key of Hades.
Check Varian, Facilier, dang it, Cruella, and you said Flint?
Yeah.
Okay. For others. Is that good?
But see,
That's
not the
18
word
right
missing.
now.
Was
Yeah.
there anything else that we learned that we haven't covered?
Or anything else you want to like send off, like if there's messages.
Bazinga. Just the word. I think he'd appreciate it.
I mean, I see my name a couple times on this little board.
The sendings you've been getting from people of like, I'll throw this out to Merida.
I'm actually gonna grab those.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I need to say anything to Marilyn.
Okay.
Unless he
Yeah.
has the armor of slaying, which someone wants to gift to me.
That's oh yeah, Belle's gonna have to send that along next time they
That's
send
fine.
off. Because if I think we've hit the point, every party has agreed, like, okay, yeah, we'll send it off to Merida at least for that, like.
How I'm getting a bunch of swag from other
I
parties.
know, this is
"Yeah,
so
I'm
fun.
taking it.
Well, because everyone, hey,
Everyone's gonna
Rangers
be
are the coolest. Because everyone goes, man, who needs the bows and arrows and Rangers, they're
Yes.
cool. Yeah, no, so
Merida
yes,
the
but
Huntress.
nothing for Merlin specifically. Writes this all down, wraps it up into a cute little envelope, sends it off. Has a slight chance of failing because it's across planes.
5%. Yeah.
There you go. Woo. You guys get back
think it
a
matters,
sending.
Because he'll just sending back to
Oh, we get a
us.
sending
Yeah.
back.
You get a sending back again. Time zones.
Mm,
Let me make sure I say this right. Terribly preoccupied.
Right.
I know.
I will pass this information along.
He's so sweet.
Oh,
Did he say
Alright.
anything to the Bazinga?
But I'm really worried. Like,
We
that
didn't
should
decide
not
that.
be his
He
priority.
is-
Guys, it's
Hor-
dire. He wasn't silly.
It is dire. Merlin was not silly.
Uh-oh.
There
Oh,
is
it's
something
okay, you guys,
very
you're fine.
serious he's
I
having
promise
to
you,
do.
it's fine.
I promise. He's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm very worried though, because if he,
I know,
Agatha's
I'm
not
like,
doing well,
that
so
should
if-
not be his
if he's
priority.
passing it to Agatha, like I hope he talks to Arthur or somebody, not just
I know.
Agatha.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
You want to send it to anyone else, or?
Just
Of course,
Merlin.
he's
Send it to
honestly
his
the
ex.
most practical person to send
X
it to.
implies they were in an official relationship. Theirs is a
Ah.
casual thing.
Of course, he'd send it to
It's a
his friend.
chaotic thing, is what it is.
Pure chaos, pure fling
I
of two
feel like
high
I
mages.
should probably focus
Merlin
on
and Morgana
learning
just
the
like,
spell
hey,
now.
we're both
Yeah.
non-binary giant magicians. Like, let's just do. All right,
like,
let's have fun.
Hey,
Like,
we are literally only contested
Fade
by
to Black,
gods.
of course.
And
You
even
know,
then-
Fade to Black.
My goodness.
Can we learn still?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's what I will say.
Yes, we embark on the training montage.
And thus the training montage.
I'm
Here we
gonna
go.
get the
Are you
Baymax training in the background.
because there are specifics.
Are you ready for this game?
Yes.
Are we a training montage?
Wait,
I'm
question.
Tiger.
Here's what you need to know.
I don't want to level up. I want to do something.
What?
So I know that I'm sort of close to leveling up anyway, so there's something else I want to do
That's
instead. So
neither
that's why I'm
here nor
saying,
there.
can you please like ask us what we want to do?
Oh,
I
yeah,
will
there's
say-
some specific things I want to.
But
Like
here's,
I'm willing to forfeit leveling up.
here's what's crazy. This is one of those.
Suspicious. You could.
No one thinks about it in the DMG. It's like a footnote.
My friend.
You can do this and other downtime stuff. You are
Okay,
not
then I
like
might be able to do both.
stuck in like, oh, if you want to train level up, that's it. It's actually pretty cool to be like, yeah, as long as you're spending at least 40 days and a majority of that time, you still have plenty of time to do stuff. Unless it's wildly huge what you're trying to do,
Okay.
you got time. It's what's crazy about a demiplane.
Side note,
Here's what I'm gonna say before we get to this. Sending can only be learned by clerics and wizards.
I'll learn it. Can I learn it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll only be
But
sent by
you're, like,
clerks and
barely-
wizards.
I know,
How
but
is-
maybe they'll let me
How
anyway.
many?
I've
Spell
got two
slots.
Hold on.
levels of cleric.
2 levels of cleric,
Mhm.
meaning you can cast first level spells.
Yes.
What is sending?
Sending is a 3rd level.
Damn it. So.
Meaning I have to say, rules is written is one of those you won't be able to get sending them.
Right.
Okay. Can I get
Um,
a sending scroll so I can at least?
If you would
Send it to
like
someone
this
else.
dwarf woman to make sending scrolls for you, that is appropriate. She can start doing that.
So if I take a level 1 wizard, I'll be able to cast sending.
No, because you would have to be at least a high enough level
Yeah, to
wizard.
have that
cast
level.
it.
Yeah, I have to
Uh,
level 3.
Yeah, it's like, well, actually, I think with wizards you need to be level 5 because wizards are that scale of like, because since wizards can go to 20 and they can get up to 9, it's that like,
Bard, cleric, wizard.
what?
Bard, cleric, wizard. I'll check the official 5e.
Then I have something wrong in my official notes.
Oh,
If
that's
Bards
good
can learn
to
it,
know.
then Louis could learn it.
Louis
Yeah.
can learn it.
Ah,
I'm so sorry.
yeah.
That makes
She's
way
so
more sense.
excited.
That's why I was assuming. Yeah, on my little note thingy, I'm gonna just edit this
Yep,
right now.
official 5e. Bard, cleric, wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eleanor.
So Louis can learn it.
Rules lawyering people.
I
I've
that is
never
my
done
bad.
it, but I now know the Russian.
It is why I assumed Louis had it. I thought for some I just updated my notes. I thought
You're
for
good.
some reason
Okay,
it was.
I have a quick question then.
So Louis, you'll be able to study.
Could she also like set up a like how to learn this spell or how to cast a spell so that we can forward it to Orf, please? Because that would be great.
A how to learn spell?
No, straight up like how to cast this
Something
spell.
for dummies. But it's
I'm not even kidding. Like,
I-
would
Like
that be
a
done?
scroll?
Yeah.
We just like send more
But
from
not
YouTube
a
link.
scroll to cast a spell, but a scroll to learn the
It's
spell.
this thing called Skillshare Morph. With Skillshare,
I
you
will
can
say, only because Caspian did not 20 to succeed, that this woman will be able to do those two things. She can teach Louis sending and at the same time make a wiki how-to for more.
Wait, how are we physically sending a scroll to Morph?
Because if we can send, well, Morph eventually.
Or Galder Speedy Courier, or like, there's ways to get it
perfect.
to you,
Yeah,
right?
like-
it's like, you guys will hold on to it until
Well,
you
but
can pass
Morph
it.
is the one who has Galder's Speedy Courier.
I know.
Exactly.
So if
So
you
how are we
guys
getting it
send
to
that,
So,
hey,
sending
send the
to
courier
Morph,
to the
Send the
Imagineers,
courier
and
to
then
the
I
you text someone saying, hey, can you
Oh,
fax
Louis,
me
yeah,
this so that
I
I can
see.
fax
Yeah,
you
yeah.
back my email so you can
19
email me,
So
and then I can give you my
It's so
phone number.
complicated, but then it'll be so much nicer.
And this was all through all through Snapchat, you know, because the sendings just kind of disappear, right? It's
Yeah.
literally that full
Morph
red line.
Snapchats with like just his eyes. and
So
shit.
here's then what I need to know. We're going to go around, and I hope it's not too soon. We're going to ask what people would like to do. I'm going to start with Peter.
Okay.
Peter.
Pete and the magic.
All right. Peter's just gonna be like killing himself doing fight training,
Heavy training.
but also like sunrise meditations, trying to better understand his power,
Okay.
and then also doing like jousting and horseback training
Excellent.
with other unicorns that like been
Pure luck
heard
check.
enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
See if any unicorns, if they're in the stables right now.
Yeah.
Because those would be a high commodity for royalty high fighters.
Did you nat 20 it?
I think he did.
Louis, what do you want to do?
Not 20, but
I want to learn the spell.
Okay.
good job getting a unicorn
I
man.
want to get good
Scott
at being
3.0.
stealthy in this cool metal stuff after she
Okay,
finishes
yeah.
painting it.
Yes. Okay.
That's so fun.
And is there anything else I should be working on? There's
Okay.
no way to increase
Yeah.
my dex, is there?
No,
Only
that is
if
a
you
totally
didn't
different
know
thing. It's
those
you would
words.
either
Level
have
up
to
sometimes.
increase your dex or do a level up. That is one of the few things as rules is written is that like there is ways if you want to train a certain ability, right? Like I'm only gonna go dexterity train for 40 plus days, spending this much gold to do so. But it's the leveling up that most of you like Peter. That's kind of part
Because
of
it's
your
never popped up as an option when I level up.
exact. Well, because it's one of those dungeon master things where I can like offer as a there's items that can help do these things, or it is that like if you're gonna spend 40 days of downtime devoting yourself to becoming more dexterous, that could work, but it might be better overall for the level because it goes to get more stuff with it.
Okay.
Because actually you'll be leveling up to 19, you'll be able to take an ability score increase,
Oh,
There
on
we
level
go.
19?
and
Yeah.
and you can put that into dex then,
Okay.
which would then increase that AC by 1 again. So instead of 16, be 17.
Yay.
So here's what I will say.
Instead
Louis,
of
this is
16,
your goal, right? Again,
So I want to be
Actually, instead of
exercising
16,
and
it'd be
stuff.
an 18.
Which I'll be sad because then my
'Cause
belly
it's
will start
two.
to go down and I'll be like, no.
Okay,
That's
but
where I
really quick,
hold on
it'd
to
go up
happiness.
2. Instead of 16, it'd be an 18.
Wait, what?
If it's a 16
No,
right
no, no.
now, ASI does.
Dex would increase from 10 to 12,
Oh,
meaning
I
you would have a
completed
plus
numbers.
1 to your Dex, and so
Oh,
the
your
base 16
AC.
armor plus 1.
That's what you were talking
Yes,
about.
it's
Okay.
That
AC.
makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Meg, what would you like to do?
I would like to also talk to these magicians in Narnia, and
Alright.
what I would like to learn is how to scry.
Ooh.
Scrying.
Why did you say
James,
that?
I know.
Meg, after a couple days, there is a mage. This is a much older woman who has some of the basics of scrying and could teach it to you.
Awesome. So I'm just going to like nose to the grindstone. I need to learn how to scry.
You and Louis going to the mage's tower, like studying with their pupils. Right. Rapunzel, what would you like
Sorry,
to do?
something.
So, I've actually been trying to think of the future because it reminds me of what we're doing all this for, right? And I know that there are so many places that have been destroyed, so I want to become a better ruler for when everything's taken care of. So I actually did want to do an ability score improvement.
Interesting.
I'm trying to decide if I want it to be intelligence or wisdom.
Trying to, yes, okay.
And there was, I also wanted to spend as much of my downtime otherwise trying to make healing potions.
Can I add a quick addendum to my learning scrying?
Yes.
I'd like to ask all the party members for like a hair or something so I can
Ooh.
practice scrying
Oh,
on them.
that happens. This is gonna
No
be.
problemo.
That's
Yeah.
just gonna be funny.
After
feel
spending
upset.
24 hours yanking on Rapunzel's head to no avail.
Can I not
Well, she
a
can
hair
get a
eyelash?
fingernail or something.
Yeah,
right?
it could be
Something
figured out.
else.
Hair is just the much less weirder,
this is
easier
it.
option to be like, oh yeah, if you want to practice scrying, yeah.
Okay, cut
Oh,
your
there
nails
was
for
one
me.
other thing
Can
I
I have
wanted
your
to do.
fingernails?
That's
Yeah.
part of the
like-
reason why I was foregoing a level up, because I want to do those things, and I also want to practice with my hair and see what else it's capable of right now.
Yes. Here's what I will say. You're trying to do, so some of these things, ability score increasing is a little more involved, shall we say. I think that's the word I'm going to use. If you want to increase it, I would like to know which one you would go with.
So the thing is, wisdom would help me with clerical things, but I don't
I
do
didn't
a lot
say it.
of clerical things.
And I would say it's to do this, unfortunately, it would increase it by 1. Not like a plus 1. So it's like it would it could turn a score from like a 17 to an 18, which would
I
increase its
see.
overall buff. Or it could increase it can never increase though above 20.
Yeah, I
That's one of those
I do.
bases, yeah.
It's your job.
So the problem is then both of mine are even numbers.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it couldn't actually help me then.
It couldn't.
The only odd number I have is charisma.
Right.
I'm very sad
Unless you
about this.
want to increase
When we-
charisma.
Would that be super helpful
The blue
for,
veil.
like, specifically
Oh,
trying
to
to be a
transfer.
better
Persuasion,
And I thought you had
intimidation,
I already have the
that.
plus 14
performing.
persuasion.
Anyway.
it's something. It would help. Like
Okay.
it's because I
Alright.
mean that's why I would say is charisma would be one of those.
Then
More
I
useful in
will
political
try
games.
Then I'll go ahead and increase charisma because metagame. I already know that I'm close-ish to leveling up, so I'd rather
Yes, it's
do something like
you're
this.
close anyway, and so it's like because it also feels like a better use of your time. No, I
It
appreciate
does.
it. So here's what I'll say: you can increase that. Come to second. And would you rather try to make healing potions, or would you rather work on your hair? I would say both. Unfortunately, those are bigger things too.
That makes sense.
Because it's kind of like you can do a bigger increase, like, and over the course on your downtime, I'm also making potions, or I'm working with my hair. Which one would feel more apt for you?
I'm really freaking curious about my hair, so I want to try that.
You sure? Good.
I am.
Okay. And we'll get to. I'm just getting
No,
like
that's
the.
fine. That's fine.
So, gonna work on your hair, Merida.
Okay.
There is some shenanery that will come through Peter. So there's that. But what other stuff would you like to do besides that? Like, let's train up a level. Let's get
Okay.
armor and stuff. Or anything. Like,
Okay.
what other stuff are you thinking?
So other than getting armor,
Mhm.
there was 3 other things I wanted to try and do.
Okay.
If the shenanery with Peter involves Angus, then there's only 2 other things I wanted to do, you know? Because I wanted to just like try and read up and see if there's any way
Yes.
Angus can come with me back to the North Plane.
Gotcha.
Whether it's like reincarnation or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to try
Angus, you need to become
and
a
either-
Buddhist.
acquire, yeah,
If you believe hard enough.
either acquire or make more demon slaying arrows.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And I was reading up on some spells that I might want to learn.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want to make
Yes.
a couple extra arrowheads for my man.
Yes.
Smith!
Or
But yeah,
bullets.
I would like to
It's
do
fun.
that. I mean, I've seen him make the bullets, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You see. So it's like if you could make an
Make
arrow,
some
and then
arrows and maybe perhaps demon slaying bullets.
you
Do
have
you have
currently.
a
I
shotgun
think
or a rifle?
you
Because I have
still
one-
have.
Demon
Was
slaying
that-
arrow left.
Does
I would like
Johnson
more
have a
than
shotgun
one,
or a
maybe.
rifle or both?
Rifle.
Just in
Oh,
case.
because you
Okay,
used
that's better.
one and you kept one, right? Because I was like, I thought you had
Because
one.
I
Yeah.
could have burned
Oh,
both of
he's
those.
But it was a clever like, let's
Yeah.
use one, see what how the
Because I
battle goes.
almost killed
Okay, then.
Flint. I almost did.
It's
and
the
then-
if you would
Basically
use the other
just
arrow,
zap
if
the
either
barrel
of them
and
had
boom.
actions or it was a close. It's one of those
Oh,
so close.
Could have done.
Um,
Maybe Andrew would still be with me.
I know.
What's up
And
with
maybe I
wild
still
magic in it?
It was a
So
Yeah.
here's what I would say.
Your male
My name.
Arrow slaying. Here's what I'm going to go.
And if I can't
Yo.
make demon slaying arrows, then I
Did
do
you
want to
roll
just like.
somebody who was there that
make
night
a
and saw
ton
it
of
is then the
magical
person who invented
arrows.
semi-automatic
Yes.
rifles.
So here's what we're looking at.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Correct.
check.
Or learn spells. How many spells would I be able to learn in this 40-day period?
So fun fact, it's something in D&D, and I'm gonna get
Yeah.
hit in the comments. I'm gonna get talked about this for years. The official rules is written. Raw rules state only wizards can learn spells outside of leveling.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I think that is not good because
I agree.
people say, but that's the wizard's gimmick. That's their whole class. I'm like, they've got a lot they can do besides just also learn more spells.
Except you won't ever
And
give
it's-
me any spells.
If you're taking the time and finding the tutors to help teach you spells, and you have the gold to be able to spend in that, like,
Okay.
buying the cost stuff, right? And, like, taking the time. I mean, normally in D&D, you just don't have time is really the
But
big
we have
thing,
40 days to.
right? 40 days.
As we will.
So you might be able to.
Okay.
And then at that point, it's more a matter of your spell slots are your only thing holding you down, right? As a
Okay.
ranger, you have that level, that,
Mhm.
like, how many
Okay, my
eggs can you fit in the
spiritual
basket, kind of
drawing
thing.
done by
So,
the
what
Saturday.
kind of spells would you be looking for? Because that could be the first thing of, like, let's see if Narnians have some of the stuff you want.
Right. There's 3 that I thought were really, really cool. They're all 5th level.
Right, so one of those, like, another big one, yeah.
Right. There was Wrath of Nature, Freedom of the Wind, and Conjure Volley. I'm kind of leaning towards
Isn't that
either
so
Conjure Ball or Freedom of the Wind.
Girl,
Because Freedom of the Wind, I could fly.
Freedom of Wind, yeah, like just flying.
Conjure Volley is
Look at
like,
the flowers.
I use pretty much exclusively ranged weapons.
Yeah.
So it's like you use a ranged
Some of the
weapon
other ones
and
no
then
longer
like
help my
40
feet. My
foot
feet hurt so
cone.
And
no,
fun
40
fact,
foot.
Point
that
out.
combined with you have that ability too, where like if there's a bunch of small enemies in a group, you can volley after volley. So that's like a stacking kind of thing. So like you're naturally just fast with the bow and tons more, right? Yeah, that's a good one. So here's what we'll do. Let's make some just kind of pure luck checks. So if you want to roll one, we'll say for Freedom of Wind, I'll roll one for volley. We're just gonna just base random d20 it to see like who's in Narnia, who's got what they got.
Is a luck check just one of the D20s?
20s, yeah, just a
Oh, a D20.
d20. Yeah.
Who made this?
Who made this? Who here?
And this is just flat. I can't use lucky to reroll.
Honestly, he's just a dude, like, he
You
might
know,
have just
no, I'd say you
been
could use
dead
lucky for
forever.
this. Because it's luck. It's
That's a 19.
Flaming piece of palace.
all
So I don't know
right.
if I'll need to reroll for that, but
From Lily's.
Here's what I will say. You'd probably be able to
Usually
find
doesn't
with the
just
wind.
kill people, 'cause
Or Freedom of the Wind.
to have people, but
Yeah.
So here's what we'll do, Merida.
and that would
What if Angus
be even
teaches-
better because that would
What if Angus teaches me?
Angus teaches me how to fly. But okay, if I can get Angus back, would I need a flying spell?
It's true.
But it does give me advantage on what was it? Because Freedom of the Wind gives me helps me avoid being grappled, and gives me advantage on saving throws against being restrained or paralyzed.
Yes.
So-
I
That
think
could be
the
helpful.
other thing too is, yeah, it's that helpful. It's like you have a flight speed. There's other stuff you get with this.
And I can use a reaction to teleport
Yeah.
Ooh.
up to 60 feet to an
Mhm.
unoccupied
Reaction,
space.
teleport, 6 feet, unoccupied. Yeah, if you're targeted by a spell or attack, you just bloop.
One more time.
And if this movement takes you out of the range of a triggered spell or attack, you're unaffected by it. So it's not
Okay,
like
yeah.
cool.
I mean, even if I have my flying steed, which may or may not happen,
This is
I
one
still
of those.
would get some pretty cool stuff.
Caldora, it's a fun. It's technically that homebrew. It's a fun
You say
one.
Caldore, it's critical role?
Mhm.
That's a cool spell.
I think it's Freedom of the Winds is a cool spell. I think it's totally available.
Let's learn that.
Did you
and
also know that in
Narni's
the
got
most
it.
recent
Bingo.
Critical Role, Brennan Lee Mulligan is the DM?
Yeah, shout
Oh,
out
I
to
did not
Brendan
know that.
Mulligan. He is amazing in it, and it terrifies me. It's a.
He scares the creators
It,
of the world.
it was crazy. Anyway, Meredith, you'll be able to start learning Freedom of the Winds. So it will cost, of course, a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And so here's what I will say though. Now you have the big choice. Besides that leveling up, besides the spending time, nose to the grind, like training, like again, Peter and Louie that are going on those runs, right, jousting fight. It's like there's the natural training for the level.
Yeah.
I would say you could do either learn Freedom of the Winds, like heavily study this, or you try to make Arrows of Demon Slaying.
Oh.
Because you have something to go off of, you have time. I will
But I
say this:
can't do
if
both.
it helps, show to make the arrows is gonna probably cost more versus when you're learning a spell, it's more just a time thing.
And I wouldn't have time to do both.
Yes, as well as there is a technical possibility the arrows might not be perfected in time.
That's true.
It's
I mean, I've made arrows, but not.
These are magically infused arrows to specifically hunt fiends, right?
And is there any people who make those here?
You've only really found here in Narnia, no, because again, they don't have fiends like we think. This is a world of just creatures that are more good or evil aligned. Like the only real fiend technically was the witch. So with everything going on, it's a cost reward where it's like the arrows of fiend slaying would be big. I mean, they're hugely helpful if you're taking the time and labor.
Right.
But Freedom of the Winds wouldn't cost as much, and it's something you could use. So it's a,
The new bow I have
Usage,
already
can get
does
temples
a
and
mega
off.
amount of damage.
and you can make it radiance if you so choose,
Yeah,
which is usually
so-
what helps.
I might skip out on the arrows.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, I already have a bow that does a lot of damage
Yeah.
anyways. And that, like, it's not as much as a fiend slaying arrow, but I have one.
Yeah.
Especially if you pick radiant damage for your
Yeah,
arrows.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Is that
Cool.
what fiend slaying arrows
uh,
anyways? Is that
sort
radiant damage?
more like it's a specifically targeted against them, where I just had it right here. Oh, there we go. Think of it like because it's a fiend, they have to make a con save, and it will just deal an extra 6d10 damage.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's half.
Otherwise, if they succeed, so it's not like radiance can double, but again, it's dealing in with the natural properties of the arrow you're choosing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So like those natural +8 on a damage that's radiant, and maybe a d8. So like when you're DAing hunter's marking, it's a large creature. Yeah, these can stack, but this is like a big 60-10 because this is an arrow, and these arrows of slaying can then add in with your bow, so it's 60-10 radiant damage coming at it, right? Like so, it's the trade-off.
I'm going to look at the spell again. Maybe come back to me.
I'll come back.
I'll
to you.
sleep on it.
Um,
What's one day?
Peter, here we go. I want
Okay.
you to make an insight with advantage because you are taking some self-meditating time. Raya! Raya! You're here! I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry.
Honestly,
no.
I didn't mean to
no.
interrupt.
It
but
kind of fits what with Raya's doing. Go ahead with Peter.
You sure?
Yeah.
But
Come
I
back
gotta
to me.
know to make sure I'm ready so you don't try to pull something and I
that's
go, what are you doing?
fair.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not huge shenanery. It
But-
is
so, but-
within the rules that you have created. Yes.
I don't like those words.
That can still be
Ryan, what would
shenanigans.
you like to be doing?
Wouldn't you like to know what the
He
boy
spends too much time.
Wouldn't you like to
You
know?
wanna
DM?
He spent too much time with Tice for something being within the
Yeah,
rules to give him
so-
any comfort.
Because
Yeah.
I very much with my stats along with my character.
Yeah.
Raya has finally had time to process the orb being gone. And that responsibility that she put upon herself. Didn't
Yeah.
even realize
You're letting
that.
it go?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's
40
fine.
days of self-reflection is a good time.
It's good for mental health apparently. Actually, can
Let
maybe
you.
Can she get counseling in Narnia?
Can some of the beavers be the counselors?
I was thinking it's just like a centaur.
It's
It's
been
been a while.
it's
Or I
been
meant
an
like
unfortunate.
creatures, not the beavers. I just thought a cute
Cute
animal.
and cuddly.
I love that.
Maybe they have
Animal therapist.
great
Yes!
grandchildren.
But yeah,
Well, that is
Maybe
hot
you find
damn.
they're Narnian counselors.
Okay, it's cool now.
and
Yeah.
working through the
So
issues, right? I will get to the stat stuff, but this is kind of what's happening.
Okay.
Raya is seeing these people around her train and
What's it turning?
It's got the light with the 3 water drops is flashing red.
Oh, it needs
is
to
it
be
out of water?
drained.
Oh.
So if we just want to
How do I
crack
do
the window, we'll be fine. It's that dang.
Oh,
I always
I
forget
thought it
to
was
drain it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
and for the first time in her life, because like ever since she was 10, it's the first time she's actually had time to self-reflect and ask
Yeah.
who she wants to be. And for a while, she kind of has not in a selfish way, but it's like, why am I here? Like my story's complete, the orb is gone.
oh no.
It's not really my place.
Like a character arc in a campaign. What do I do now? Yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
that's perfectly reasonable.
And then like just one day, it's kind of accumulative of just somehow hearing Louis laugh off in the distance, hearing the
Dang,
flash
little
of swords
beaker.
of Peter, you know, just frustrated screams of Meg not understanding the spell that she's working on.
Sounds
Don't
accurate.
say that like I didn't get it right away. Why do you think I'm not the smart one?
You still have rolls to make.
I do say
I know, I'm just teasing, but like of every single person in the party, including like Merida and Rapunzel, a tiny voice in the back of her head goes, you know, I think I've met some people I don't want to see burn.
Oh,
Oh, that.
Yaga. Sam, look what you've done to us.
Look what you did to me! Sorry, that's Eleanor, not Ryan.
Oh, and Dumbo's training now too.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what the hell
and,
is
and
Dumbo? I
like
was just
sees
about to ask
Dumbo
you.
flying in the
Oh.
sky, all that jazz.
Jeez.
And so it's like, okay, they need me to help protect their world. They're giving it their all, so I need to give it my all. So, Mr. DM, I have gone through all of my abilities, and I have not used a single monk stat for 6 sessions. I want to rescind all of my monk levels for
Wow.
sorcerer levels, because then with my level up, I become a level 20 sorcerer.
Woo! Mama!
Whoa.
Ooh! Counseling, everyone! If anything could do it, man.
If anything could do it, therapy can.
Yeah. Therapy and free Jesus.
Interesting.
What do you think, Mr. DM? Because this is a permanent solution. And I know there's no take-backsies, so this is with the levels I did not take backseat in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I thought that I was being weird, asking, "Can I take back some of my cleric for monk for this?" Never mind.
Again, when you have downtime and when your character, I think changing level D&D should be a malleable game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like, it's in a
Always
weird
be
way,
our
Raya is not that kind of fighter anymore. And, well, she
That's
does
fair,
need
that's
a...
fair.
The DMV.
She
While
does
being that
need
kind of
a
fighter.
magical...
DMVP.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Focus.
A focus.
And you
So
almost
actually,
gave up
she's
magic.
gonna make that sword her focus. And so then when she uses it in battle, it casts the spells. Right? So then she still
Pretty good.
honors her heritage
Mhm.
while learning how to protect her friends in the best way possible. Anywho, sorry, I'll let you keep speaking about my shenanigans.
I like that. I like that.
I just have a quick question because
Yes.
I was thinking it over your proposition.
Yes.
I still have the compass on me, right? Does it work in this realm? And can I find any demon slaying arrows?
We have some mugwort.
Well, we already have some, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we
do.
did get
I
the
think we
mugwort.
got mugwort.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I missed
But-
that.
No, you're good. We got it from Carol.
Also,
Right.
I
When-
really like
as
Carol.
a DM, I
Wait,
forgot.
Carol. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
You forgot
how
about
I
Carol? She's
I
cool.
obviously
Oh,
have no
I remember
idea
I
how
know
I
you
remember
were
Counting
Carol.
my notes as Dolly Parton, but in the magical world.
Magic Dolly Parton. Like Dolly Parton isn't magical.
she is always.
Amen.
We respect the
Working
queen.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
But I think she's got that hair.
I know, right?
Swear on Dolly Parton's life.
So
Sorry.
here's what I will say, Merida. Shoot,
swear on Dolly Parton.
I may have forgotten you had the compass for half a moment.
I do have the compass.
Like
I
it
know,
was more
right?
in my mind. I was like, yeah, the party has the compass,
Yeah.
but if you
If
guys,
I
do a
have the
Harley Quinn
compass.
one, you know what
It's
dress
in my
to
possession.
Merida,
Yes.
That
make
red
some
one
rolls.
with whatever, and then she picks up
Question,
and then she's
Can I
ready with the
actually
spear. That's
restock
what I would do.
my healer's kit with all the
Investigation with
ingredients I would
Who does
need
that
for
possess?
making healing potions later?
yes,
Okay,
like
cool.
that's an easy thing
That's
of
good.
restocking. Because again, Caspian, the money you guys would spend is the natural. Like there is always an unfortunate cost of like, hey, when I'm training, I need to go get an extra water bottle real quick, or
Yeah.
oh man, crafting this wood. Like yeah,
Fantasy
Caspian's right. I gotta go
capitalism.
find a quick capital. Like let's make this arrow out of. Oh shoot, we don't have this material here. Let me go find
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that makes sense. Oh,
Hey.
I'm so excited.
You have your luck points, of course.
I'm going to use a luck point.
Ooh.
I have 3 of those.
Una sorpresa.
That's a little better. I'm gonna use another one and if I get any better because I'm rolling really bad
roll
right
that
now.
Look, points
Be
on that
nice.
20.
Okay, I'm gonna take that because that's 14 plus an 8.
That's good. That's
different
good.
because your son isn't here. But
Two?
what?
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't know if you finished.
I have
Let's see.
22.
On a 22, that is not medieval. Wait.
Not that I would have enough money to buy demon slaying arrows, but
I can spot you some. Wait, would they accept our currency?
would they?
I mean, if it's gold.
Gold's gold.
Okay, cool.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
gosh,
can
what
just,
if the
borrow
therapy-
some.
This
But
is
you
what
are
happens
paying
when
us
And
in the back
you
because
all
we're
it
on
takes
this
is
race to the ground, we need all
King
the
Caspian going on the shopping trip and going, accept the gold. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're strong arming, not like abuse of power, but it's like, listen, literally being the monarch, we can take this currency. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say.
That
You
is
beat enough
legal
check. I
tender.
can use a D10 on this roll. Merida,
Yes.
if you want, you'll probably find some demon slaying arrows at the cost of not learning that spell.
Ah!
I can't
'Cause
have
you'll-
both.
Gamble.
Dang it.
Well, because it's like you would be able to go look and yeah, using the compass, literally video game style of doing a side quest where you follow the item tracker beeper until you find these arrows, and like whether people have to sell them to you or buy them or like
Do
Or
I know
just,
how
like,
many
find them.
arrows I'd be able to get?
higher than average on a D10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of learning
Especially if Pete
Instead of
can
spell.
shenanary my steed back, then yeah, it'd be worth
If
it.
Peter can shenanerize.
if Peter can shenanigans, can I talk to Peter first?
I love that word.
Yes.
That might be a
It's
little
not
metagaming because I have no idea.
Well, 'cause-
It's a
no, actually, no.
chicanery and shenanigans.
Pulling up the compass.
It's an actual-
Oh man,
no,
I
it's an
want
extra-
Angus
oh,
back. How do I get Angus back?
I knew it
The
was
arrow
wrong,
points
but
to
I
Peter.
remember-
Randomly mulligan.
Oh,
I
okay.
have heard of it many
That
times.
works.
Should I make
was
those
gonna-
insight
okay.
checks?
Let's make some insight checks, Peter.
Trust each other, everyone.
And we'll be jumping back and forth. I did roll to
There
get
buys
Peter. We were
Raya.
gonna jump
Hello.
on you to
Oh no, I
role
honestly
play.
want the therapy animal to be a crow. Like, how does that make you feel?
That is an insight of 26.
Hey,
Do you feel abandoned?
Theracrow.
Anyways,
I love all of that.
Screw
Those
you.
are actually called daddy issues.
He's got his mastery. Don't you mock Theracrow. He took a long
I have
time
a
to get
PhD. Sorry.
you got a 26 on insight.
26.
Disrespect the
I'm
crow.
gonna try him.
No, stop.
I'm doing it.
Okay,
Stop.
do so. I'm gonna go to Peter now. While you have fun with Theracrow. I'm sorry. I'm back. Peter. You are taking a lot of time training and inciting.
Mhm.
And one day, about a couple days in, you see Merida looking at the compass, looks at you.
yes.
I was thinking about a conversation I had with Angus about how he can't come back with me, and the only thing I was thinking about is how badly I want him back, and
Uh-huh.
it pointed to you for some reason and not my horse.
Hmm.
So do you have a way to bring him back with us?
Peter, thinking back to his conversation with Aslan. We'll try.
That's good enough for me.
Peter,
Right?
on a 26 insight. Powers you have, powers inside, powers you can do. You watch in this courtyard. Merida, you and Angus are jousting with Peter. Peter, you're looking. Raya's sitting there
That's got
having
3.0.
her therapy session with the court order crow. Sorry, I thought that was court order crow. Rapunzel is helping Louis paint as well as looking. You're looking at all your friends, and you look at Louis and Meg sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
scrolls in front of them, writing on a scroll.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Who's to say you can't? You ever tried putting something on a scroll?
Nope.
He's
Page.
never a cleric or...
What kind of spell could bring Angus to the mortal plane?
No, no. The clone. With the... And then they
Clones? An
Can
angel.
I
That's a
borrow the
wizard.
player's
Hey, I
handbook?
summoned something at some point.
Oh,
Here we go. No.
what's a paladin spell that could do this?
I'm gonna
Wanna look
pull
through?
up a spell.
Okay,
Peter,
Something
come
that
here.
she can ride on.
Because you beat the DC, so I'm leading you to it, but you did beat it, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna be mean. You have
I really thought it was clone.
No.
He's right.
clone would be
Yes.
one of this.
He's right as a
Down.
wizard. I think.
It is a 4th level. The
Yep.
the better. Yes. So
Perfect for me.
I want to
Alright.
I feel like this would be after we just like jousted.
Yeah.
You're with Scott.
it's
Zero.
after Joust. I saw everybody. Would you like to know his name?
You want to
Yes.
This is Charles.
Charles K.
Charles the Unicorn.
Woo!
I feel like Charles and Angus
do
are
have
just having a
really
little
tiny-
chat.
Oh yeah,
dwarf
because
is in
both
my
of these are
genes.
talking animals.
Mm-hmm.
No, we
Unfortunately,
already did
most
take it
animals-
back.
Unicorns become telepathic, and the Mortal Plane Angus would just
Does that
kind of
sound
lose that ability. Like true
In
speak.
Narnia?
Would I have?
Oh my gosh! Sorry. Can Pascal talk in Narnia?
We'll
He's
get
not
to that.
native to
Okay.
Narnia, would be my guess.
And he's not.
Neither
dead.
is
I'll save my
Angus.
question for
But
later.
Angus
But Angus
died.
died and became part of Narnia.
Oh.
This
So-
is his
We will get back
afterlife.
to this.
There's these ideas.
Yeah.
Do
I'll-
about 3
I can
in
do
the
3.
time you have.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll do 3 spells.
Cool.
Or 3 scrolls of this.
Okay.
What is
Here we go.
What is this?
Next person.
Jeez.
Oh, dang it.
Perfect. Merida.
Yeah, that was pretty cinematic.
Oh,
you
thank you for not.
see Peter gets this weird look in his eyes because you're talking to him and Peter's like looking around the courtyard just and suddenly goes off. He's got stuff.
Right?
Get back to you.
Okay.
You have-
I will hop on Angus and start looking for arrows then.
Merida, you have a fun time in Narnia as
That's the
your
coolest side
journeys
quest. Like, seriously.
lead you all across the lands. You find yourself, you head north towards the giants, you head south towards human, west inward to the woods, east far into the sea, some of the isles. As this compass, when you need an arrow of slaying, your heart desires them, you focus in. You find a total of 8 arrows of demon slaying.
That's awesome.
Worth it. So worth it.
Worth it. Yeah, it was a choice because I couldn't just tell you, but yes, as rolling on D10 and 8, higher than average. Meredith, these arrows will come at slight cost. Most of its time, Rapunzel, if you're going to help foot the bill,
Yep.
So to speak,
It'll be an IOU from.
Oh, for sure.
it's
From,
going to cost you about 20,000 gold.
Can I help persuade it down?
This
Even
will
just a
have to
little
be
I guess I would have to persuade.
How much do you
Merida's
need?
percent because it's like
How
you're
much
footing
gold?
the bill, but it's
I'll-
gonna be your.
I'll try to
checking see
haggle
how
it.
much I have.
Let's see, what do I have?
I only have 11,753.
How do you have so much?
That's a lot.
Okay,
I mean, my persuasion's pretty good. I have a plus 8 on
Her
persuasion.
character's been
Yeah,
around for a long
give me just a
time.
flat persuasion. And again,
I
because this is
wasn't
like
always
a
wealthy.
lump
It's like,
total.
there you
Like
go.
Narnians aren't charging like in the Mortal Plane. These might cost upwards of
For a
like
while I had, like,
40,000,
10.
50,000.
Like
You never know.
64, and I thought that was
In Narnia,
For a
it's
while I had, like,
20,000 for 8
yeah, most
arrows
of this
of demon
campaign.
slaying.
Ooh.
As yeah, Merida's
Oh, I'm
having
gonna
fun.
luck point that.
Go for it.
I have 1 left.
These were so-
How many days does
These
it
ones,
take?
I'm stretching a little bit.
Okay.
In theory, you have 120 luck points during this downtime.
Keep rolling.
Oh
But-
my
Like a
gosh.
nat 20.
You know how many bullets a fiend slaying all those arrows could make?
Yeah, right. If you get the right,
8
go back to the
times
person luck
40?
point, and with what John Smith and Merida know.
Like 40?
That is.
Actually, probably less than that.
That's a 22
Probably more
on
like-
persuasion.
No, because I think one arrow got us.
So what-
They-
One got us
Haggle
5,
down
but
to-
most of them
That's
got us
right.
4.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
it would be.
Here's what I
was
saying.
or
They were
like-
5, one got us 6.
Oh, really?
They
'Cause
will
the nat 20
drop
was-
from
I thought the nat 20
20,000
was 5 and there
to
was 4.
No, that
16,000.
20 was 6.
So yeah, about
So
40
a
for
good
8
almost
arrows.
fifth of the
How much
price.
do
Like
you have?
16. I only have like 100 gold.
So you're next.
I
I
did
got.
not bring a lot with.
I'll spot you 11,000, but that's all I got. So you're gonna have to beg.
does anyone else
It,
have?
Wait, how
gold?
much more do you
We need another 5,000.
5,000.
If I sell them Commandant spices, do you think? No.
Stimulate the
Yeah, I'll give you 5,000.
Okay.
It'll be good for a whole load of me.
Alright, so
Seven
you got the
spices.
16,000 from the two of us.
It's funny. I'm the only princess that like does not carry money.
Yeah, it's not
I
like
carry no money.
I have like banks in Scotland. I can get the
It's like,
money, but
My
like
dad's not poor.
when there's no credit cards in a magical fantasy set, it's like okay, listen, I'm good for the money, but like I'm not broke. I promise. Yeah, no.
I mean, it would have been nice to go to Scotland and
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like, Dad, can I have some money, please?
But
That's
we
what I
had
had
easier
to do
time
when
getting
we
to
got
Narnia than Scotland.
Seriously?
Wildly
This is
funny.
so much easier.
It's
Merida,
almost like people don't want going into their land.
over 40.
It's like me going back to Scotland.
right? The Scots stay off our turf. No. But Merida, you have a wild adventure. Again, you and Angus, it's just
Like
a
old
dream come
times.
true. Old times. You and Angus against the world, finding these arrows, and Angus can now talk back. It's no longer weird to talk to your horse, because like, okay, you really do talk back. Most horses do get the vibes of humans, but it's nice when it's that.
But now you can talk back. So you
Intelligent
You know
conversation.
too much.
Wait, Angus has seen all.
Arrows, swords.
He's like, wait!
Do I really want him returning? No.
I
Um,
need to go and talk then.
Yeah. Merida, though, good adventures. Peter, you have what you were doing.
Yep.
We are now going to make another roll.
So I have 8 more.
8 more, so you have 9
Got
total.
trolls.
Again, you get a good 4 per. So that could be 36 bullets if they were transformed into bullets.
I mean, I'm
well,
gonna keep a few.
correct.
but-
Yeah, so keeping a few.
But that's still like
Good stuff.
pretty good.
Here we go. Meg,
Yes.
you are studying with this elven woman. And when I say elven, I do actually mean elven with dryad. As Narnians don't have true elves, shall we say. These are the spirit folk of the woods. This older woman is teaching you sending. I would like you to make me an arcana scrying.
I'm really bad at
I need you to
Arcana,
make me an
guys.
arcana check.
Okay. Guess what that was? Nat 1.
Oh, Meg.
She is screaming in frustration.
Because you know how bad they are.
Oh, Meg.
Eldritch Blast come out the window as you guys are in the courtyard like, oh my.
Oh.
That's when Raya looks up at her.
Because it's better, it's like, okay, let me go to a different part of the castle, try scrying, nothing.
This also
What
didn't
did
like
you
me
do?
yesterday.
Go ahead, make another check.
Why? What did you do?
That's a 7.
Saying I like bombs, so that's...
Another week
The glasses
passes.
make his eyes look small.
And as you guys are training, Merida's off with Angus finding these arrows that she told you about. You guys are sitting there, and now like Ryan and Peter are having a good one-on-one spar session, and different part of the castle, Eldritch Blast out.
Is you?
Meg's not doing great, is she? You actually see Flynn, who's just more like,
You know, the
he's not like training. He's never been a guy to train.
Oh,
So he's just kind of having fun reading a book. You see, he looks up, apple in mouth, just like, this is a great vacation.
I'll just blast him.
Oh, you're not there, because again, it's like that leave, see if it works, and then have to come back. So
Yeah.
he very carefully made sure, like, oh, this is fun to watch. Make me now an Arcana with advantage, because the time is what it's just if you could get
learn
it
from
fast.
failure, right?
Yeah, you learn from
Hopefully.
failure.
Oh, excellent. That's gonna be a 21.
Please look at
Nice.
the chat.
Who are you trying to scry?
I need someone on this plane, and I grabbed a bunch of hairs from people. So, I'm trying to think who's the least weird. Probably Rapunzel, because they know her the best.
That's fair.
You can learn
And
about
also that
Charles,
long end, but it's easiest when you know someone super well.
These are not really nice to me.
Cool. You're gonna see then something that happens with Rapunzel as she goes through some of her stuff. But yes, Meg, your scrying is working.
Yes! Good job.
Ignore the top drawing because that's from my other stuff.
Charles, Counseling Crow, MD. Let's call about this. I like that. I like that.
Okay, I had imagined
And you know,
his
it's the
last name was
court-ordered crow,
Crowfoot.
so
You
it's
should
crow.
make his last name Crowfoot.
Crowfoot. So, here's what will happen now. Louis,
That's me.
you are learning. You're sending here.
Yes.
This dwarf is helping you, getting stuff in. I would like you now to make me an Arcana check.
Question, could she make it a charisma check because she's a bard?
Pure magic.
Okay. I was just...
Thanks, OBG.
Sorry, I failed.
21.
Nice!
Ooh.
You did not fail.
Off the bat, Louis, feeling
Oh yeah, that...
good. You're sending to everyone, like, every day. You guys, like, each get, like,
We're
a
just getting
random
each random
ethereal
text.
note, like, in the, alright, like, it's like, yeah, when, like, a teenager gets their first phone, and
Yes.
it's not even, like, out of a noise, it's just that, like, natural, like, I
Is
wanna
any of
touch
the
people,
group
right?
text? Like a group sends?
Oh,
Being
that's...
That's your telepathic
Everybody
bond where you
teams it
group.
all at the same time.
Alright, there's another one.
Peter
But-
just gets a winky face.
With a tongue out.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
It's like while you're sparring,
no.
so like,
you just
I'm
send
gonna
Oh, Peter gets
Where's it?
off the butt right in the middle of a justice, like, oh no.
Things.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
I
Lord, Peter.
mixed up the rules behind that whole ask, so I'm gonna text you all the stuff that I got mixed up and my proposal.
Gotcha. Louis, though, while you're doing this, you and Rapunzel spend time painting your armor, getting your sending now much more perfect. As again, before it gets a little sloppy where it's like, oh, right, my grammar isn't... Because it's like learning that, like, max at 25 words, how I want to send, where I want to send. And you are now helping this dwarf woman in crafting a WikiHow, a magical WikiHow, to Morph, right? In that, like, let's let Morph get in on this
Does any
action.
of this
Right?
affect my spell slots?
It does. It just gives you another spell that you can use for
But
your
it
spell
doesn't
slot.
affect the amount of spells.
Yeah. But
That
leveling
was
up
my
will
question.
help.
Okay. Because I haven't had that effect. Or my spell slots affected in the last few level ups.
It should.
As you are doing so, we're going to cut Rapunzel.
Okay.
You are helping Louis paint the armor,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to figure out more about your hair.
I did.
What do you think that means?
So I know that it's now invulnerable and fireproof.
But
I want to know, because the thing is, my hair has always been kind of uncanny in the way that I throw it at something and it wraps around the thing. I don't really have to tie it, but it wraps itself around well enough that I can like swing across on it. So it seems to literally have a mind of its own. So I wonder if it can do anything on a bigger scale. Metagaming. I'm wondering about a particular episode where it kind of became a balloon type of thing, and it was really dope. But seriously, no, like this is a genuine thing. Like Rapunzel's hair shouldn't be able to do the things it does, even before she knew it was magical.
Even without the metagaming, there's no physical way hair should act the way it
Right.
does. Hair cannot become a crash balloon ripcord where suddenly you're bouncing in a hamster ball. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
But I'm trying to see if it can do anything else.
What kind of check do you think this would be? I'm curious. Something not normally done.
Honestly, I'm gonna be falling a lot. So I don't know if acrobatics might be part of it, but also I want to just make attack rolls with my hair.
Gotcha.
So target practice and falling off of a lot of things and trying to do things while I'm falling too.
Here's
Things
what
like
I'll
that.
say. Go ahead. Start by making me acrobatics with disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 9 and 4, so 4 plus a decent amount.
No, just not bad.
It's not bad. Plus 11, so 15.
You're watching as Merida, you could even help with this with Angus. It's like that very weird, like you help fly Rapunzel up 60 feet on Angus.
I can run up.
Oh no, this is like no.
Oh!
So you don't accidentally grab,
Yeah.
and you
I still get the
jump off
endorphins when you
Angus
spend the money.
and hit the ground. But it's not too much damage because monks with feather fall.
Yeah.
But it feels weird where you're like, am I enabling like you just like throw yourself into the dirt over and over and over.
Sorry.
Also, I have a question. Would I have gained any kind of level from, like, basically 1v1ing the Ice Queen? Or is that...
That
already
came from
checked.
last time. So
Yeah, that was
Yes.
last station.
you didn't get enough for a full level, but yes, with the training,
You're
is you
gonna
will
level.
finish this level up.
Oh,
That's where a lot, not just the arrow slaying, but when you spar with Peter, when you're helping, like all you guys having this 40-day training montage
Gotcha.
is gonna help you level up. Rapunzel, this goes on for a while. To the point of, again, it feels bad. Like
Sorry.
people have stopped helping throw you out of towers and off of horses because it's that like, I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish with your hair.
I don't know either.
Let's go again.
Experimentation.
You
No, experimentation doesn't go well with it.
go ahead now. Let's make now a flat acrobatics. As now you've moved from pure jumping to you're starting to like try to attack. You're trying to do stuff.
That's a 19 plus 11. That's a 30.
Yeah, you're realizing your hair has the ability to grapple things. It has the ability to swing across. It has strength. It doesn't break. It seems immune to fire. By accident, Charles runs over it with his hooves and not a lot of pain, right? Like,
I hope I don't have nerve endings in my hair.
well, yeah, but it's not like
Yeah.
when he runs over or food gets spilled out and it just kind of like cleans itself, not in a magic way in the sense of like things don't seem to stick to it. And I will say, and one day when no one else is looking, you get Caspian to bring you a vial of some acid, kind of pour nothing.
I was gonna say I do want to create something that will easily catch on fire, and like so that I can just throw it on my hair and put fire on it and wrap someone in fire if I need to.
So that's actually what's important to know.
Like for the ice witch, that would have been
Right.
so useful if I could
Is-
grapple her with my
The
flaming
unfortunate
hair.
thing is your hair can't catch fire, and it won't hold things that normally stick. Even glues or things that normally would like okay, we've all gotten gum in our hair,
Oh my gosh.
and it's
the
either you
worst.
cut your hair or you spend 2 days of your life
That's
under
why
hollow.
Merida's hair
Here's
is
a
shorter
tip.
now.
Yeah,
Moose
Merida's like,
works.
all right, listen, right?
No,
yeah.
wait, this is a legit thing. Use moose.
Yeah, no, like there's ways to
Just
get it
letting
out,
you
but
guys
it
know.
hurts.
Yes.
Even like normal glues don't stick in your hair.
Okay.
Meaning, Rapunzel, as cool as it would be, it's also that knowledge of people can't just grab it.
Oh, that's so nice.
Even if they're like glued hands, it's like things don't stick. Like horses, like hooves that have like caked in mud and break, like those sticky just globs when you're in a training field after. Your hair comes out basically clean.
That's very interesting.
And one day, Rapunzel, you're walking by a window that has a Meg-shaped Eldritch Blast hole in it. And you look out. You could try jumping again.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna take a running leap.
As you are about to fall, you get the realization, have I been going about this the wrong way? You're expecting your hair to save you. What if you use your hair to save you?
As I fall, I'm just gonna try grabbing my hair and throwing loops around myself.
Louis, as you're taking a morning stroll, your little morning jog, getting in shape, you see suddenly, boom, like a giant ball of hair lands next to you and kind of bounces.
This
Bounces
place
all,
is so
boom.
cool.
It doesn't move, like your momentum actually does stop. It helps stop you in the place you went, so it doesn't move. And as the ball kind of settles, you watch the hair seem to like shift apart, and Rapunzel pops out of this cocoon of hair.
That's so
Oh, that
happy.
so
though.
happy.
So weird.
Oh my gosh!
Rapunzel, it is an action,
Okay,
whereupon as you are falling, so not a reaction. That's actually important.
that is important.
You can have up to 2 medium creatures along with
Gotta
you,
taste it, yeah.
That's what I was
Gotta go.
going.
or smaller. So Louis or Dumbo, unfortunately, would count large. So it's like you could just hold Louis with you to give you that size weight. So like one Louis,
or 2 normal.
Merida and and Meg,
Okay.
or because you've met some of these smaller creatures, like Thumbling and Morph basically
no
count for
problem.
nothing. They're tiny creatures,
I was just very.
but it's humanoids are about to, or one large animal like Louis and Dumbo, right?
So I can negate the fall damage of anyone in my hair.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Meg,
That's
you
what I
walk
was
back
going
to the
for.
hole feeling
I
that
was
I shouldn't have
so-
broken a hole. Look down, you see Rapunzel falling out the window, and as Louis sees the ball land, you look out and see the ball land. Ball of hair. Rapunzel seems fine, thankfully.
Isn't that a cool hairdo,
Alright,
Meg?
she's. I'm not surprised anymore.
I'm so happy.
Having fun down there.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Speaking of stuff that I see,
I look out the window again and I see all this like.
I'm just
Yes.
flying all around on, I
Yes,
guess.
Charles.
She did something. That's for
Also,
sure.
concerning learning charisma, I feel like Flynn Murder is probably the most charismatic person.
No.
How would
that
you
I know
want
personally
Yeah.
that's not magical.
Peter's pretty up there.
Peter's up
Oh,
there?
Yeah.
If you're curious, I could actually tell you that toe for toe, shall we say,
Uh-huh.
like Peter versus Flynn. Because Peter, you have a 17.
But Peter's busy and Flynn isn't.
Flynn has a 20 charisma.
Okay.
Shoot.
Don't ask about his wisdom or strength. He has insane dexterity and charisma. He is
Okay,
a
yeah.
thief rogue.
Mhm.
He is good at these things.
And there's Peter's strength.
What would you like to ask him? Because he is, and again, Peter, you are also like training with like
Yep.
Meg, Merida,
Oh, yeah.
like
Doing
you are
a
taking
lot.
on all opponents. You're, literally pumping the iron at some point. Like it's a lot for you. So Flynn, who isn't really training, could help.
Yeah, he's not
What would
busy.
you like Flynn to help you with?
He tends to be able to get people to listen to him, even though everyone knows he's just talking crap. Like, to be honest, he is really good at
be
arresting
fair.
people's attention. And just getting people to like him, even when they know he's a thief. So, I want to be able to command that kind of draw, if that makes sense.
You see, you walk up to Flynn, who is giggling as you see an Eldritch Blast come out of a window. He just like, It's like Christmas Day every day. How
I'm sorry, Meg.
do you
It's okay.
want to ask him?
I can
Because
start
he
about
sees
what
you
you
approaching.
think.
He's just like, Blondie, come on in. I brought an extra pair. Come watch the show.
Okay.
I think you missed the 9 o'clock, but the 10 o'clock fireworks are going to be spectacular.
I'm not sure what you mean. Isn't it the middle of the day fireworks?
Wait, hold
Oh.
on.
You might.
One
want to
woman's
avoid
anger
her.
issues is another man's light show.
You really should avoid her at dinner tonight.
Oh, why do you think I'm out here? He's staying out of your way, because again, Angry Meg, who doesn't like Flynn Rider, so to speak, like maybe like a mutual like it's he's staying out of the way, but he's like, what can I do for you? He throws you this fruit as he's kind of leaning by this tree.
So you're really gonna talk what to anybody?
Talking is something we can all do.
Yes, yes. But people really seem to like you when they know you're not necessarily looking out for their best interests. And I want to know how you do it because I want to be able to help more
Rapunzel,
people
are you trying to con people?
for their own good.
Welcome to politics! Oh, Blondie, I've been waiting for this day.
Okay.
Listen, teaching you to read and write is one thing. It's so much
Yeah,
easier
can
to
we
teach
get
you.
back to that because I'm really struggling.
I think we hit great strides when we reach the letter S, and who's to push progress?
I mean, it's really easy to draw snakes.
It is.
So it's a
S
snake.
looks like a snake.
Yeah.
But let's talk about conning people. You're trying to get people to do what you want them to do,
Learn sending because I have to read and write.
Yeah.
So.
and Blondie, you want
I
them
didn't want to make a
to think it's their idea. Listen,
Oh. Yeah.
number one, relax. Be confident. You have to be in charge.
I'm gonna try and posture the same way he does.
You look like a horse that just committed a murder.
Oh, murder!
Don't
Oh.
lock the hips or the knee. In fact, sometimes you don't even need to walk. Stand. Feel at ease. Imagine wherever you're at is where you want to be.
Okay. So imagine that I'm always with friends and family. So I'm talking to friends and family.
Yeah. You're talking to your best friend. You're talking to someone who wants to listen to you.
Do you want to listen to me?
Yes, I do. You see, he's like,
Okay.
hey, you go see how easy this is?
Yeah.
No.
Can I
you're,
send a message
You're,
of
no.
No.
This is their. He's like, all right, now, step 2. You gotta look the part. You see, he's gonna he takes off his vest and buttons up his shirt, grabs a quick cravat bookmark, ties it around, and walks over to a passing fawn. You see, just excuse me, King Caspian has ordered that a fried chicken must be delivered out here for the training of the Imagineers. Please go right away. He's gonna roll his persuasion. Oh my gosh, that's a nat 20. This poor fawn just, oh yes sir, right away. Please. And you see, he turns around, just
That's how it's done.
look the part. He takes off crop, gonna put the vest back on, just people like to look at the people they want to look at. If I look like Flynn Rider, of course, men want me, women want me, fish fear me. But
Women want me to fish fear me.
have you ever been fishing, Rapunzel? It's a long story.
I
My
saw this in a
point,
dream.
he's kind of smiles. My point being, you gotta look the part you're going for. No one's gonna give money to a random person on the street, but if an important bank chairman shows up and needs cash, they're more likely to listen to him.
Is that what happened to Steve? I mean, Stan?
Playing catch up. You see, he's glossing over that. Listen, you're not gonna have everything. Rapunzel, you're insanely talented. You jump out of windows and hair surrounds you. That's not
That was really
normal.
fun. Oh.
But that's good. You're not always gonna have the skills you need.
Right.
Meaning, you
Counsels.
gotta be catching up.
Okay.
Look for what's not there. Is there a skill you're lacking in? Is there something you can try to push first? especially in politics. You don't always have the 3 cows that your neighbor wants. But if you start looking for the cows, it'll make it easier to say you have cows.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Finally, penultimately, you gotta turn on the charm. You see he does full smolder.
I'm still not sure what that's supposed to do.
The charm for normal people makes them feel at ease. Schmooze it up. Make them feel like they're the most important person in the room. Make them think that they're amazing. And you see,
Well, that's all true for everyone in their own way.
You are an absolute delight, Rapunzel. But in this moment, make that person number 1. Compliment them. Give them little gifts. Say you like what they did with their hairstyles. It makes people feel comfortable. Turn on the charm, the smolder. You see, he is going to... Finally, he's like, and the last thing any good con can do, shut up and pay attention. If you're the one talking too much, you're going to miss out on important stuff. Be quiet. Watch what others are doing. Focus on them. Mirror them. Or don't mirror them, depending on how they feel. You want to make sure that you don't lead the conversation. They want to.
Okay. So, you want to be able to provide what they want, or be on your way to providing that want. You want to shut up and listen. You want to make them feel like the most important person in the world, and always feel like you're talking to friends and family, and you are helping them to realize that they need to talk to you because you can provide all of that.
Exactly. Now, and remember, look the part.
Look-
Good con, you gotta look it. Here, that waiter, whatever he is, he's gonna be back with food in a moment. I want you to practice getting him to bring us a bottle of Narnian wine. Always wanted to try it. Okay?
Okay.
Get him to do what he wants to do. Gives that big old wink. You see, after a moment, Flint kind of helps you. You see, he like braids hair and gets the hair in so it looks a lot more like pulled back and like official.
Not like I've been bouncing along everything.
Bouncing along. Kind of also helps like pat down all the dirt on you. Kind of like
Oops.
he's like, listen, I know you don't like him. Put on my shoes. People like people with shoes.
They're really big.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we'll make you a pair. He's kind of hands. He's just like, trust me.
Okay.
You slip in, again, much bigger boots. Even for a half-elf, actually, here's what I would say. They're not that big. Flynn Rider doesn't have the larger shoe size. But it's still big enough where it's that, like, you couldn't comfortably run in these. After a moment, Flynn's just like, now, here's an important thing. He's already seen me, and I don't have shoes. So, all you see he climbs up this tree, just like, and whispered, you got this. And after a moment, this satyr comes back holding an entire roasted chicken. You see, just, yes, I'm here for the food for the Imagineers and their training.
Oh, thank you so. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think he forgot to tell you that we were hoping for your best selection of wine. We've heard so many good things about them.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, those berries and grapes, like the combination of the two. What's your favorite?
Oh, you see, say, well, personally, I'm always partial to elderberry Narnian wine made by a lot of the satyrs here.
That sounds wonderful. I've heard so much about that. Would you mind going and getting us a bottle?
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, and because Flynn has just helped you give me advantage.
Yes. Okay. That is only going to be an 18 because I got a 2 and a 4.
Well, only an 18.
You got a plus 16.
I've got... Oh, sorry, 16. No, yeah, 16. Because it's a 14. I have a plus 4.
Okay, that's the last one, I swear.
And still, on the worst rolls, Rapunzel, you still
I'm
feel
sorry.
a little, like, jaunty, right? It's, like, weird to just, like, calm down. But you feel...
No, it is an 18.
Isn't it?
Okay.
You have plus 14?
Yes.
and you're trying to increase your charisma?
I was trying to increase my charisma because that's the only odd stat I have.
a lot of therapy.
Yeah.
Yes, I do appreciate that.
And
And
you
plus I help
see
with intimidation
on
and
his
stuff.
insight where he rolled
I don't
a
have a plus
natural 2 plus 4, you see he said, I am so sorry. Of course, I'll get that right away. Find a selection for you.
Thank you so much.
As he is just out of earshot, Flynn jumps to the ground, clapping, just like, you did it, Blondie! You conned someone! You're on your way to ruling countries now.
Good. I'm excited. Conning?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's
Politics
a good
are big cons. You want to convince people they have what you want, and you want what they have.
thing. Okay. Thank you. That's really helpful, actually. Okay.
Listen, Rapunzel. You see, he is motioning also to get his shoes back.
Yes, you can have these back.
Whew. You see, pull him on, just, Rapunzel, you're a good person. Don't always con people, because you're gonna find a better conner than you. But people do listen to you.
Oh my gosh, just kiss each other.
Thanks for helping me.
You see, Flynn just, of course, you're a good princess, Rapunzel. You're gonna make a lot of people moderately happy every 4 years.
4 years? What does that mean?
Flynn's seen other governments besides Corona. It's a bit of an inside joke for him.
Okay, cool. I have no idea what that means. I'm like, Olympics?
But you see, just like, good job, Rapunzel.
I
You
feel
two
so
should
awkward about
kiss.
this. Okay, but the thing is, like, I don't know how to do this because it's like, also, question, does Rapunzel know what it is? Okay, cool. That's awkward. Okay, cool. I feel so awkward. I don't know what to do now.
I'm gonna make a roll. You see, he just kind of like, hey, Blondie.
Yes.
It's Eugene.
Ooh. That's a good name. That's better than Flynn.
It's when you con people, you want a different name, and so you want names people like Flynn Rider.
Eugene is really sweet.
Nah.
He teaches me to read.
Meg, as your scrying starts working, you
Oh.
see Flynn go, my name's Eugene.
Oh,
Nope, and it's just like,
Ah! Shut off the feed!
I'm telling that, I'm assuming it's obvious to read the subtext of this is they're having a moment that I don't really particularly want to be privy to.
You see
So I just,
Rapunzel
like,
and
swipe my
Flynn.
hand through the sphere and I'm like, no.
Go away, go away, go away, go away. But yes, that's where Flynn kind of leaves that. As he goes,
Stop.
it's Eugene. I need to
You
go there.
can now use his actual name.
Yeah, use his actual name.
It
As this whole
is fun
campaign,
that I
we've
know
all
that
known his true
because
name,
I know,
but
but
Well, true name. Anyway.
I will be a punk about that later once I've, washed my brain out with soap.
Yeah.
Wow.
well, time to forget that forever.
She's so funny because she's so sensitive about Hercules.
But I'm not sensitive.
And finally, as
she's not
all
in love
that
with
fun stuff goes down,
Yeah.
Raya,
Say it.
No chance. No way.
All of us
this
punks.
small little crow with
I'm
a
just
legal
saying,
notepad
we're all the
sitting in front of
muses.
you.
Oh my gosh, of course you are. We're all just metagaming each other's relationships.
So, do you feel that perhaps because your father was not always there,
Oh
that
my
perhaps you are projecting a need to
Save
impress
others?
him, that because he was not there, he might be able to give some approval you've been seeking?
I think so, Doctor. I mean,
This crow, pencil in mouth, making
it's
notes.
like he's gnawing.
Yeah, it's like as if he's gnawing on a pencil. He doesn't have hands! This is a talking crow!
I love him so much. okay. Sorry, Eleanor's coming back.
Yeah, I think so. You know, the fact that I know I'm supposed to get up these subtle cues that it's like a secret code everyone knows but me. These subtle oh, you should have already known this. You should have known we were a fae. You should, you know, and like, cause I did pay attention fairly well in my studies, right? You know, but it's like everyone has this other way of talking. I have no idea how to decipher.
How meta do you want me to go?
Yeah, let's go full
Yes.
meta. This
Oh,
is
gosh.
a neurodivergent.
Sure, yeah. Well, it sounds like you might be on the autistic spectrum.
What's that?
Spits out the pencil. Oh, you see, it's nothing bad or unusual. It's just how people think. Your brain is hardwired differently than most people.
Okay. And is that bad? Like,
Not at all.
okay.
You see that this is something that makes you unique. It gives you your special skills, like understanding how magic works, sometimes better than people, or seeing the good in people. That sometimes people with most non-neurodivergent people like to just associate with their instinctive impulses to look for the true meaning. Puts down the pencil. It's a good thing.
This is a very wise crow.
Yeah, he is using again. But you see the score just. So you're not bad, and when people tell you things, it was never to keep you out of the loop or in a secret language, but they're trying to tell you things that they were hoping you assumed, and it's not bad to ask for clarification.
Okay. Do you have more material on this? This autism?
Unfortunately, no. It's hard for me to carry around materials because I'm a crow.
That's fair. That's fair. Because I'm able to play playing trap. I really appreciate the time that you've been able to help me out with.
Oh, of course.
Seriously, it's nice to know I don't have to put responsibility on myself and that I can just.
See, he kind of sits down and hot flutters over to you. Listen, Queen Raya, you are the best you. Don't try to be King Caspian or Peter or any of them.
Just feed me.
You are a good person. Now, remember,
She breaks that.
words
She
of-
absolutely starts sobbing.
he kind of like is pecking the top of your head very gently in that like, it's okay. We're making good breakthroughs today.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear in the distance.
As,
You know, like,
as
also
ever,
it's
yes, this
great.
is Raya's
chaos.
personal like, I need to talk with someone as Dr. Gross.
I love him so much. Please tell me you've seen all the Muppet
Yes,
drawings.
Dr. Charles Council Crow. That's not how they go with mechanism. Yeah, no, this is Fudge Little Crow. But this is how Raya's
interaction
starting
is a few weeks in. The first few interactions were that like, you know, like grab. I don't have anger issues. You know.
Yeah, this is towards the end of this journey as you guys are finishing up. Raya's making some good break. Therapy takes time. No, I think that's a good takeaway. It's like, yeah, 40 days, and just barely at the 40, you're starting to get the here.
Barely starting to get to the deep roots.
You see, you just now remember, like I tell you, you gotta peck around to find the root of the problem. But when you find it, don't try to insta-solve. That's where you'll hurt yourself.
Right.
If you try to grab the worm, you don't know if the worm's got a friend.
This is the other campaign, just absolute.
Yeah.
I guess you're really good at coming up with these things, like, really fast.
That, yeah. It's, I guess, in a weird way, it's frustrating whenever I don't have the solutions for my friends that they need instantly.
Yeah.
You know, spending all that time alone in the desert probably
I'm
wasn't good
serious.
for my emotional stability, was it?
Oh no. In fact, maybe keep taking time to be around people. You'll learn things that you like about people and that you don't like.
Yeah.
He kind of hops back over his pencil. I was like, well, that is the time we have today, and I do understand you're leaving soon.
Oh,
But
I,
you see,
I found something for you. And she
Aw.
pulls out a bunch of sunflower seeds because he mentioned, like, date 3 was his favorite.
oh, thank
It's a
you.
gift. Because I know we're heading soon.
But
So,
anyway,
do you want me to put it specifically somewhere in
if you could just leave it, I'll have someone pick it up, bring it to my office.
Alright. Sounds good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Right, I should probably figure out what that is. And just more screaming, his name is... You know, kind of like...
Yeah.
His name is Ian!
I need to go pluck out a really weird feather in my back.
Oh, okay.
Let me know.
Thanks for
No,
that.
thank you.
Let me know.
Kind of nods at you, flies away.
That is the wisest one.
Dr. Crow. Charles Crow. MD. He went to school.
Related
He
to
got his
Westbrook?
doctorate.
Maybe. In another life. In a multiverse. Raya, if you'd like to, yes. You may.
Level 20 sorcerer.
Level 20 sorcerer.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. After again a horrifying deny from Flynn. That never happened.
What never happened? I actually wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
It's
But-
not, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh no, look what I scried on, right?
Yes.
Meg's so cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Also,
That's just
I want to try and figure out who the hell Hans is.
Oh, but at some point I did have a drinking night to
And-
explain the whole Cleo thing to
Oh,
oh my God.
Peter, Caspian, a couple people.
And you
Caspian just.
aren't super.
So you were lying to the people.
familiar
You
with
used to work for the enemy.
Denmark or
Unfortunately,
Norway.
No, not at all.
All right.
You're
Well,
very
and if
soft.
people can change, I am a firm believer in that. Change is good. Change is good. Yeah, making sure you give Caspian. and
Everybody
Peter
knows
that
my real name now.
Oh right, I have a whole other secret life called Cleopatra where I
That
con
you knew
people.
nothing about, yeah.
Because I don't think Narnia would have any resources on the
Hans.
Southern Isles, but
I would love everyone, including Brian Louie and Peter, go and make me history checks on Hans.
Because
And
That's a
Hans.
15.
that's also a 15.
I will say no.
15.
15 is not low, Rapunzel.
I know, but it's an 8, so it was almost an at 20, and that makes me sad.
I got
Come on, that was.
It's 15
where was
plus an
it?
8.
Nice.
So a 23.
I rolled that.
But I feel like
24.
I still wouldn't.
No, that was excellent.
24.
8 it was.
Because
21.
in that sending that
no.
got sent to me on
Rolled a 19.
Wednesday.
Years ago,
I rolled a 19, but I have a plus 2.
Peter and
That
Louie.
doesn't count.
Doesn't mean.
Peter, you know this because this was back when you were a kid. A big scandal went across Tizania. As, again, decades before even your birth and before all your previous life, and for a lot of you, Mufasa took great pains to end the largest war that was ever seen in the unification of kingdoms, the unification of Mizania, and Magentia, really, if we're being specific. And so there wasn't a lot of, you never had kingdoms going to war with kingdoms anymore. Because the Council Princess got formed with Mufasa, it was then a much safer, like, listen, if you guys are disputing about land, or this king says that this god gave him a right to rule, but this queen says that this god gave her a right to rule, so who's right? Mufasa and the council could step in. You didn't have coups, you didn't have assassinations. That was so uncouth. The reason this was big is that a prince of the Southern Isles, not too far from England, actually, part of the Euro Isles, had tried to assassinate the newly crowned queen and sister, prince, or princess, and this, the Southern Isles, this kingdom, huge shame, and this is where Merida, filling this in, you've heard these stories too. Again, when you were like young, like a lot of you, this was like when you were in your like late teens, like 18s, like, and it's that this was big because you don't do that, especially assassinations and coups. And to do this, Meg, then it helps click in your mind of in the underworld. It's that like, yo, even in the underworld, we don't do jobs like that anymore. If you really want to kill royalty, that's some deep, deep level Hades stuff. And even Hades isn't the kind of guy to like just plan an assassination.
Is that like?
Well, now he is.
I've
but like,
gone on hits, but not like that sort of
royal
royalty
hits for
coup.
the
Like that hasn't happened
Again,
until right now. in
assassination
Waffles with
being
dragons
the
and stuff.
you're trying to kill someone of royal status to gain royal status. It's not a murder, it's an assassination.
It's like I did a lot of
Um,
sketchy shit, but even I
but
never
yes,
had to do that.
The Westergaard family like publicly denounced their son. Like the dude was sent to prison, and like their economy tanked because so many countries are like, we're not gonna deal with traitorous thieves like you. And it's not like they're gone, Peter. Like the Southern, but like any chance of the Southern Isles being like, shall we say, on the map, gone. right? They are never going to be a big name country like England, France, Agrabah, right? Just because of that. Yeah, Hans Westergaard, this like 18, 19-year-old kid who was like seducing a princess, tried to kill her sister, and then her. It was a big thing. And that's that sending you get. And that's some of that history. Peter filling in the gaps for
Would
all
I
of
have
you.
any kind of insight into? Okay, there was only one redhead, and they said Hans, Andrew Hans. Would I connect any of those dots?
You might be able to. As Merida,
Does
I
Meredith
mean,
Passive-
my intelligence was as much as my horse.
passive
So
insight. It's
Would Merida
I love
want
that.
to?
But it's that passive insight
Insight
is the
is
thing.
wisdom, though, not intelligence.
It's a wisdom thing where you're saying
My
they
intelligence and
found
wisdom is not great,
one.
so-
You know, Andrew's on the ship. There was only one redhead, and
The redhead was Hans.
they're saying it's Hans. And on the final passive wisdom, did you ever confirm that Andrew's true name was Andrew?
I know surprisingly little about him.
In that realization, he talked about like surface level things like foods, color, right? Like, oh man, I think this country's a cool place to visit. Never big stuff about his family, about where he came from before he was a slave, about
Right.
like big things.
And I mean, Merida's closed off already, so she just didn't
It's
question.
never a questioning thing. It was.
Ah!
I.
And you were willing to sacrifice our lives to get him
You
back.
wanted to go to the zoo with him.
I just wanted a zoo
Date.
date. Damn it!
I want one thing.
She just wanted
No,
a
I
nice
wouldn't
boy.
Well, yeah.
sacrifice my entire party for a zoo date.
Maybe like 2 or 3. Listen.
Which ones does she have?
But-
Meg and Ryan would be
She finally starts
fine.
dating, and this is who
Meg
she
and I
gets.
will be fine if they get sacrificed.
It's
Yeah, that's
that-
really awkward. The first time that she's
The first
interested
guy
in
that you
someone
have- yeah.
is freaking Hans.
And that is that
That sucks.
unfortunate conversation and realization when you get this sending from the party of, oh no,
Well, that's awkward.
this whole time?
Okay, if you have told us this,
I don't.
if you
Uh,
do,
This is more because
Okay.
in telling because Peter's who would give you. It's that like
Right.
you go searching for answers and unfortunately, other people
party of
help the
busybodies.
answers.
Yeah.
Right? It would have been better if you knew, but it's that like Hans and Peter going like the scandal Rapunzel. Oh yeah, all monarchs like your parents told you about this. It's that like etiquette among royalty. Meg, you don't go murdering Louis. Even
Yeah,
it's
one
that
of the
like
few lines in there we did not cross.
assassination.
To be fair, Merida kind of lives under a rock. You know,
Yes.
it's like
Scotland is a
Yeah,
rock
Scotland is a
of-
giant
I did
rock
roll
in the
high, but
ocean.
it's like
Yeah.
I feel like Merida in character probably wouldn't know much about.
You're not thinking. It's like yeah, I hear about this, but again, I'm not one to study. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
like
I don't like
Yeah, no,
politics.
you
I don't.
never were.
I don't
want to-
want this anyway.
okay.
So it's that big unfortunate like crap. You learn this from people and that passive insight of oh
Right.
no.
Oh.
Merida.
And didn't I tell him I was a princess when we first met?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Merida's gonna have some trust issues.
Yep.
Okay, but
Do you want to
Merida.
talk to Dr.
Merida?
Charles?
Maybe.
He's a
But
really good
Merida,
therapist.
Merida, I don't know
Where's that
if
crow?
he's good or not. All I know is that he did say this.
He did say
But
that
twice.
I don't know if that was part of an agenda or not.
Right.
But we thought that Gaston was a horrible person.
Right. And I don't.
You see
And
Flynn
Merida-
walking up. Who's a horrible person?
Wait.
We don't
Merida's
know.
boyfriend.
Wait.
No, we don't know
Oh,
that.
Andrew?
Also, Merida, if it
We
helps,
don't know
his
that.
lips were very soft when he gave me CPR.
Okay.
That Louis, that is not.
You kill my horse. I'll bring
I
it.
can change because Gaston is
Merida
a hero. We
murders
made a
Louis.
statue of him.
Flynn is a little
So just-
confused of
Or he
like
could be using you.
why is Andrew using
Do you need to talk?
Hans Westergaard? Holy hell! Oh
Well, no.
man!
I pulled Merida aside.
You see,
and, like,
Flynn's doing the quick calculations. How did I not see it?
Tell Merida not to trust people.
The man said, don't trust people.
Okay.
You need to see
Okay,
what they do.
I
it's okay to
sidebar with.
Sidebar with Ryan.
sidebar with
Trust
Ryan.
each other.
Why would he
right?
have a
Okay,
picture of me
guys.
in his room though? If
Merida,
There
your
was
boss
no-
told us to trust each other, and he
Or-
was part of our
or-
group.
that's true.
Maybe.
So just
Take you a licensed professional.
You little fun.
So cool.
I'll
Okay,
trust.
I'm done now.
I'll trust Mufasa, and Mufasa told me to trust people.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Like legitimately, I have a few more
I'm
sessions.
gonna have
with Dr.
questions.
Yeah.
Good. Questions are
yes.
good.
You see
For that
Ringer.
red-headed man.
Flynn is like
Such a
side by.
sexy
He's
man.
not gonna say stupid. He's like, no, like that's huge. Okay, I heard the rumors. Someone like that was back in my day. I'm like,
I
that's
mean,
ballsy. I'm thinking like, stealing a royal crown is already a lot. Trying to just like straight up bet a princess
Royal
and
crown?
murder them, like good
I am
lord.
pulling Merida away from that.
I know
whispering
he's
conversation.
and
Okay,
he's not gonna say that to your face.
Right,
that is
yeah.
not like wait, are we sure it's
So
the
it's
same
like-
guy? Like
So Merida, if you really need, I actually have a few more days with Dr. Crow. Like no, like I know I joke, but legitimately it helped me work out some stuff.
magical therapy,
Magical therapy with a
Do
crow.
you need- yeah.
Gosh.
He actually helped me work out my abandonment issues with my wife.
You know, the healthy thing would to be say yes, but I feel like Merida wouldn't.
I know, like right now,
And
I'm just like.
she's Scottish.
Hey,
Dad's
guess what?
not
Oh,
therapy.
yeah.
Just
I
I
have
have
magic.
Honestly, it's pretty
Therapy?
rough.
Work out the
They're
area.
all for the
miracle.
Come on.
No, one day
consensual
you'll just talk to
therapy.
Angus.
Fighting
Okay,
against
this is your
I have
therapy
my own
horse.
solution. I have
Yeah, you
Merida's
have an
solution.
ESA. You have an ESA.
Merida
I'm gonna go
solution.
hunting with Angus
Excellent.
to try and figure
Your
out.
Angus
emotional
just-
support.
Merida,
She
are we
should
looking
be
for
allowed
another
with a
arrow,
lethal
or are we?
weapon, okay.
Let's just go, Angus. I've had a bit of a
Bit of a day.
shocking day.
Right, of course.
Bad life.
Vroom, vroom.
And I'll talk to Angus about my boy troubles. I mean, I talked to him about my mom troubles, so.
When and he couldn't, as just a normal
As-
horse,
as-
he's
as
just
fly
like
away, I'm like,
nodding and
That
like.
Pegasus isn't a licensed doctor.
But
Alright.
Angus is my best friend,
Angus
so.
I
Okay,
know,
but
I
seriously,
know.
can Pascal talk?
No.
Dang it.
I was
You-
waiting that till the
also,
end.
sorry, Meg, you said earlier some very concerning stuff. Do you need to talk to Dr. Charles?
What did I say that's concerning?
Therapy to Meg.
Just
Flynn
listening.
takes that like hard on shoulder, like, if you value your toes, don't tell her therapy. She has so much. Yes.
What shit do I have?
And by doing so, it might hurt us.
Therapy.
He's like, I'd rather her be in pain
Therapy
than us being
never
in
for her. Have you ever heard of like let sleeping dogs lie, or don't poke a sleeping hydra, or don't touch Meg? That's the goal right now.
Just
We
let her go blow stuff up. Then
Let
that's
her
what I'm doing.
just-
That's what you're doing. It works,
I'm
right?
gonna go
Tried and
with-
true.
shoot
I
an
kinda-
arrow
I
at
tried
random
arrows.
pigeons. Like, all right, come
Look,
here.
Meg, a new shooting range.
Okay.
Beep.
My aim is fine.
But have you ever burned stuff for fun?
No, you're not Lily right now.
The 40 days comes to a close, and all of you may level up, level up, level up.
Level
Oh, my
up.
charisma
Take
goes.
your charisma up.
Level up,
Level
level
up.
up,
I just
level
love
up, level up.
like Meg is more stable than she's been in a long time, and now is the time when you
I
and Flynn
know,
are like
right?
having the whole therapy discussion, and I'm like, guys, I'm fine.
He's quite educated.
Meg is.
I'm
Pretty
okay.
good
You've
right
met me at a good time.
Okay.
I've been way
He
worse.
also does couples therapy, and I'm gonna like side eye Rapunzel.
I genuinely don't know what you're
It's a
talking
beginning
about.
practice, honestly.
I've never heard of couples therapy.
You see, when I'm
And
actually
I
thinking
don't
of
need
doing-
an
I charge
explanation.
I'm thinking
Dr.
of
Crow
actually
turns
doing
to
that
you
with
actually
me and
just
my
like,
wife.
but now, yes, that is good. We can't force people for therapy. We can only encourage.
Raya, are you sure you're not just projecting here?
Dr. Crow, therapy
Actually-
is a bit of a drug. When you start realizing the help it gives you, you can be a little
I
projecting
kind of
to
put him
give
thing.
more to
You're
people.
actually right, Doctor. And
Yes.
Peter has a point.
He does.
Josh, I'm my friend. And you see, like, Raya has never acted like this. It's kind of.
Oh, yes. But you see,
Yeah.
Dr. Crow, just a pleasure hiking. As I do have a patient to attend to.
Right. Sorry, Doctor.
Dr. Crow flies off into
I
the
want
sky.
him to be
Fly
my
high.
companion.
Fly high.
Why?
Caspian joins you. As again, you guys are loading up. You guys want horse armor?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. A Pegasus has a base AC, making sure I do this, of 12. But a Pegasus Dex plus the studded leather it can wear is going to bump that up to a 16 AC for Angus.
Nice.
Sweet.
A unicorn has, in fact, an AC of 12 as well. but a unicorn's... Oh, no, unicorn's dex is exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, 16. Horse armor.
Yeah.
Here we go. Caspian looking at you all. Is there anything else you need before you return? At this point, Trumpkin is going to give you, Raya, a true tuning fork to Narnia.
Thank you.
As that
and
was his-
I have brought an extra tuning fork from... Because
No,
I knew we were
unfortunately.
going to another plane.
You guys literally sat in a room, and when it didn't work, long rested again. It was a,
Okay.
let's make this
Then I make a
normal
vow I
fork
will
work
come
until
back.
it does.
Yeah.
As soon as I can
Just
to
lucky
Caspian
that.
and give him a tuning fork to the Bay route.
You see, he takes just, I may not need this, but thank you. To which then, with all of you, Trumpkin and Casper are going to pull you aside, Peter.
Okay.
Trumpkin has a box with him. He opens it, and inside is Susan's horn and Lucy's vial. Caspian looks at you. Hey, King. Peter. Are you sure you need these?
Sorry.
I think we'll be all right without the horn. But we might be needing this. And Peter will take the vial.
You see, Caspian takes the horn. Then I shall keep this on me as well. He clasps your arm and pulls you into a hug. See, you are a good friend and a good leader.
Thank you. You as well.
Stay safe. Are you guys ready to head back to the mortal plane?
Can we do the blue thing? The blue curtain of sleeping something to go back to the mortal plane?
Dream of the Blue Veil?
That's the
Blue
one.
veil?
The blue curtain thing.
I was like, well, you say blue, I'm like, a lot of blue things.
Sorry, I was leveling up and then
You're good.
I'm calling it for now. I can go back.
Here we go. Just making a note real quick. Here we go. Fallen Conscious visions of another world or plane. Yes. Here we go. Pulling back. You can, sleep it off, right? Basically,
It just sounded like something that would be fun.
it is. You guys can literally go to sleep,
And wake up and
wake up on the pearl.
that is super cool.
Oh, right on the pearl. Nice.
That is super cool.
You guys, waves crashing. After a moment, again, all of you waking up in these kind of like hammocks and cots in the lower decks. You see that after a moment, Terry walks down. You see, oh, hi. You're back?
How many days?
It's only been like
3 days?
3? Good.
Right.
Has
Okay.
anything
Sorry, fun fact. We started
cataclysmic
4 days.
happened in the last 3 days?
Just been sailing here for a moment.
Anything happen in Dazania that's cataclysmic?
Terry stops. Been on the ship the whole time, so don't know.
We're gonna need to get ashore to find stuff out.
Yep.
Here we go. Jack, hearing talking, comes down. He's, alrighty. 3 days have gone by. Where to next?
Can I scry for, do I go for Flint, or, like, is somebody more likely to be on the mortal plane right now, or?
Do you want to try? Because scrying will give you an exact location.
Yeah.
I
There we
want
go.
to figure out where Andrew's at.
I think I'm gonna scry for
Okay.
Flint.
Scrying for Flint.
Nice.
Here we go. Flint, the pirate captain. Let me pull him
Question.
up real quick.
Was he always part of your clan of one of the lords?
Because we slept.
Not
Or
at all.
was it my
Like, all my
fault?
spell slots.
You
Oh, yeah.
successfully crafted a super cool big level villain into the world by saying, I want to make Flint appear as a demon. And I went,
Because he said when I offered
Ooh,
that.
and we all have temporary hit points.
Oh, yes.
oh yes, how many does everyone have?
You
So
guys.
I might need
no,
to
it
go
went
through
up.
and like
It
help
went
make
up?
sure your
No,
characters
never
have
mind, not
leveled
for
up.
you guys. Yeah, you guys are still at 11.
Also, how do I
11 hit
change
points.
my HP? Because I
Yeah.
just rolled for that.
HP you can manually override it in D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay, it's the override.
Yes, it's an override. Just saying like, hey, it is now this max.
Oh, gotcha.
Make sure you add in your con modifier too, if that's applicable.
Oh,
Because
con,
it's
right.
always you roll and add con as well.
Okay.
So we have.
Oh,
how
which
many
for you it
11
might be a
extra?
minus though, because I think con's one of
Yeah.
those things Merida's not
no,
great
it's
with.
just a plus 0 right now.
Yeah.
Let's go
So-
fight some baddies.
And I have 18.
With Peter's new health points of 232.
Here we go.
Good
Actually, I'll do it before this grind, because in case we jump into a combat, let's go through the characters. Here we go. In the Imagineers, I will get Dumbos personally. We have Flynn Rider already in the combat, because I had to pull him up earlier. Meg, Merida, Peter, Rapunzel, and Raya. Here we go. Peter, what is your current stats? You should be now a level...
19.
How many hit points you got?
232.
That's so awesome.
Taking the tough feat. Boasting. So how many levels in Paladin versus Fighter? That's also something I need to make sure I write down.
16 Paladin, 3 Fighter.
Okay. Armor class should still be the same.
Yep, 19.
Because it's at like, it will, you were able to like repair armor here, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like, there's not much better. And I think most of your stats are the same. Cool. That's good for me. Here we go. Going down the list next, Louis.
What do you need to know? I just emailed you, but
Because you can just tell me, it'll be easier just for me right here.
what am I telling you?
Yes, but
hit
I'll just
points.
ask you just like real quick. At
Oh.
19, how many hit points?
181 plus the 11 would be 192, but
10 hit points are that different. So.
yeah, but 181.
Your armor class now is then 17. Here we go. Most of your stats are saying. Oh, but your dex is now a 12. That's important to
Yes.
know. That's super cool. Most of your passives are the same. Thank you so much. As yes, that later will help me with the spells
Yes.
and the big stuff. I just need those HP, AC. Continue down the line. Meg.
I now have 143 hit points as my max.
And what is your
Let this be
level
helpful later.
allotment?
I have
With,
14 warlock levels and 6 fighter.
With your arrows.
Megara, welcome to level 20.
Yeah!
Damn, girl.
Ah, that's so
It
cool.
feels good.
Here we go.
Bless you.
Sorry.
AC being the same, you're totally fine. Rapunzel,
I'm still at the 148 because
And
I'm not nothing
19.
yet.
as yeah, you might be able to get with the XP.
Might.
You might, you never know. Here we go. Merida,
I'm at 178 hit points now.
178,
That's
and you are at level 19.
I'm at, wait. If I'm at level 19, then that is not my hit points. Because I thought I was at level 17. Oh, wait.
Yes,
Oh, wait. Just kidding.
but we are. Yeah,
My sneaky.
you're good. Did you want to take another ranger level, or
Yeah, another ranger level.
because that would put you at 17th level ranger.
Wait. Yes. I'm just trying to wait.
You're good. I
don't
can
know if
also.
I added my other.
You're good. I will help pull up your character sheet as well, just making sure we look at that correctly.
Right. Yeah.
As you've got now.
So I think my HP
I
is
think
178.
I've been doing my AC
Yes.
wrong.
Oh.
It should be 178, Merida.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because your race is still the same, half health same. Yes. At level 19, 178, that's all good. Because yes, as a ranger, it's now you don't get anything crazy at 17. It's just more like other stuff increases.
Right.
Because one last level in ranger is what will give you what's called feral senses.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it's like you can fight preternatural sense to help you fight creatures you can't see. You get like some of that blind sense. You can sense invisible creatures, that kind of stuff. That would be the last level in a ranger.
Okay.
Yes.
When my dex went up to 4, I never figured that into my AC, so I'm at 19, and I have been for a while, and I never
Nice.
that's really annoying actually.
Armor class is at 19. Okay. Dex is good.
I think that's the only thing I missed.
Here we go. Perfect. I got
Oh
all
yeah.
that.
Wait. Does my AC change at all from getting that new armor?
Oh. Yeah. No, your AC is still
Still.
still 20.
Okay.
Yeah. You still have that
I mean,
really
that's
good
pretty.
AC.
That's pretty good.
That's
So I'm not gonna
insanely
complain.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So Raya,
Mm-hmm.
what is your current hit points?
I haven't calculated it yet. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm basically
totally fine.
having to create a new character in Prison Scroll because it won't let
Yeah.
me edit my other one.
Yes. Do
So
you,
I will get that to you.
if you want the standard,
Here, we could go with standard for now. Till Wednesday.
because that's going to be fun. Here we go.
It's 20 D6. So.
1. Yes, 20d6.
Do you want me to just roll for it now?
So,
actually?
well, actually, it's super easy. D6, you take average 3 plus 1. So for you, 4 times 20. But one of them, so 80, but you take away 4 because one was 6. Right, your hit point maximum should be 82.
You're squishy.
Sorcerers are a bit squishy. Sorcerer and wizards, unless you get feats like tough or like really heavy build into con.
I can roll them right now.
Okay.
It's. Come on. No, I didn't want to delete it. What the hey? Ah! Okay.
I can roll it too also because I have my stuff. Or do you want?
There we go.
There we go. What'd you get?
It's thinking. There we go. 74.
74, and you get a 1 point for your con. So 84. There you go. Squishy.
Squish.
84. Raya, welcome to level 20. Ryan Meg, now the first level 20 characters in this party, and all you are close behind. It's cool.
Eleanor, you're level 20 with 84 hit points? Oh,
She
yours
has
is
almost
squishy.
no con, and sorcerers are only
Sorcerers
a
are
D6.
squishy.
Sorcerers and wizards.
I has ideas.
I mean, there are
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
boons
what
and
is-
feats. Like if
what are
Raya
your,
like
hit
keeps
points
trained, she could
At
get
level 20.
84. Well, because again, the boost she got from Monk that went in figuring out. So even with rolling 74 plus 20, because she gets 1 point for each level with her current con. 84. Excuse me. It's 86 because the first 4 you would have had, you always get the base bonus, Raya, of your
I
full
haven't
plus
switched
1.
out with that.
So instead of 84, you were actually technically 87 hit points.
Imagineers.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, actually, guess what? That's what I have on
Yeah.
from when I was level 16.
But it's
Yikes.
the hit
Wow.
points you lose from Monk being a full sorcerer now is
In terms of like
86.
practical
But-
health,
Yeah.
you can be power word killed at your full health. I hate that.
Yay!
Like those you have to take damage.
I'ma kill that
feels
sorcerer.
Gross.
That's not
Peter?
good.
For Power Word Guild to work on Peter, he has to take over 130 points
You're
of damage.
insane. You are so beefy.
Yeah.
Peter.
You've got like double.
You
my
are now in the
items.
mortal plane. Is there anything you want to give?
Yes, I'm gonna pull out 2 of the scrolls
Right.
and cast. Was it
Find greater.
Find Greater Steed.
Oh.
Merida, you will actually get to help cast one of these. Here's what I need from you. You have luck points, of course. So, but now you're back to 3, right?
Okay.
Per day.
I'm gonna bless both of you.
Hey.
Yeah,
And that's a
You
plus
want to know a fun fact?
Yes.
It's a D4 to attack and saving throws, nothing to ability checks.
Oh,
or
never
rolls.
mind, I will not.
Lily's was the great cleric,
We've
like
been
her
doing
high
it
level.
wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I forgot. Well, because I had it ingrained because of Tiger Lily, because she.
Yeah,
could-
that's what I thought it was too.
It's your blesses are only for like attacking things or saves, right?
That's
so-
awkward.
Merida, you're trying to cast a spell because this is not a normal spell you would know.
Right.
But using Peter stuff is you're trying to help get this.
Okay.
So
Yeah, attack or saving throw.
it's going to be because with Peter's, so you're going to use your charisma.
Okay.
So you add, I think just 2 to this then.
Yeah.
Because there's unfortunately no proficiencies, and there's a DC you need to beat based on this being a level 4 spell.
Yep.
Go ahead, Peter. Insta works for you
Sweet.
because you're a paladin. It's in your class. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll
That's a 19 plus 2, so that's a 21.
on a flat roll of 21. It succeeds. Appearing out of the Ethereum, beautiful black steed, wings spreading, armored up with leather, is Angus and Charles.
Charles!
Out of the
My
Ethereum, you
boy.
have called them from Narnia,
Charles.
meaning
Beautiful.
I thought it was
if Angus
No, the one that
dies,
died is Scott.
he is not dead, as he and Charles, in theory, as now these are finding greater steeds, because if you had taken him with you, he's mortal.
Yep.
These are greater steeds summoned here. as long as they are here, if they die or drop to 0 points, or you can dismiss them as an action to say like, hey, I'll send you back using my magic, and then you just need another spell scroll for you, because unfortunately it's not a spell you could learn. You would need a spell scroll, you would have to just cast another 4th level, and summon the Greater Shield.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's the shenanery of having a paladin and when you can make spell scrolls. It's cool. Here we go. At this point now, having Angus and Charles,
Sorry.
I now would like Meg, you are casting Scrying.
I am.
I am looking. Scrying needs a save.
I need squish.
Yes.
A little squishy just in your hip.
All right, Meg, you unfortunately
sorry.
don't have any possessions or body parts of Flint, which
Sorry.
may be for the best.
Very angular.
Don't look at me.
But you have a likeness or picture,
Oh, I'm sure Rapunzel could draw a picture.
and
Yes.
I will say, because it's better than just first have knowledge, because you've met the target, you are not familiar with Flint. It's, fighting him isn't the same as getting to know Flint. But Flint now has a -2 to his save.
And it's just my normal spell save DC?
Yes, which is
19.
all right. Here's what's gonna happen. Flint, he gets to roll twice because he does have magical resistances, as most demonic lords do. With advantage, he needs to roll below 6 to be found. Box of Doom. Here we go. Love Box of Doom. It's been a while. Why is my music doing this? Here we go. No more pirates. No more.
Unless we find Flint.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
The game we had.
Here we go.
Lucy's Vial.
It's got advantage. Just got to roll below 6. It's possible.
Boy.
The first roll was a 5.
Oh.
So it could fail.
Good fail.
Come
Second one.
Come on. As Priscilla.
That is a 9.
Oh.
So close.
Does anyone
Can we
want to
bend
do?
luck?
Bend luck. Unfortunately, this is a target she can't see Flint because Flint is doing this wherever he is.
Hey, Merida, luck point?
If you want to spend a luck point, you could make
I mean,
Flint.
I still have 3, so
Still
yeah,
have
luck
3,
point.
so we could use 1 luck point. Okay, reroll the 9 because he's already failing on a 5.
He has to roll a 6 or lower, or
6
a 5
or lower.
Okay, a 6 or lower. Come on. No.
That is a 17.
Oh.
Meaning you feel the scrying go out and nothing currently.
Maybe it would have been better to surround Hans.
Never know.
Well, but we got the thing from the lost ones, so we know he's with them and not with the demons.
Yeah, though
Yeah.
Hans is
Oh,
with
we
the
don't need
lost
him.
ones.
Oh,
He
I
might make
forgot
his way
about
back
that. I
after a
forgot
while.
he's
Like,
with the
Will
just
still be with them after the 3 days. Anyway,
yes, just because it's like it depends on what they do Wednesday
That's true,
or what
yeah,
he
yeah.
does. Kind of yeah.
Can't just yoink
Yoink
him out
him.
of their campaign.
Yeah. Just because, unfortunately, NPCs have that knowledge of if they get wrapped up in other campaigns,
Right,
it'll.
yeah.
It's kind of like when Snow White was with Adam and Belle. She was really there.
Okay, so the old-fashioned version of figuring out where we want to be dropped off. I guess, do we insight? Like, where would we find a demon lord? Like, is Jublex still in the bayou, or like?
So you have stuff like compass,
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. For now, just like.
which can help. Here's what I will say. Looking at everything right now, you could do insight, compass. I don't think you have anything else. So yeah, you could just try compass and seeing where that points you.
Right, so who are we choosing?
Captain Flint.
Captain Flint.
What I will say is anyone's biggest goal.
I
to
was gonna
find
say, I
Flint.
feel like maybe you shouldn't hold it because we all know what you want.
My goal is
It
different.
might throw it off.
Yeah.
It's like it's easier when Andrew's not on the same plane to be like, okay, it won't show me, but like.
I'd say at this point maybe like Meg or Peter from the
Yeah.
grudge match we had.
I
with Flint.
really we have an axe to grind against Flint. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is normal.
I'll give it to Pete
Like,
because
I
he
want
just helped me.
To get rid of Flint,
My
but
knowledge.
I'm not
Peter, help me.
very
It's an
bloodthirsty
act of-
about
thank you
it,
so much.
frankly.
It's that the
Uh,
two of us having been right there and then he teleported away. We really.
Peter,
It makes sense.
you feel the compass spin. It points you let me pull up a map for you. Sorry, that'll
Okay.
be easier than trying to like give you abstract direction, shall we say? Because right now the Pearl is not exactly where you left it. Of course, they can't really drop anchor middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Right.
Their anchor is not that long. But they do have a bit of wiggle room.
My money
So-
don't jiggle.
It folds.
Like to see you wiggle, wiggle.
Right now, you are, Peter, actually a little bit above England. More by
Oh,
like
nice.
We're
north by
so
northwest.
close to
We
Scotland.
are very close.
Pretty close to Scotland.
We could.
The compass points you west by southwest.
Okay. We are so close.
Okay,
Pretty
let's
close to
go.
Scotland, and in theory, it's this kind of area that
Yeah,
you're looking
for
for.
So either the Dark Forest or the Bayou, or very possibly that little bit of land, but I find it unlikely.
Maybe unlikely.
Can it be the Dark Forest this time? I don't have good memories of the Bayou.
If it's in that direction, I think we'd hit the Dark Forest first. So maybe we ask to be dropped off, like right at
Yeah.
that landing there, and then
Yeah.
we can like start searching.
How long is it gonna take to sail there?
Sail-
super long.
Pearl is the fastest ship.
Yeah, it won't
we
take
can
very
make
long.
that
We're
pretty
pretty
quick.
close.
You're looking at about half a day's journey.
Yeah. I was,
Oh,
okay,
wow,
that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Alright.
Great.
To which you could short rest
Yeah.
to get that back.
Oh,
Actually,
actually,
no, it's a long
Oh,
rest thing.
right,
like-
because it's the
yeah.
Arcanum. Yes, yes, yes.
We have-
Because like by learning Scrying, it's still part of the
Right.
Mystic Arcanum. So I don't think because you all did take a long rest to come back to the North Plane, none of you need a short
Yeah.
rest.
I'll start
thankfully.
crafting some health potions in the downtime.
Heck yeah! Awesome! I'm so excited for this, Rapunzel.
Yes.
In the downtime,
Yes.
fun fact: to get a health potion, I get to lore dump. I love this. Sorry, health potions are so easily craftable in D&D, and it's easier than you think.
That's good.
If you have the medicinal
I've got
supplies,
good medicine checks here. I got a +9.
you need the medicinal supplies.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be a cleric because you need spell slots,
Yep.
and you need pure distilled water. Thankfully, you are on a pirate ship, which has access to a distilling kind of mechanic. Because
That
again,
makes sense. Yeah.
no pirate ship should ever be without that. That's foolish. You don't
So
drink
basically, we
seawater.
got a really good water filter because, yeah.
To get the amount of water you need, real world mechanics, takes about 4 to 6 hours to get about a gallon of distilled water.
That should be plenty for the.
More than
Yeah.
enough because you only need about 8 ounces for a health potion,
Mhm.
right? It's a swallow kind of thing.
If you
Yeah.
can swallow 8 ounces in one go, I'm impressed. That's a.
Many people can, in certain ways. If you're down to chug. Anyway, but yes, 8 ounces of liquid. It takes a spell slot, first level spell slot per normal healing potion. Like a potion of healing will take a first level spell slot. So if you want to use your 2 first level spell slots, you could get
Sure.
2 healing potions.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Go for it. Make me medicinal rolls.
That's a dirty 20,
Passes.
and that's a 26.
Passes. Rapunzel, in this downtime, you make 2 potions of healing.
Okay, I give
Ooh.
1 to Raya.
Head. Squeeze.
And metagame, who has the lowest hit points other than Raya?
Yeah, so Rye, you get a potion of
There it
healing
is.
from
Make it,
Rapunzel.
I'm
Don't
pretty
know.
healthy.
What
Uh,
is yours?
Fun fact, I think it's more Angus and Charles.
Except
just
that's
because they're
really
the speed.
practical.
Because like Merida's sitting good, honestly,
Yeah.
with 178. Rapunzel, you're at 148. I've yet to update Dumbo's. Technically, Meg's next at 143.
Okay. There you go, Mike.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, excuse me. Flynn technically is like 115.
Are you
'Cause-
okay?
You can give it to
Okay.
your boy Joy.
Your boy.
Don't need an explanation.
Don't. Yes, you can give one to Flynn.
Meg's like, if you won't talk to me about your boy stuff, you can have
Yeah.
Listen, here's the rules.
Like, I want to poke at you when I want to poke at you. Otherwise, please don't.
Peter, again, holding the compass stays its course.
Yep.
After sailing a few hours, you find your way to the Dark Forest.
Also,
time
can I
is
keep
on
the
your
pure distilled water
side.
that we have left because we got a whole gallon.
Yes, you've got like a good. So you
I
want
just
to
want to keep it so
distill
that
full.
later I can keep making more.
As long as it doesn't become contaminated, you're fine.
Cool.
Here's what I will say.
Can I
You
make a perception check when he drops us off to make sure I still have all my stuff?
Oh my gosh, yes,
Like
please.
before I get off the ship?
Same.
you see, yes, as you're coming into port, it's not an official port. It's more like a sketchy. There's no houses or anything. There's just a dock here. One dock.
Yeah.
Yike. Peter,
Yike.
compass is pointing, like you are kind of northward. The compass is still pointing that south by southwest.
Okay.
So right now you're docking here. Compass is still pointing this way.
All right.
As you're getting off, you see Sparrow just like, shall I expect you back by sundown?
No idea.
Probably
Let's
not.
see.
I'd say parting ways. Right? If we don't find anything here, we'll probably teleport to our next
Yeah.
spot.
Well, we
do
still
that
need
now.
the
I'm just kidding.
We still have the compass.
Yeah,
for
we
4
still
more
got it for.
days.
Would you just
So let's
hang around
say- yeah,
until we
we were
show
only gone
up
for
or
days.
the full week is up?
All on with the deal.
Let's do
So
that.
let's
Alright.
be back by sundown.
Back by sundown.
Okay.
Excellent.
He'll stay here for the full week or until the week is up.
Yeah.
So here we go. You guys are gonna head off. So Sparrow's staying on the ship.
And
Terry's
we
staying on the ship.
travel quickly
Actually,
because it's
Terry's
the
gonna
Dark
travel
Forest.
with you because again, he's
Trying to
trying to
find
see the
And
world right now.
I'm
Terry's.
also would
I'm
want
from
to-
the Dark Forest, so I
This
know
is literally your own.
That's-
Well, but it's
And
this is gonna
uh,
keep.
Oh, so
rough
both
terrain.
of us.
This keep any encounters away. You
Oh, and because we don't.
Level
don't you
19,
have a
20.
thing where
I
we
have
ignore difficult
some
terrain?
questions
we
about a
ignore
spell.
difficult terrain
Yes, which
and
spell?
we cannot be
Leomon
cast
can
tiny
cut.
I get lost magically.
Nice.
I can cast that. It
And
protects from.
This is I've got
from
the
spells.
city features.
It says if
city
I
secrets
leave
feat,
it,
so then we
the
travel
spell
twice as
disperses.
fast,
But what if
just
the
because
people
this is
like
my-
encounter leave it?
This
Can
is
they leave
amazing.
and come back in without it?
if you're still in the hut, yes.
So if I'm still in that, they can leave and come right back in.
Because it looked
Yes.
like that we couldn't re-enter it though. It looked like once we left,
The
we left.
spellcaster can't.
The
I can't
spell
leave. It
cast.
says
Yeah,
if you
I know.
leave.
With Tiny Hut is
Reading it.
you if as long as Louis in there or like for Raya's retreat or Louis hut, like any of these like portalish kind of spaces, people can leave and come back,
Oh,
but
can
the
move through it freely.
original people
Okay.
that cast it
So-
need to stay
There we go.
inside.
I see.
Possibly, if we came across somebody and I housed some people, they could hop out, fight, hop back in.
Yes.
Okay. Not that I would do that. Don't DM brain that. But okay.
Good job.
Okay.
I'm just making 2 rules because Dumbo's with you too. I would say
Well, and
Dumbo's
Dumbo
helping.
wouldn't fit, and anybody on a steed wouldn't
Yeah,
fit.
that's right,
But
It's a
It's
it's a few
small.
people,
Yeah.
right? It's
it's like 8 small creatures, or eight normal sized people,
It says
Mhm.
9
or one, or
other
9,
than
yeah,
So yeah,
or 1.
okay.
like Ryan can pop out and cast a spell. That would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop out, cast spell, pop back in.
Yee.
Here we go.
Which as a sorcerer would be really
You
nice.
guys are going through the forest. Everyone, go ahead and make me investigation checks as you're all going in.
You got it.
Can it be survival?
No, because survival you're doing. It's like a passive survival already. Your abilities, like again, Merida being the ranger, you being from the dark forest with your backgrounds, you both don't need to make survival being here.
Do I get to deal with advantage being here? Okay, this is gonna be
This is
sad.
pure investigation
It's
because
not
like let's
sucky, it's
find
an 18.
Flint.
Nice.
Also an 18.
18, 18,
Investigation.
22.
22,
18.
25.
Dang.
Yikes! I rolled a
Nice.
16 plus 2.
I don't have a +1. I was really
Dang.
nervous.
After a while, here's what you find. Every so often, you guys are going to run into people. But these are not encounters that you can easily avoid or go. Here we go. One of the first things you encounter is a giant sleeping cyclops.
Oh, that'd be
Lordy.
like that's the first time.
This was one of the first encounters I
Yeah.
ever made as a DM.
We
It's
circumvented
never been
it, 'cause
triggered because you guys keep circumventing it.
I'm sorry.
If you want to fight them,
if
just
you
to be
want
nice.
us to fight
But
him,
you're now all like 1920s and it's
I will just
one
stab him to
cyclops.
death.
Like you
Yeah.
guys could all just go.
Insta kill.
Right? It feels mean
feels
to do that, right?
unsportsmanlike.
That would be
Smite.
mean, right? Right. One smite, one arrow,
I
Ryan
kinda
casts a
feel like it
spell,
might be
Louis
a good
Bardic
idea.
spell.
Just because I don't
What
want
was his
other
name, but-
people to fall prey to the cyclops, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah, it's,
he's not bothering anyone.
Right.
Also-
He's
Yeah,
sleeping.
but
It's like
judge
when a
people
bug is
constantly
outside, you don't
committed.
squish
yeah.
it. You just let
It's
it do
think
its
of
Well,
it like
the
this
thing
too.
is, I don't
Most of the
know.
people you'll find in the Dark Forest are already not great. This is
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
think of it like
that's true.
Thebes is the city of thieves. It's where you find the markets. Agrabah is the nation of thieves. They're known for like thievery. The Dark Forest is like the hideaway, if that makes sense, right? You just committed a big score and need to lay low for a couple months. Dark Forest, no one's gonna find you in here. You sitting here wanna rob some poor fools that thought they could slip through Dark Forest unannounced? dark forest, right? Like that's the kind of vibe of this country or forest.
I really kind of want that to happen. Again,
You do
that
move
full
quickly.
Barry Allen. Oh man, you picked the wrong group of travelers.
Oh, what's that face for, August? What is that face for?
You guys walk along
Do something.
on a 25 Merida. Up on the road, you see a man on his hands and knees searching. Obviously, move his hand, and you, oh no, it's gone.
What's gone?
As you're getting close, because again, it's like with you two being in the front, like Louie and Peter kind of
Can
back,
I
and
do a
everyone.
perception check to see if this is an ambush type of
I
situation?
mean, we literally can't be.
Surprise.
Well,
Surprise,
I'm
yeah.
still going to look just because.
Just because you want to look,
That's
yeah.
really crappy. That's a 7.
Well, you already know. Because Meredith coming up, this guy looks up. You actually see he doesn't have one of his eyes. He's just like, I'm sorry, I lost it. I lost my eye.
Who's this?
Oh,
Oh, I think I've heard of you.
Oh,
We
I
can help
forgot
you
about
if you need.
Oh, there's a lot of you. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Do you know Barbosa?
No, it's fine.
Are we about to stumble on a
Barbosa?
Wednesday party?
He sent us a message. We're friends with him. Right there, mofos! Hector Barbosa.
They sent you to look for these guys. You made it here first.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, from Pirates of the
Barbosa
Caribbean.
sent us sending, asking
What are we
people to look
looking
out
for?
for him. Pinto
In the
Rigetti, a
dark
pirate with
forest
one eye.
hotel.
Is
And
that
pirate
a
with
piece
one
of
eye.
meat?
Old friends, I hope you're well.
You're right.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
right. His
we
eye
gotta
is a
find
piece of
this
eight.
thing.
It's a piece of 8.
We had to
Because
find
you
this.
see,
Can I
this
roll
is-
investigation to find the eye?
Here's what. No, here's what you're about. I will describe what's about to.
The 9 pieces of 8.
Shouldn't there be 8 pieces of 8?
It's 9. It's
I hate
symbolic.
So
So
do I. So do I.
Pintle and
9
Rigetti.
pieces of whatever you happen to have in
I've
the pockets
got
out of
a
our
9
tongue. Yeah,
eighths
very
of a
pirate-y.
circle.
More 9 pieces of whatever we got in our pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, Pintle and Rigetti. Oh, you gotta love
I
them.
do
They're
love
classic.
them.
They're
Oh, they're
classic.
Sounds like lentils and spaghetti.
Rigetti
You get
is the
credit for
one
drawing.
without the eye. Pintle is the more grumpier one.
I kind
As
of want to rewatch
when
Pirates
you
now.
say Barbosa, everything you see. Oh, you know, Baba. Pintle, no. You all look. Pintle comes out from behind a tree with like 2 load crossbows, just like, well, we haven't made much all day. We were at least gonna try. Well, I don't think we should try. There was already 8 of them, and they know Barbosa. They know the captain. I don't care if they know our dead captain. I'm looking for a score.
Your captain's alive. And he's
Well,
working with
for
us.
a given value of alive.
He's still
Yeah.
cursed. He exists.
He exists. That's
Um,
a good way of saying it.
Rigetti pulls out from his pocket the eye, pops it in. This was a con they've been pulling.
It
right?
was-
Oh,
They're, trick people. Oh, help us, and then take your gold, right?
Surprise, surprise.
You see, just like you know, Barbosa. What do you mean he's alive? Last we saw, he was.
He's the living dead.
He is living a so far a curse that turns him into a skeleton under the moonlight.
You see, Rigetti. I thought we got rid of that curse.
But he's back. But he is helping us. We're the Imagineers. We're trying to stop all the crazy stuff that's happening.
Oh, you guys like magic cops?
Was there any information in the note about like find them
More
and
like
do what? Like
protectors.
send them
Yeah,
where?
what does it
or-
We're not
say?
enforcing anything, but with all the crazy stuff
the
we're trying
note
to protect.
about Andrew Merida, we found
But
her
nothing
boyfriend.
about
He's a bit
Nothing.
those
please.
guys?
Yeah, picture great.
Or
It
you
wasn't
take
just
him
like
back.
look for him.
And there was
Yeah.
no information about what to do once we found
what
them.
did it say about him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
apparently he's with
Oh,
another one
you
of our
talked about the
group
other
called
note.
the Lost Ones, and they told
They
us
just
to
said
look
that-
About Andrew.
That
I
is
mean-
really
Oh,
funny.
Captain's looking for us.
They're all
Yes.
pirates. We could send them off to Jack while we finish up here.
That's
they gonna
kind of
go?
a generalization of pirates. They might kill each other. No offense.
You see.
But
Oh no, we know Captain Jack. He just might not like us.
Oh great.
No, we kind of marooned him and did a little bit of a unsavory. Let him have 1 pistol and 1 bullet.
So, what are we supposed to do with the eye, though? Like, what does the note say?
I'm gonna
The note-
do something
The
that
note's
normally
just
I
he
don't
has
do
one eye.
with normal player, non-playable. Dumbo's going to whisper to Merida in Undercommon. Should I get the eye?
Yes!
What the hey, people? Diplomacy.
They were gonna rob us.
They were
Diplomacy!
actually actively going to
And
rob
they,
you.
they've been
And
highway
what?
robbing people.
What?
Okay,
You
you rob us.
don't know this is happening.
I think if the captain's really alive, we should go and find. Well, but he is alive. I don't know if he'd be happy to see us. We did kind of leave him like we left Jack.
He
Well, but
wants-
we left Jack because we agreed upon it. We voted. We didn't vote on it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my
Um,
goodness.
and if you want, Dumbo could do his natural Dumbo thing and just kind of.
Yeah.
And
Here
then
we
we
go.
just fade to black.
I'm going to roll Dumbo's sleight of hand.
Goodness
So
gracious,
good.
people. Chaos.
And reliable talent.
Oh my gosh, 31.
Woo!
And
What is-
I'm gonna roll a stealth for him too, just like in that.
So they don't see him coming.
I don't know, for
He's
it's
just
not
gonna blink
loading.
and be like, where's my
He still got a 20 even on a
My
4.
God.
Wow.
My God, he's a good rogue. He experts and
With
stuff.
reliable talent, he only got a 20?
4 plus 16.
Oh, okay. Well, but he can't roll below a 10 if
Yeah.
he's proficient.
Oh, reliable talent.
So it's like
26. 26.
There we
That's a
go.
lot better.
I was like, I feel like you're nerfing him somehow.
I thank you.
Rolls
So-
below 20.
Yeah.
You see, Dumbo does a
Right.
subtle little like tap on the shoulder of Rigetti, grabs it out, immediately like shudders, wipes it, and drops it in your hand, Merida, just in that like pass off. And you see as pocket it. You see they're still arguing and just
Do
like
we know where the Lost Ones were last? To
they
send
were
these
in
guys the right
Sumani.
direction?
Last anyone heard is they were in Sumani, probably gonna head north.
Okay, because we can relay that. Like,
They
hey,
might-
Barbosa's heading north from Sumani if you want to meet up.
Oh yeah, we could.
Well, that sounds quite nice. We'll meet with our captain. Thank you, of course, for services rendered. We would like payment
For what?
No.
for our information and being here. You see, Rigetti,
I'm not actually. gonna do this, but I
Pinto,
think it would be
we
funny
are
to-
quite
I give
knowledgeable
them
at
10
things.
gold. I don't need it.
Thank you, madam. Very kind, madam. Thank you. Oh, thank
Isn't
you.
it fairy gold?
Yeah. Shake your hand.
Is it? Is it fairy gold?
It's gonna disappear. You know,
I
I
love
was
it.
intending to have it be real gold because
Yeah.
I do have some real
Okay,
gold.
I was gonna say that'd
I'm
be
not
even
gonna be a
better.
horrible person like you guys.
He's
You
going,
should.
oh, where'd it go?
Part of me wants to just like
No,
steal it
I
back
know,
to
I
be
I have
want it to
real
be
gold that
funny
we
and
made
give
when I
him-
sold some of the spices.
Like
I'm
it's
giving
petty.
him
I wanted to be funny and give him his eyes payment, but I'm gonna keep it.
Right, because we'll hurt. But
that.
As this happens, you see they leave off. They head the direction you guys came from because again, there's a port there. You catch a ship, kind of vibe. They'll start looking. In which case, you guys can keep moving. And again, I normally don't do this, but there is going to be something Dumbo will say to Merida.
Okay.
In response to the eye, I would not have taken the eye except I had to make up for something earlier.
Make up.
What did you
Jack
do?
wouldn't have let us go unless I gave him a better deal.
Oh no.
Peter, the compass is not in your pocket.
Shit.
Dumbo made a subtle deal with Jack of 4 days. I give you the compass.
Shoot, dang
And
it.
so
What?
he gave Jack the compass, and Jack's probably gone by
For
now.
why?
Because Dumbo made this deal because he was afraid if Meg tried to bluff out Jack. Dumbo believed the bluff, or in that, like, let's not chance it and just say, fine, not a week, 4 days, and I give you the compass, and like,
Okay,
you
well,
leave.
what does the eye do?
You see, does anyone have identify?
I don't.
No, it's a wizard spell.
It is.
But you all know at least
Identify
enough.
actually, I
Really
believe,
great
can be a bard
perception.
spell. Let me check.
Identify actually can't. It is one of those
I
few
think it is just wizard.
pure wizards.
Yeah.
Your wizard.
Oh no, bards can learn it.
Really?
Thank you!
Hey.
One of the other campaigns I'm in, I'm allowed to take
Man,
from bard
bards are
spell
great.
list and sorcery.
Bards are they're multicast. They can do a lot. Bards are so cool. I mean, Louis's got a ton of cool spells. But I don't think Louis you have identify currently, so it would have to be unfortunately on another level up or find someone that knows it to learn it. But you know the eye is what people are after.
And does Dumbo know anything about the eye?
More Dumbo just it's been said to be important.
Alright.
Okay, well,
Dang it.
I will.
It's a
I don't like
metagaming knowledge of
metagaming.
it's a piece of aid. It's what
Yeah.
all of you will
I
need
could
eventually.
enhance an ability
And
if somebody.
You guys
investigated
could,
it.
and here's what I will say: you could send this again if you do one of those like send off, pick this up from us, kind of like with
Yeah,
the spell
the
scroll.
I
Yeah,
kind of
it's
want
also-
to keep it on me
Yeah, for right now.
because that could
let's-
also come in handy later.
Do we need to like ward it so that it doesn't get followed or?
Yeah,
stolen?
maybe
Okay.
that would be a good idea. You got anything?
I've got
Then
guards
maybe
and
we should
wards.
have Dumbo hold it just because
Yeah, because he has
is...
better perception.
Dumbo, you're not gonna steal something from Dumbo
Exactly.
without
So
a
let's-
fight.
Let's
Yeah.
let Dumbo hold
I'm
it.
gonna have Dumbo hold it.
He's
but
gonna
I'll be
carefully
in
handkerchief,
charge of
put it in a pocket, because again, it's been in his eye socket. It's not like, all right. You guys make short work traveling through the dark forest, and by the end of the 4th day, which again, Dumbo being that like we're probably not coming back, you've made it about 2/3 of the way through, and haven't found anything, unfortunately. Through some good again, high investigation getting you the stuff, but it may be Flint's not exactly here.
You married up primeval awareness?
Oh yeah, primeval awareness.
In 3 miles, nothing demonic, nothing, well, Fae,
Yeah.
and, of course, you know, Angus and Charles are celestial. A bit of a draconic presence somewhere northward, but not big, not like Iago big. Like, but there is maybe drakes or wyverns in this forest, right? It's not like somewhere here there be dragons. And that's all I get. So very helpful. Like, again, it's hard to pinpoint numbers with primeval awareness, but it's also that sense of bigness of like, I think we're okay.
Meg, do you want to try scrying on him again?
I need to because I did the thing, so I'm using a Mystic Arcanum instead of my spell slot.
Mm-hmm. So you would need to long rest
I
to
would
get
need
him
to
in.
long rest to do it again.
But again,
I mean,
with
if Jack's already gone, then
and Jack's probably already gone. It's something where, again, between Raya or Louie or anyone, you could full time cut it and just be perfectly safe here, being a ranger, being a hometown. The Dark Forest, which is supposed to be a cool lair dungeony kind of thing, you guys are using it as a house. It's like searching your own house. It's hard for you guys to get jumped here.
Nice.
Basically impossible.
That
on
is
my part.
comforting, actually.
So
That's why
you
I
guys
was trying
could
I don't
long
mind
rest.
doing a long rest to then just
Taking-
scry again.
Taking the night, scrying in the morning kind of
Should we
vibe.
keep going?
Sure.
What are we doing?
Well,
Long
you're gonna
resting,
long rest so I
she's
can
gonna
scry
scry
again.
on Flint in the morning.
Do you want me to Magnificent Mansion us?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Why not?
Or if Ryan wants to do it, because then you could keep your teleports at the ready.
Oh,
so
that's
that's
a
why.
good
that's
idea.
smart.
Let's have Ryan do it.
So it's the difference between
If you don't
Treehouse
have
versus Kumandra
Well,
Mansion. Honestly,
I go
it's
to
an
like one of
aesthetic.
the bigger trees and I go,
Wait, don't we both get our things back afterwards? Because we
You
do the
both
long
do, but
rest?
it's like
We
just
will.
in case, since you're the only one with
it's
a
more,
teleport.
this is more
is the
hidden
idea.
where yours is more, mine's more stealthy.
Okay.
Because normally
Well,
Mansion is stealthy.
Technically, the actual mechanics of the spell, it's the same. The idea being, I'm offering as DM, if I pull Shenanigans or if something happens, you
Are we
then have.
protected in the mansion?
Yes, but what if people leave, or what if I send people? It's like it would leave you options for your teleports because that's better for
So
you
the
right
eye
now.
is
than-
bad, and we're about to be screwed.
maybe.
I'm not gonna metagame it, and I'm not saying anything would happen.
No.
It's just
That's a
Only
good
if
idea.
somebody
Yeah.
has a high enough spell
I
to
have
dispel it.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
weird
Oh, is that a
question.
thing?
Yeah, if you dispel it, then everyone is
How
purged out
long
from the
has it
extra-dimensional
been
space onto the ground
since
where
we
the door
sent
is.
the message to
Okay.
Merlin, like, about the whole keys thing?
Oh, for you guys, days
Sorry,
upon
I
days
apologize.
ago,
The reason
maybe
I've
like a
been
day or
out is
two.
I've had to remake
Like a
my
day or two
entire
with
Oh,
their
you're
son.
fine.
Okay.
And then
Louis said he was going to cast like the ward. thing.
Wards,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
I'll let me do
Eye.
wards and guards. I can't do it on the eye, but I can do it on the Magnificent Mansion because it's
so
it's
Riot
an
casts
object
Mansion, you
versus-
cast the
Yeah.
wards and guards, and so between the two, yes, smart.
Yeah.
And then Meg, with the days.
So this might be too paranoid, but it's again because you give me stress dreams about the stuff that you pull as a DM.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you. Thank you.
Merlin said he'd pass it on, but he didn't say who he was going to tell. And again, it's that if you're just absentmindedly foisting this off on Agatha, I really don't. She's not in a good place right now.
Yeah.
So basically, you know how I've done the thing a couple times where I like sleep for 4 hours and cast a quick dream to talk to somebody and then sleep again?
Yes.
I want to do that and dream Arthur to see if he's aware of all the information that we've
That's
passed
a good
on,
idea.
and like make sure that someone accountable besides Agatha knows what's happening.
That's a really good idea.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. And here's what I will say. You're casting wards and guards. No one has any dreams.
Oh.
That's a good thing and also not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that double-edged sword.
Let's not do that anymore because honestly, we
I'd
get
rather
some
Well,
good
for now,
information.
because you have the eye, it is a
Yeah,
smart, like, hey,
yeah.
let's not
Oh,
go to sleep
that's
since we
true,
now
that's-
have the eye.
No,
but-
I like having normal sleeps. Please,
But
please.
it's
well,
really
it's more
nice
like
having the
when you just kind of
information.
like go to sleep and you wake up, you're like, oh shoot, I guess we're here now. Like,
Time has passed.
there's a way to stop dreams in Magencia and Desanya. Like, it's cool.
But so was I still able to like cast? the
Yes,
spell?
you can cast the spell. You find Arthur's dream.
Please tell me he's not having any nightmares.
He
I'm sure
is
The dude's not okay.
sitting alone on a small upside down wooden bucket in the expanse of his mind. There's no garbage like it was before, you know, like that refuse, but it's just him alone on a bucket.
Yikes. And we're just like floating.
There's ground,
Okay, there's
but it's not like dream ground where like if you look at it like yes ground, you look up, it's gone. It's that there's no real rules in a dream.
Okay. If I remember correctly, I can sort of like shape the surroundings when I do dream, right?
Yes, yeah.
Cool. So I want there to be like more light and like actual walls and like I want like pictures of like the Imagineers and people he knows and like Merlin and Agatha, just like pictures of people on the walls and like.
You see, he kind of realizes when things start changing. Looks just, Meg, welcome.
How are you, Arthur?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
I just came to touch base and see if Merlin discussed with you the information that we found.
Merlin did talk. All the information?
That we know
Make sure it's
what at least one of the keys of Hades are.
Yes.
Okay.
From you guys, you were talking about the keys of Hades with Merlin. A lot of groups, a lot of things. Merlin has a project. He won't tell me what it is, but he is very busy now. But he still has enough time to help get some things to and from.
So were you able to locate the stuff?
Arthur gets a little quiet.
Oh boy.
We were not able, as far as I know, the staff was not even on Lilith in the cell. I say was, as yesterday, cultists of Frollo attacked Magencia while we easily avoided them and have many in custody. It seemed to have been a diversion where Facilier and Lilith escaped.
I mean, oh no.
That's still a win. There.
It's a costly win. But we know, yes, Agatha believes she still has the Ring of Death, which is what we need. And if we have that, we can try to find others. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've seen it within 30
We've
feet.
got some
at
weights
least
on
once.
Demon Lords. We'll kill as many of those as we can before stuff gets worse.
Thank you. Last reports I have is the demonic armies have started slowly hitting countries, but minor countries, things we can't really check in on fast. I think it's Hades' way of just making sure there's nothing but the major key players. I asked Hercules to go help, see what he can do. Yeah. You see, Arthur kind of looks... You have shaped the dream. Arthur's mind overrides a little back to this, just him on a bucket. Thank you. Continue work. Continue destroying demons.
I'm just gonna kind of like squeeze his shoulder before I leave.
No real tangible, but he notices at least, and
It's gonna be okay.
the dream fades to black. You enter back in, and you can still sleep. All of you can awaken the next morning, no dreams.
Can I
yes.
make another potion, like before we go to bed?
Before we
or
go
is
to
that
bed,
gonna take too much
no, it would take too much time.
Okay.
Because even though you have to distill water, it takes time to slowly add the ingredients, bottle
Can I
stop
get
it.
a rough estimate of how long? So I know for future.
It's gonna take you an hour to make one potion. And with the 2, whereas you have 2 hours among the 8 of like, you don't have to be technically asleep,
Yeah.
it's too physical of an activity for a long rest, unfortunately. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, long resting is like, maybe you only get 6 hours because you're a little tossing and turning, but sitting there lying down at least is better than you
I
are
see.
actively
Yeah,
a
that's
spell
fair.
book open, grinding in ingredients, casting using of arcane muscle. Louis, yes.
When we fought and then died and then Andrew brought us back, what is Flynn's weapon of choice? What was he using?
Oh, Flint. I thought you said Flint. I'm like,
I
yeah,
did.
it's
I
got-
meant Flint.
Flint has a curved rapier with a jagged underblade. So, like, the blade itself curves upward, almost in a scimitar, and the back of the blade has a bit of a jagged tooth,
Like this.
where if you were to turn it, like, as in up against a neck, jagged point in, blade still out,
Right.
where then a jagged point could go up, kind of.
Big
A,
old
So I saw that because I was within 30 feet.
yes, you can.
So I could locate that object.
If it's within 1,000 feet, yeah.
If it's within 1,000 feet.
Because that's what I was saying. Using that plus scrying could help.
Which
like,
we know for now it's not because she already did the 3-mile thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not.
so
It's
as,
not within
unless
3
Flint
miles.
somehow came within 3 miles over the night, in theory you're okay right now. But yes, that will help though to get closer and to keep a track, a
Okay.
bead on.
That's a really
And
good
I
idea.
can primeval awareness
Awareness.
when we start.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting close.
Just
Okay.
beginning the day. In which case, I would say you could start the day with primeval awareness.
Yeah.
In which case, everything is the same as before. But interesting to know, there's no more presence of Drake. Any dragons that were here seem to have moved on tonight. In which case, would you like to try scrying?
I will. I wish we could have something of Flint's to make that easier, but
Easy, yeah. Here we go.
he
You got
gets,
this.
He gets advantage and he has to roll a 6 or lower.
This
6
is-
or lower.
And we do have luck points. It is possible.
6 or lower.
Here we go.
6 or
Box of Doom. Now, I'm calling this Box of Doom because you guys are effectively figuring out a way between scrying and teleporting, locating objects, primeval awareness,
Or
perfectly hunting your prey. There's, like, between Rangers, Bards, and a Warlock, you guys can go exactly to. There's no guesswork. Here we go. First roll. First roll's an 11. I'll roll twice, though, to see if a luck point would be worth it.
right.
The second one is a 2.
Whoa!
So if you luck point the first one, there's
If you
a
luck
chance.
point the 11, there's a chance.
Yeah, let's look when the other.
Nat 1. Nat
One.
1.
Wait,
Nat
what is
1.
it? 2?
Yeah, one.
He gets to roll 2.
Did we get it?
Meg, you feel...
Thank you for the
You all see, Meg, your eyes purple over. Your arcane magic. Let me pull up Scrying to tell you a bit of what you see here. On Scrying, a sensor within 10 feet of the target appears. You see here the sensors if you were there. Creature that can see invisible objects or can see your object, or high enough perception if they go, hey, what's that? Flint has a high perception, but he can't see invisible creatures. As you look, Flint is on his ship right now. You know through the mechanics of the spell that must be the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
Looking through, you see Flint is talking with someone. You see a small boy, greasy black hair, and realize this is Varian. Varian looks rather gaunt, shall we say? And you see and hear this. Continue readying the pirates. We shall gain that army and accost the Magensian navy at their shores.
Now, if John Smith has anything to say about that.
But you see Flint just he reaches in coat, pulls out a hook and a beaded hair strand. Just I hand these off to 2 lieutenants, and we have a 3rd vote already. You see Varian just
Bye bye, Jack.
Varian goes, good. We will take care of the undead pirate lord. Demona's handling that. Varian stops just... After which, I want you to continue on to China. Make sure Shan Yu brings down that wall. You see Flint just... Would you like a cup of tea with that? Varian just... No jokes. You can give me an insight check if you'd like, because I know you had that question already, so you can say it.
No, well, I'll do the insight first.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not gonna be bad. Let me
Go
double
use
check
this.
my
Okay,
modifier.
yeah, there we go.
That's gonna be a 17 insight.
17 insight. You... Varian is very expressionless. He almost looks scared. Not like afraid, but there is apprehension in his eyes. You see, he... Report back to me within the next 3 days. I will be accomplishing my mission.
So here's my shenanigan question. If I were to, like, grab onto Louis and he do, like, a mind meld or something, like a psychic bond or anything, is there a way he could teleport us to what I'm seeing?
If you telepathic bond, and then you just
Telepathic
in your
bond
mind go,
to, like,
hey,
guide him through
do
the
it.
scrying?
Want me to do that right now? Are you talking while you're watching?
Can I? Like, I don't
hell
know.
yeah!
Yeah!
That's why
Right.
this is a...
Lego.
There's
So
a
we
reason
are
this was Box
all-
of Doom, because again, you guys can start
This was the
hunting.
whole reason I learned scrying.
Telepathic
And if I can
bond.
get there before this
Telepathic-
conversation ends and Varian teleports away,
It's telepathic bond.
We
Okay,
just start
telepathic
picking off
bond.
the generals one by
Telepathic
one.
Telepathic bond is done, and now are we teleporting
Up
to this
to
bitch?
8 willing creatures you can see.
Louis, I have Hunter's Mark, and it's a creature I can see.
because what I would
So
like to
what
do...
does that mean for
Bam!
us?
Fine.
Bam!
If I can
Wait,
see
we
Flint,
have
I can
eight. That's
Hunter's
everybody.
Mark.
Eat it.
Okay, so before we teleport, she's gonna hunter mark this biatch.
Yeah.
This child.
'Cause
I
can
would
Hunter's Mark
like-
him before we
Hunter's
teleport.
marking Varian.
I would like to hold
No,
it...
Varian or Flint.
Or
Which
Flint.
one?
Which one would
Which
you
one?
Oh, sorry. I would
Which
give
one
this to
would be
Meg if it
useful?
helps. Varian is standing in what seems to be a blood circle that is boiling on the bubbles. So he may be here or may not. It might be one of those, like, conference call kind of
So
things.
I'll Hunter's Mark Flint
Just because
say-
Flint's
I don't
not
know
in the
if
circle.
Varian's
Varian is in the circle. It could
How
be very
far
complete.
away are they from each other?
About 15 feet.
Excellent.
Oh, gosh. So,
So I would like to hold an action so that the second we appear there, I cast Sickening Radiance.
you're concentrating on scrying.
Oh, it's
You
not-
won't be able to perfectly hold that, if that makes sense.
I can't like hold an
Let's
action
see what
to
I can
another
do.
concentration.
Yeah, because it's that, like, you already have to
'Cause I
keep
have to, like,
scrying up.
drop it,
This is
yeah.
what's helping if a
I
hunter's
see.
mark.
Okay.
Here's what I will say. You guys are doing this. You're acting
Then I
quick.
guess I'll just hold for the
1,
mirror
3,
image. like we
4,
talked
5, 6. Dumbo makes 7. Angus and Charles makes that perfect
So-
9 up to 8. Telepathic bond is actually where you have to choose who is in the mind link, because it's you forge up among up to 8 willing creatures. So out of all of the creatures, one of you couldn't be a part of it. That is including like Angus and Charles. Who
I
do
mean,
you?
Angus is smart, but
I actually might be on the verge of some extra spells if you want me to stay behind. Which is stuff like DM, I might have some
Not
Is
like
Flint
staying
a
behind, just
creature?
not being part of the mental
Yes.
conversation.
Oh, the mental? Yeah. Yeah.
So
fine.
this is where I'm asking, just for telepathic bond, is there any like party consensus of like who's left out? Like obviously all the PCs can
I'd
be.
say leave out one of the steeds.
One of the
yeah, one of the seeds.
We can.
Either way.
Charles, I don't think would be. Well, Charles can heal though. He's got magic.
Charles can heal. Charles
I'd
is
say
also
Angus
naturally a
would.
bit of a
Yeah.
telepath.
Yeah.
He can naturally kind of talk.
Yeah,
Oh,
Angus,
yeah.
That's actually something I needed to look at because I have ranger stuff with
So-
animals. So
Yes.
I.
You more think of it like you really understand. It's not perfect language, but it's like you get the vibe.
So should we take Charles and leave Angus?
No.
No,
This is
it's just
telepathic
not
bond.
telepathy.
Oh, okay.
You can
Take everyone.
teleport
So I would,
everyone.
my suggestion would be.
If Angus wants to know anything, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
So Charles will be perfectly in the telepathic bond.
Who's Charles again?
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Unicorn. Not Charles the Crow. Sorry, unfortunate naming convention.
Let's go, guys.
Are you Hunter's marking?
yeah.
Let's
Hunter's
go.
marking Flint.
Hunter's mark on Flint?
Get me within, like,
So
touching range of
you
Flint.
said I can't hold another concentration, but could I do the mirror image thing we talked about?
Yes, bamfing a mirror image is different
What
than
does that
concentrate.
mean?
It's just one of my spells.
Cool.
That means
But it's
you
not
see vroom, 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 3 megs appear. All
Okay.
seemingly moving in and out
But
of one
when I
spot. back and
transport, all 3 will come with.
Yeah.
forth. They're just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
just-
And
little-
I'm gonna ready bestow curse.
Yes!
Get me as close as
Here
you
we
can
go.
to
We're
Flint.
getting close, baby.
Alrighty. Here we go. Teleport. Louis.
I'm gonna cast a nasty thing though,
Oh
so
my
you
gosh.
might want to be. You might not want to be
Everyone
too
is going to want to be safe. Here we
I
go.
have to touch him.
Louis,
Okay.
Okay.
this is
just
not a
get out of
permanent
that
circle.
fast.
Yeah.
You'll probably go before
This is not a what?
This is not a permanent circle or an associated object, right? There's no permanent teleportation circle.
Yo no entiendo, senor.
I'm going to give you an option, Louis, that I need you to talk to me out the hallway.
Cool.
Whoa.
Because this is a choice you will need to make.
There's
Okay.
one stat you want,
Um,
but if you do his
Shoot,
Constitution,
because it's only something
this
you
is
could
what
do,
it's like.
and so I can't have anyone else.
Input, just to be safe. So,
Okay, well, there he goes.
Hey guys, guess what? I have a ninth level spell now. What is it?
It's Wish.
Wish, baby. There can be
Okay,
some
by the way,
major
guys,
shenanigans.
The reason I want to
So if
talk
he
to
fails
him
the
is because
con
one of
save,
the
he
other
takes a
ninth level
butt ton
spells
of
is called
radiant damage
Fade,
and a
which is
point of
basically what I'm
exhaustion.
already
Okay.
doing with
Well,
Lord
and if he
Scott
fails a
got
wisdom
one.
saving throw, he wastes
Yeah.
his turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I
that's
wanted to
also
talk to him
nice.
about, like, basically, I wanted to give up
But
one of my other
that
spell
would hit
slots
him
to be
over.
able to cast that
'Cause
at
So-
that
Radiant will be
lower
doubled.
level.
Yeah, so I'll do
Because she's
Constitution.
Fae.
Okay. Because I'm assuming that you'll
Would you
go
even have
before
to
I do,
do
because
that?
I don't have great.
I think so.
Initiative.
Basically, it's being able
I've
to
got
go
a
to
plus
any
one
plane
to
without a
initiative.
tuning fork.
Oh, I
That's the difference.
So
But you
we'll
might
see.
roll
Plane
So what
shift,
can
you
Wish-
have to have a tuning fork. Portal, you don't. Right?
I
So I
will
want to
say-
talk to him about, like, can I...
The one problem with
Yeah.
Gate is that the Lord of that plane is able to veto that gate.
That's true.
So
Which
I
is part
said
of
to
that's
Wish,
been a
you
pain
can
in the
do-
butt having it as morph because I'm like, but I don't know, the Demon Lord is gonna be like, sure, I don't care.
That's right, that's why
Gonna
with
be like,
tuning fork you can
Oh boy.
bypass that,
You
right?
can do
Okay.
a lot with Wish.
You don't need permission with
And,
the
like,
plane
we-
shift.
Here we go.
You
Wish,
have to-
let me
what you
teleport
kinda
here.
do,
I did
right?
the whiskey
Yeah.
thing.
Oh lordy.
here we go.
That's fair.
And Wish is very
Louis,
diverse. So
please make me, using the D100s, meaning
Also
percentile
remember
and
with
the
Wish-
D10,
Sorry, the what?
you're going to roll for your teleport in.
Okay.
Either you're holding a
Son of a
bestow
biscuit.
curse.
Will you
Yep.
throw that?
Meg has just vamped on your image. Meg, you are keeping the scrying up, of course, to stay on target. Merida, Hunter's marking Flint. Rapunzel, right. Any things you're doing before?
So I don't
No,
have
I'm
a
just,
D100.
You should.
you know,
I do
making
not.
sure I have my
Oh, I do?
ninth level
This one
spell
and
ready.
this
Wish.
one. So
Wish.
you roll them together and you
Yeah.
I
Why
am
would I pick
going.
anything
Why
else?
does it make 100?
She doesn't want to kill anyone.
Oh, okay, good.
But
That's
Just
the
remember
percentile.
consequences for Wish.
Consequences.
I know,
Oh.
So I am
She
going
wouldn't
to
pick power
bless
over kill.
3 people. I'm going
And
to bless
Gate
Who
is
goes?
basically just teleport.
because it works for
No,
attack rolls.
that's
And
senior.
We have the
doesn't
same.
matter.
You need to-
Can I get the metal
Yes.
ones? This is a
So
big
August,
daddy. I
I'm going
want
to
to do
bless
it
3
heavy.
people.
3 people. Who would you like
It's
to
gonna be
bless?
this and
Meg?
this.
Yes.
You have really
Meredith?
good weapons.
I was
Get
gonna
on
say
the cracker.
the 3 big fighters would be those 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she has a really big
Great
bonus, so I don't think that she
Make
needs
a
it
big
as much as
bonus
some of
big.
the
Oh,
others
right. It's
need
like
it.
you're already plus 16.
Yes.
You might not even need it.
Oh!
94.
Oh my
Yo!
God. So
Excellent comeback with the
Louis,
teleporting.
go ahead and explain what you're about to do to everyone.
What?
So there was a chance I could either do it normal or do it in the circle.
Louis sees
If
the
we-
teleportation circle
If
in
I
front
did
of
it,
Flint.
whatever, it might not happen. I've not had great luck with teleporting us correctly to the right spot.
Meg,
But
myself,
there's-
and
But there's a
what's
chance, so if we
bonus?
get there, there's a chance things could go wrong. We don't know if he's actually in that circle,
Right.
able to get spliced. But if I did it the other way, there was a chance we might not get there. This way, at least we'll get there, but crazy stuff might happen.
Right.
So that's what I did.
Oh boy.
So I risked
Louis.
it for the biscuit.
You are looking through Meg's mind. You see the teleportation circle. That's a teleportation circle in front of Flint.
Meaning that he should be there. And it's probably
Meaning
about to
you
leave.
watch as Varian just like Meg, you are watching
Yes.
Varian somehow shimmer out of image. What's going on? What Varian looks alarmed as you watch yourselves shimmer into image. Flint looking, what the hell? As he reaches for his weapon.
Now we roll for initiative.
Peter comes and just like grabs him by the face.
Bestow curse. Here
Hell
we go.
yeah!
What's
Yes,
this?
yes,
Is? This is before we even roll initiative because it's a held action. This is he is surprised. He's not expecting the Imagineers to
Do we get a
appear.
surprise round then?
Yes, you do. You guys, he doesn't know you guys crying. He doesn't know Bestow curse. He doesn't know you're watching. You guys just hijacked their teleport
Assassination,
circle
come on.
and are killing him as fast as you can. Bestow curse. Here we go.
Okay,
A
so that's
wisdom
lightning.
saving throw. What's your DC?
17.
17. He has good wisdom saves. He needs to roll a 1 or a 2 on advantage, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Can I lucky?
You could lucky one. You still have
Because I
2.
have 2.
You still
Yeah.
have 2. Here we
So
go.
We'll see.
We'll
What do I
We'll
have on
see.
my
We'll
sword?
see.
What
I'll
else?
roll
I'm gonna
both.
waste lucky.
Here we go.
I can see this.
First one's a 5, so unfortunately still passing. If this one's a 1 or 2, a luck could help. It was an 18. So even on lucky, he is going to pass.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's-
Reroll.
You can see it! Here we go. Bending luck.
I love it.
Wild magic. Oh, still a 17.
Dang it!
Here we go. Wild magic is gonna happen
Wait,
to
on
it.
that 5, can I actually take off a few numbers?
But then
from
we
that?
still need the other one.
But
But the other one would
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
unless you lucky the other
Oh,
one.
but
If you
she
roll a
because if you make
d4,
one fail
spend
and
your
then
search
four
points,
luck is the
roll
other
a
one.
But you
d4,
have to
and
roll
then
a 4.
another
a
lucky,
3 or 4.
and
3 or
then
4.
a 3 or 4 for him.
Which you can do.
I'm gonna wild magic 2 because that might affect what happens.
Hey, that's a
Um,
3.
If it's the floor, it doesn't count.
Yes, it's
No.
yeah, floors
I
don't
think you
count.
do that straight.
Yeah.
Oh, or it's that.
I think I've rolled
Oh,
this
well.
one before. Hold
I
on.
don't know if
So
it would
don't
worth it.
spend your
Yeah.
lucky.
That number sounds really interesting. Okay.
So yeah, he makes it.
Yeah,
he makes
I've rolled that number before.
That was
On
very cool.
10,000 table.
You have?
I'll
What is
take-
it?
Raya, you get to pick. You feel like something might change involving your hands, or you felt this wild magic surge before, where if something is slain, it's a doppelganger.
No,
Don't do it. We gotta kill the
No,
whole
no, no.
viewing.
I
Don't
gotta
do
do
it.
the hands!
Gotta do the hands.
What happens
That's
to
why I'm
my
like, how
hands?
interesting.
Sorry,
I
but we
rolled
are
the
not
same
killing
wild
Liz,
magic
just have her come back.
I thought it was going to be
twice in one
magical
campaign.
I thought so too. I was very excited. Like,
Twice in one campaign.
But now
What do
I
you
know.
Now
But
you
now
know.
I
I
know.
know. Raya, your hands cannot be cut by any blade forged by mortal.
Hell yeah!
This
is like
Forever. Doesn't do anything to your AC, unfortunately. It's just a clever
So
little
you can
like.
just grab someone's sword.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's
You're
what
not
a boss
you could-
move.
You could grapple a sword now, basically.
That's
If it's- if it's
That's cool.
if I may.
The wild magic. So unfortunately, though, even with the bending luck stuff, the bestow curse won't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I feel the bestow curse not take, action surge.
Here we go. Everyone's going to roll now initiative. This is a surprise round. As Louis, you would not have gotten a surprise round if you hadn't been in the circle.
I rolled well!
You did? That's
Yes.
good. Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to start. We're going to start Raya around. So, Raya, let me know what you get, just because that's how my initiative tracker was set up.
8.
8 for Raya. Okay, Merida, what'd you get?
That was a
And that's my
24.
plus?
Oh my gosh. Rapunzel.
I only got a 12.
12.
I rolled so bad.
Here we go.
I usually
And
roll
Meg.
Like an 8.
21.
Woo! Louis.
Still not
22.
as Merida, but those are
22.
some solid numbers.
And Peter.
17.
17. Dumbo will not be spiked. Dumbo will.
Are you
What'd that boy get?
Dumbo got a 9? Wow, that was like the worst I
Plus,
think I've
with
ever.
his plus?
Dumbo doesn't have the bless. And
Oh,
this
no.
is for.
I like his initiative modifier.
Oh, yeah, with his initiative, it's a 9.
Wow.
Dumbo didn't get a great initiative. Wait, no. Oh, I'm looking at an old one. He got a 14.
Yeah.
That's a lot different.
Like
That
that's-
sounds like a
Here
Dumbo
we go.
number to me.
yeah.
Angus,
Yeah.
Angus and Charles immediately are going to take yours. They never really need to roll because
Yep.
they can just link up with you guys. They are speeds. Flint is going to roll. No way.
Hey, was it bad or was it good?
That was bad.
Oh.
And it's a surprise round, meaning he won't get to act immediately. And it's Flint has advantage.
He's
I was
the
forgetting
only
that.
enemy in this area.
Flynn got a 14 as well.
I don't know, is
Um,
Varian
That's not
here?
bad.
Varian's got.
No,
You
he flipped out when we
hijacked the
looked in.
teleportation circle. Two things can't exist.
Okay.
Two magical teleportation in the same way. So if
I
he-
thought we were gonna maybe
and
get
Varian's-
spliced, but
again, it's a surprise round. If you hadn't, you would have gone on, and Flint might have like turned around. Again, it's like actions could have been taken, but Flint goes, "You're on my ship." Going into the teleportation circle, Flint being close up, seeing this
That
happening
was really cool,
suddenly.
Louis.
Hey,
Oh,
can I ask
High
you-
risk, high reward, and you got a 94. I will tell you,
Yeah.
if you had rolled below a 60, bad stuff might start happening, right? It's that oof.
94, you don't do well.
High risk, high reward. Here we go.
well, I figured
Everything that's about to happen. Oh, do you guys want to see yourselves on the ship?
Yeah.
Yes!
boy.
Two bears poop in the
What
woods.
resistance against.
As you
We're
guys
gonna get
are,
ourselves the walrus.
it's a
Wait, Ux, keen mind, what is Flint resistant against?
Oh.
in the last month.
Yeah!
You remember, cold and fire didn't do much to him.
Okay.
let's try like
That's his resistance.
So like
Here we go.
radiant.
So, fun fact. Oh, this is
I
a
can't
dead
do
body in the
radiant.
corner. Let's see.
Okay,
Oh,
wait.
you guys can't
Awesome.
see what I'm doing yet.
No.
I can do psychic.
No.
I
Oh
got
my gosh,
that.
I'm so stoked.
Welcome
Nice,
to the walrus.
Welcome to the Himalayas.
Here we go. Flint,
Thank you.
here's what's
so
important to know.
sad.
Flint is huge right now. He is so much bigger than you last remember.
Oh,
That's-
the art for him is so nasty.
That is
Oh,
Captain Flint.
I'm so sorry.
Merida, you are here. Dumbo is here. Raya is here. Just barely on the corner. Charles is kind of in the back. So is Angus. It's a small. There's a dead demon lying on the floor as you see
What?
Flint.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a dead demon, the little one. Okay.
That's not Flint. Sorry. That's a dead demon that looks like its blood's been drained.
Yeah, I figured as much.
All right, here we go. Appearing out of this teleportation circle. Merida, you are first to act.
Okay.
He is surprised, meaning you have automatic advantage.
And
Oh,
then
are you
advantage
sending
doesn't
the
stack,
initiative?
right?
Advantage doesn't stack. Oh,
Okay.
gosh, sending the initiative. Sorry.
Okay.
You startled even the DM by, like, just jumping in on him.
Right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm
Okay.
going to hop on Angus and fly up.
15-foot ceiling wouldn't get too far.
We're in the ship.
You are inside the captain's
Just kidding.
quarters.
So I won't have advantage on my ranged weapons, but I will have advantage because the attack roll or the surprise round.
Yes.
So I am going
Surprise.
to
Yeah,
Surprise
just
round.
for this first round.
Wow.
I'm going to
That's
use
Why does it look like the American
Oopsies,
flag's
bowl.
behind Flint?
What are you talking about? What?
No.
Oh. I thought it was just for,
Oh,
it's
it's
his
his
hat.
bandana.
Oh.
It's his bandana and hat. There's some like dots on it, and I'm like,
Oh,
wait a
that's
minute.
funny.
Okay,
Okay.
that's sent. Yes.
So I'm gonna get on Angus and at least get a little farther away from him. I'm a ranger. I need to bring
Yes,
my range
it's
a little bit.
let's at least here. I'm gonna link up you and your steed. You are linked, and you can clap, 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 clap.
I love
Ooh,
the
Like-
sound effects. Thank you,
Can
DM.
I suggest that she doesn't go right there because of a spell thing that I might cast
Ooh,
later?
Yeah,
Like,
like I
range
want
in
to get a
different
little
direction.
farther away from Flint, actually.
Oh, a little farther. So
Yeah.
hopping on Angus, getting away, that can put you right there.
By
yes.
either
Okay.
of the stairwells,
Yeah.
I would be
There,
fine.
the door's
Okay.
right here, if
Okay,
that makes
yeah.
sense. So it's like you're
So-
kind of by the door.
Right. So I am going to use Otzi's bow, and one of my 9 fiend sling arrows.
This is a hit. I am here for it. Do it, girl. All right.
Okay.
Advantage
We're literally just gonna take him out
And it's a
in one
plus
surprise
16 to
round.
hit, right?
plus
I would
16 to
love to
hit.
have a repeat of what's his face?
You know,
Yinogu.
Yinogu.
The thing.
That's the first roll's an 18, so let's see if I
See if
crit.
you
a natural 18?
Yeah,
Natural 18 already. Let's see if you
plus
crit.
16.
Did you crit?
Gosh, I'm here
No,
for
that
this.
was a nat one. So
Oh!
we're taking 18.
All right.
18
First,
plus
he
16.
needs to make a Constitution DC 17
Right.
Con saving throw,
Oh,
or
if you would,
take
I
60-10 damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He does? What'd he get, Ux?
Did he fail?
Got a 17 exactly.
Yeah,
Bad
we're
luck.
gonna take off.
Ben luck?
We're gonna take off 4
Because
from
You
that
could
because
just
he'll
sorcerer point, yeah, on the minimum. He
On the
fails.
minimum, you would fail.
fail. And
Yeah.
it is the minimum. What?
Merida, this is a big old creature you're looking at here.
And so that's my
So,
favorite.
D8 of bow,
Is he like a what is
D8
it, monstrosity?
Fiend.
Right?
fiend, so you get a
Oh,
D8, so 3D8
She's
because
asking for Colossus.
arrow,
She
big
has that.
big old thing,
Mm.
favorite enemy. You get a D6.
And you
And I
marked him.
also Hunter's
Hunter's
marked
marked
him.
Hunters mark that D6.
Heyo.
And you ready for let's see, how much D10? 6 D10.
Question, does she need to roll the damage separately because some of it's going to be radiant?
This all becomes that's Otzi's bow.
Yeah. And like I
All
can
of it
choose.
is radiant?
Well, I can
Shoot,
choose
dude.
what
Yeah.
kind of damage it has.
Otzi's
so-
bow
Radiant.
turns the damage.
That's insane.
That's what makes
Are you
this a
gonna need a dice
legendary.
shade for because you're rolling
And it's a +3 magical weapon anyway.
Are you gonna one-shot
all
a
of
demon
that
lord?
plus
No!
8. All of that plus 8 will double to
So
become
all
radiant.
of that +8 +3, right?
Oh no, the 8 is your
Oh,
5 plus 3.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So
Cool,
all of
thank
this
you.
plus 8, all that will be radiant.
All
This
this
is your
plus
first attack
8
on him. He's been
radiant damage.
juicing.
And I have 2 attacks.
Huntress has
Okay.
appeared.
That is 6.
My shit.
Oh, I need
Let's
to do
go.
math. Okay.
I can't see
10,
him surviving
8.
a surprise round. How do you with your radio weapons appear in his personal Zoom call and go?
7.
I feel like this is when the rogues iced water noose.
38.
This is water noose all
We
over
literally
again.
just whip in and then all just stab him.
I just a little.
Is this roll with advantage?
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, she already rolled with advantage to hit, and this is the first attack she's
We're just
done.
gonna assassinate
59
all the
points of
demon
damage.
lords.
That's the first attack.
59, 108. It takes 108, immediately
For her
looks for
first attack.
For my
make
first
another attack
attack.
with advantage, and do you want to do another arrow of demon slaying?
Yes.
Alright, so you went
She's
from 9
not
arrows to 8
messing
to 7,
around.
so you're using 2 arrows of demon slaying. He's gonna make a con save
Huntress.
preemptively.
Hunting
That's
demon
a
lords.
crit, but it's advantage. so-
Advantage.
That's a natural 20.
Get it,
Get back,
Which is a
You might have just
36.
ended the fight.
Are you ready for the finale?
This time's for roll! Okay, wait. Here comes his con save. He's gonna try not to take all that damage.
What did he get? August, what did he get? What did he get?
He got a grand total plus his con of 18. You have to
No,
roll a
what?
2. Again, bend luck. You're
Please
spending
roll a
2
dice
sorcery points, and you haven't
You're
done
not
it yet
gonna
because
roll
again, it's a
Roll a
reaction.
dice tray,
So
roll
the
a
great
dice
thing
tray.
is like, so yeah.
That wasn't really a roll. I dropped it.
Okay, yeah. Roll the dice and the tray.
Come on,
Wait,
you can do this.
I got a 2.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Merida, go ahead and roll all that damage.
Let's
Oh, this.
Quadruple.
Oh, I didn't even
Yes.
add 8 to that last
Meredith-
one. I didn't even add 8 to the last
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Because that's not just
Radiant
radiant
We're
damage.
gonna go.
So it's another
Meredith,
16.
Meredith, here we go. Another 16. I'm gonna
'Cause I
give you
didn't
the
roll-
dice. We have the dice for this. So
Oh,
go ahead.
do her hands
Here's
up.
another.
Okay.
Before you roll out, here's another 60-10.
Okay, 60-10.
Because this is the crit damage. You add another 3d8. You add another d6 because you're
You might need like a
critting.
cup to roll them in.
Yeah, and I might need a calculator.
all of
too.
this
Yeah.
plus 8 will double.
Here.
Okay.
I'll
I
For the
can
crit.
I have like
Like
a
when
D8
John
just so I
Smith-
remember to add
Yes.
that?
Oh,
So-
okay.
Just like
Oh,
in your
God.
I'll
yes,
do the
hold in your
calculator
hand, be
for
like,
you,
you
okay?
remember to add 8.
Yes, I'm gonna just put that right there.
Stats.
Okay, you have the calculator. Can I?
Yeah.
This is us.
Yeah.
Yes!
Actually getting a
Yahtzee!
Meredith
Merida
just
might
violated
honestly
him.
one shot.
Merida,
Demon
I'm
Lord.
gonna describe
The
this in the
rest of us
coolest
might
way.
not
If
need
you
turns.
kill him in this turn,
Just like right through those.
Meredith
ugly
just levels
eyes.
up.
backflip over.
Yeah!
Okay.
This
That's
is the
cool.
cool
So,
one.
Oh, that was
an
an
8. So that's 16. Give me the next number.
8.
Oh my gosh.
Frick.
Give me that hand.
9,
Gosh.
8, 6.
What have you done giving her that bow?
1,
I
6,
just did.
5,
Mike Wazowski
6,
stole this bow and went, let's give it to
4,
and Esmeralda went,
4,
let's give it to the ranger.
7, 4, 5. That one's cocked.
Good choice on their part.
5, 4.
That's
And 8.
114.
And 8.
Hey,
That's 122. Right there. Do I need to multiply this by anything?
244.
No,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Death
Merida.
score.
No way.
You do, in total.
That's like over 300.
Count it.
You ready for this?
Count it.
Oh, I've counted it.
Count it.
This is what's wild. You have done a grand total of 366 points of damage
We were
in
3
your
points off.
turn.
In my turn.
How many does he have?
366.
And this is just
Flint
surprise.
goes from
insane.
what you backflip, 2 arrows knock. Poof. Out of his 6 eyes, 2 of them go straight through and
Ooh.
back. He has
He's
4
bloody
eyes
already,
remaining
just
as
from your one
he
turn.
goes from perfectly healthy to horribly bloody and hurt.
Now that is amazing.
And you land on Angus as you hear Angus just whinny in approval.
I have.
Angus
A
is
bonus
swearing
action.
profusely.
You do. That was because you did. What's your bonus action?
I am gonna cast a spell. Let me
If you have
remember
a,
my spells.
remember it has to be a spell that
It's got.
specifically
Oh yes,
says
got to be a bonus action ranger spell.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it does limit you,
Let's
unfortunately.
see, actions,
Oh
bonus
my
action.
lord.
That was dope.
You guys are gonna start just hunting.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
This is.
Bonus actions. Okay, spells, ensnaring strike, Hunter's Mark, lightning spirit, lightning arrow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We're gonna do a lightning arrow.
Just
I don't think I'm gonna need to do anything.
bonus action.
I'll make sure he takes all the damage.
Here we go. This lightning bolt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And it's a
Oh,
spell,
no, wait,
so I don't
is
have to
there
roll
any
to attack,
remaining?
right?
Can he
It
use
is.
this?
It's a bit of. It's still like a
Okay.
ranged attack, but you still plus 13.
And you still have an advantage because
That's
it's still
true.
the surprise round.
with this
Oh,
lightning
and we
arrow
can see
lure.
if he's vulnerable to lightning.
That's true.
It's-
Yeah,
I
it
got
helps
chain
you.
lightning from
Yeah.
my most recent spell.
Like we know that fire and ice don't do much, so we
Yeah.
can see if lightning does something. Okay, so this is a roll to hit, right?
Yes, and because it's already elemental, so Otzi's bow can't override it
Right.
since it's one of those. Yeah, demon slaying arrows because it's just like you're adding in more damage
For
to
the
it.
first
That's
one,
why I
8
can
plus
override.
13,
Lightning.
that's a
21.
21 for the first roll.
21.
And the
The second one is worse, so there's a 21 hit.
21 barely missed.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey,
I have
I
lucky.
can do that D4 to even my allies.
No,
I
because
don't
you
have
can't
them add
lower
it.
the AC.
I have
No,
lucky, though.
I can add the D4 to the roll.
You have
Oh.
lucky.
I have lucky.
Do you want to use lucky or do you want to use bend luck? Another 2 sorcery points or a bend luck?
Another two.
Or bend luck or lucky. Again, making it
Wait,
lucky.
so it was a 21. Would
1d4 if you do it,
I'd
that
say
instant
bend
hits.
luck
Because again, you were
because
just
that-
one off the AC.
Use
Okay,
that lucky
yeah.
for a
Do it.
demon slaying arrow.
Yeah, you
That's
had
four
four
on
on
the
that
board.
Cool. It hits. Here's your
you can do
lightning
two more
arrow.
sorcery points.
Excellent.
4d8 lightning damage. And he's going to make a dex save. Otherwise,
Is she gonna kill him? Is that possible?
he's well and succeeds on a dex save. Oh, it is technically a spell this time, so yeah, well and succeeds. So he won't take
Yeah.
additional lightning damage on
That's still nice.
further turns,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because he's taking 48 damage on
How
him.
many dice
one?
you roll?
That's
Easily.
7,
Or
8, 9, 10, 11,
This one.
12 points of damage.
12.
12d6.
Ooh.
He is resistance. This is good to know. So it's only
Okay.
another 6.
Okay.
Still looking horribly
So
like.
he's resistant to
Keep a
lightning.
lot of that
So
damage,
don't do
depending
the
on
lightning.
whatever this fight goes.
But if
Keep it.
you do still have a
Keep all
surprise
those
round
dice
and
for
yeah,
now.
Just keep
Oh,
it there.
if you
Just
wanna
to be
use that
safe.
higher level, you could do.
Holy
It's
shit.
up to you.
That was amazing.
As
Is
boom, 2 arrows through, and Merida, as an afterthought, you like flick a lightning arrow at him just to be like, good to know.
And Angus goes on my turn too, right?
Oh my god.
Would you like Angus to close?
Mo.
Yeah.
Mo.
He's gonna make a hoof attack.
Angus
gosh,
is
can you
gonna
do his hooves
charge
like
in.
this?
You don't need to read Angus's mind. He killed me. I kill you. Angus at advantage. That's a fucking nat 20.
Let's go, horsey!
Let's do this,
Angus
Angus.
God.
caving his skull.
Angus is
Angus kills the finishing blow. Oh my gosh.
Angus is doing 26
Angus is bringing the
bludgeoning. This
Artemis
is a magical greater steed Pegasus, so it's not normal bludgeoning. It is magical
And he
for
crit.
purposes of overcoming. On a crit, well, 13 doubles to
Yeah.
26. Flint looks so hurt as Angus, out of the other 2 eyes, 2 hooves come in the top ones. Boom! Flint's got 2 eyes left. Oh my hell! Angus whinnies, roars whinnies in approval. Wings beating Flint back as Flint is stumbling. Again, all of this happening in a second.
This is
Boom! As you boom, boom, boom! Arrows in. Louis, that's your turn.
Psychic crush.
psychic crush.
Psychic.
Psychic.
I just love the way you said that.
Psychic.
Psychic.
Can I take these?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god.
Can I borrow the death of
He's got to make a saving throw
Oh,
on an
another saving
intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, we need
He's
to hunt all these
got
enemies
a.
down.
Yeah. Well, we have
He's
barometers
not
now.
proficient in
We're
this.
very mobile.
It's a okay. So he has advantage. Your DC right now should be still a 18, I believe. DC.
AC, DC, which one?
DC saving throw because it's
AC,
your
DC.
DC.
Because I'm back
Oh my gosh, with the Merida?
DC.
DC.
I think it's
I'm like,
16
straight up
plus 2
Valkyrie.
plus 8.
Yes.
Go to your
Oh,
spell.
DC
Riding
60.
in on a Pegasus.
DC 60.
DC
From the
60.
heavens.
Yeah, a Valkyrie from the heaven.
A
Boom!
vintage
Arrows in.
angel
The
just
Yeah.
sliding
That's what you
everything
get for
back.
fucking
really
killing
glad
my
my
license.
He has to
He comes
fail
back
a
with
DC
vengeance.
16.
Yeah.
He adds in 5 and he has 2 rolls. So he just needs to roll 10 or below twice. Good odds.
Yeah, not bad.
That is a nat 20, so he is going to succeed.
Hey,
Because
what
no
if
matter-
he re-rolls?
First, let's see what the other one is.
Okay,
right?
we'll see what the other one is, because I can do that at any time.
The other one was a 19. He rolled a 20 and a 19.
Wow.
So he
Wow.
will succeed, but so it'll be
Alright.
half damage of
So
psychic
he still
crush.
takes a bunch of damage.
Oh, he does
So
still take
12d6 psychic damage.
Yeah, so
Alright,
roll
cool.
those and then tell you what the numbers are and then have
Yes,
it.
please.
Yeah, babe, you need all the D6s.
All the D6s.
I mean, there's plenty right there too.
She's got all those
Oh,
too.
you got all the D6s.
I
Louis
guess.
came prepared after the high five.
She bought 100 pack of D6s.
Dude.
And went. Just what
Come
a
on, roll
flex.
higher, damn it. Okay,
There we
that
go.
did it. Oh, stop re-rolling, damn it. Okay.
You hear that music?
This is the reason I picked this one out for this. This is a hit of holy vengeance. After what you guys went through, this is a personal hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The level 1920 party goes, not anymore.
You enjoy living? Not anymore.
37, so
It's
half
like-
of 37
Half of
is
37 is still 18.
There's no need to wonder where
18.
your god is.
Because he's right here! And he's fresh out of mercy! Flint, boom! Getting so bloodied as his mind caves mentally. Arrows through the eye, hoofs in, mind crushes in. He is not looking good.
What a headache.
Okay, Meg.
Good, Louis. Bardic,
turn.
anyone?
Yeah, Meg.
Oh my gosh. Megara?
Here's the thing. I know we had that plan about that spell. However, it is an all or nothing thing that he saves for. And honestly,
You
that's
just wanna
great
finish
if
him?
it's going to last for a couple rounds of combat so he can keep taking the effect.
Yes.
I don't think he's gonna last
I
long
don't think
enough
so
for it to
either.
be worth it. I'm just going to bonus action bamf out my Echo Knight, and then I'm gonna take 3 attacks at advantage with Bless.
Boom.
So I'm gonna roll all
boom,
3 of them just to see what happens.
5 Megs appear.
Oh,
one
Lord.
is the real one, one's an Echo Knight. Follow the queen.
That is
So
horrifying.
33 for the first attack,
33 hits.
33 hits.
nat 20 on the second attack,
Yeah.
Oh!
and I get a third attack.
Cap again aside. Oh, wait. This is
Um,
it. This is it.
Eat trash, be trash.
Eat trash, be trash.
Go house.
23 for the third attack.
Hits.
Sleep ball.
You know the AC's 22, so it hit 2 hits and a crit.
Excellent. So
Dear Lord of
My.
my first
Who
attack.
goes next?
Peter, you do.
You do.
If he doesn't go out with this
Yeah,
one.
if he doesn't get killed right now.
Dumbo
So-
is bringing up the rear, and I'm willing to bamf in smites for Dumbo. I normally don't, because I'm like, I try to play PC skip circle.
9 damage for the first attack.
Dear Lord. This is magical, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We're just
like
carp stomping
So
him.
here's the
I'm
thing.
so
This
sorry.
wasn't quite as funny as the first Demon Lord.
Just for like ease
That
of
was
how many
Ryan
dice I
just
have on
jigging in
hand,
fl-
I'm gonna
Ryan
roll the
might
third
take a
attack
bite out of
because on my
just
crit I
for
want
old
to add
time's
in one of my
sake, you know?
big smites.
Oh, please.
Oh my
no.
gosh,
So
yes.
I'm just gonna roll the third
I
attack.
was,
Deal with
but you
Dice
did
later.
therapy.
Yes, 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 yes.
I did.
Bamfing the Eldritch
I
Smite
also
into the
realized
crit.
This is not
So
a
16
human
for the
or
third
fae,
attack.
So it's
16.
not cannibalism.
Okay, and then I.
Oh my gosh.
I want to take a trophy from this guy when
Okay,
when he
so
goes down.
You guys are about
double
to
the
I wanna
damage
those, like,
of
little
just
teeth
my
suck?
sword. I have 4d8. My Eldritch Smite, I believe, is it 5 or 6 extra dice I get for that? Sorry, let me look that up really quickly. I don't want to mess it up.
You got this.
Boop-a-doop.
Trust me, we want to get him. So
Is this gonna be it?
Maybe.
she's gonna be.
Yeah, I get 6d8 doubled to 12d8. because it's a crit.
Here we go.
My
I
God.
have Merida. I might steal some from you.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
They're all yours anyway. So.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Holy crap.
12. My 12
And then
D8
plus my modifier is 6.
plus your modifier 6.
And it won't be radiant, it'll be force damage, but it's
Force
still
damage.
a lot
But
of
this is
damage.
magical force damage.
Yeah,
using
magical
your
force
magical
damage.
weapon. Holy crap.
Alright.
This might do it.
This might do it. 12d8? You're magically critting.
Mm-hmm.
So this one.
We are just the avenging angels here.
I am so happy about this.
5 megs appear. All of them stab you.
Between scrying, teleport, and a couple other things.
You guys are ready.
We're about to-
Scrying is a one-a-day thing for Meg,
It
unfortunately.
is-
But
I'm just saying,
That's a
from
good one a day.
for
Good
here
one
on
a day.
out.
And now we've got the walrus as
Well,
a
there's also
base.
Wishing
Yeah.
Open.
That's true.
oh, you guys are about to go right through shit.
I like that song.
This is big.
Right, we're gonna what?
Wreck through shit.
We're through.
Here we go.
Should we steal the walrus?
Oh, hell yeah!
Let's
Was that ever a question?
One for me.
65 damage.
Does that do it?
How do you do this?
I loosened the bottle cap though.
Oh, Merida did all the heavy
Merida
lifting.
did the heavy lift.
Boom! 2 arrows sitting in Flint's eyes. Hooves coming down.
You said he
Louis
had-
crushes your mind. Boom, 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 boom. Naruto anime style. 5 megs. Boom, boom, boom. Appear around Flint.
You said he had 2 eyes left, right?
2 eyes left.
So in sync, I and my Echo Knight stab both of them, pull our swords out, and then I with that last one just go right in his like gut
Oh wow,
and
that's
twist
really
it and pull it out.
Finally, sir. As he dies.
And of course, as he dies, I will grab a fang.
Ripping a
Oh,
fang
can you
out of
actually-
his
Oh,
mouth.
I love this so much.
Another.
Meals
Meg,
are-
you're back. You're all back.
We are all
The
here.
Imagineers had a training arc. Kill some people.
I want to search his body to see if there's anything valuable.
Oh, also anything belonging to any of the other.
Oh my gosh!
Yes!
We got the pieces!
Sleep on!
Loot that sweet pie.
Yes, I'm specifically looking for things that would help us scry out other demon lords or lieutenants of Hades.
Holy shit. Here we go. You ready for this?
That was amazing.
Flint's rapier
Guys,
is
this is
in no
incredible.
way magical. Fun fact, it's just his sword. You get a golden hook that a lot of you have seen firsthand.
Oh,
This is
yes.
Hook's hook. A piece of 8. You have Jack's greasy hair and
Nasty
beads.
dreadlock.
Yeah.
A piece of 8. Dumbo holds out the eye. A piece of 8.
Okay, we give it those.
Oh wait, guys! Because we just killed him, that
But
means one
wait,
of us
is
has
there
to
more?
take
Inside
title
the
of
mask.
Yeah.
I'm giving this to you because you guys are about. I'm literally going to say you montage. Every demon on a ship cannot live. Surprise attacking through, like just
Like
your
that
normal
battle
arrows with
queen.
radiance, smiting through, Dumbo smiting through, sneak attack
With my sword's
hair
built-in
radiance,
smite.
sword, sorcerer and bard
I have Crown
magic,
of Stars.
and crown of stars. You are going to be able to kill any other demon on the ship. What would have been an annoyance fighting Flint in a fair fight are now just fodder. On
Literally
Flint's body.
Even sling arrows, I need to subtract those from my inventory.
On Flint's body, you
No
find.
survivors, we are the dread pirate Imagineers.
I have 7. How many demon lords are there left?
Not many.
Orcus, Demogorgon, and Jewelblex.
Does
that
it?
it?
Orcus, Demogorgon, Jewelblex.
3 more.
Okay, just 3.
3 demons
Right,
left.
scry next turn.
3 demons left.
7
Well, I
demon
have to
slaying
see
arrows
first.
left.
Oh, I know,
And with
maybe
you,
next
the
round.
And John
surprise,
Smith still has
if you
bullets.
can keep getting the surprises off,
Oh yeah.
you're in a good
Which,
place.
I mean-
The surprise came from Louis' high risk, high reward, of course. Like, you went into the teleportation circle and he had no chance to stop.
That's a nice little thing.
Here we go.
Hunter smart through
Yeah.
your scrying.
You
yeah,
find-
the mental.
In total,
So helpful.
Yeah.
you ready for this? This is not just his body. Ready to loot the ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the treasure room!
Wait,
We got
what did
treasure.
The
We're
treasure
looting
room.
the ship.
Woo! Let's go.
Here we
I can
go.
pay.
Rolling my
That's
percentile
back
times
I'm still
by
taking my fair
1,000.
share of the treasure.
Okay,
Can we
yes.
split this evenly, please?
Yes.
Okay, who's gonna be captain though?
I feel like I should get a little bit more though because I kind of like.
Meredith did the
Almost-
brunt of the work.
Almost instant killed Flint.
You almost got him. If
Well,
like
okay, let's pause. Who knows how to run, steer a ship?
I mean, we did that last
Okay,
time.
it's you now. You're our captain.
Yeah,
Have
Sweet.
fun.
And Oath of Conquest, yeah. Ship's mine, bitch.
That's fair.
That's
I go
fine.
by a driven.
I don't
divided
like
by 7.
Oh, can we start like teenagers graffitiing our names with knives on the side of the ship? Imagineers was.
So,
with a Z
fun fact.
spear.
No.
Flint has been robbing people blind. Flint is
Oh,
obsessed. He's a pirate. He's obsessed with money.
We're gonna get so rich. Oh my god.
Or maybe we should give it back to the
400,000 gold pieces from the Sumani treasury, the Magensian guard
I was gonna say,
ships.
Maybe we should give our
He has been robbing the world
We
blind.
control the economy of the world.
57,000 gold pieces to all of you.
Oh my
57,000.
57,000 gold pieces to every single one of you.
Holy.
We're eating good. We're eating
Oh,
good.
Very good.
We are painting the ship red and gold!
So wait, 10,000.
11,000
11,000,
just from
yes.
the demon side.
So,
So
I
have
get
40,000
11,000 back. And are you giving her
Yeah, 40,
her
still
5,000?
46,000 gold pieces.
46,000.
Here's what happens. You guys get all this gold. And again, it's not all design treasure. He has been like going back to old hidey holes. He's been about to remass the treasure of treasures. This was like maybe 32nd of what he used to own. Like he used to have a ton of this, but this is what he's gotten over this campaign. Holy
Lord
crap.
Almighty.
You have the ship. I'm about to tour it for you. You've
Oh
got
my gosh,
food and
that's so
supplies
much
that the
How much gold
demons
did we
and
get?
aliens have been
57.
eating.
57,000.
57,000.
Oh, I have a question. Since he got Jack's thing, is the compass on the ship?
No, it's the
No.
hair thing.
Oh.
The hair thing.
I
He
just-
at
I
one
just
point
assumed
had the
that, like,
compass,
he took
Jack
the
got the
hair
compass
thing.
back.
Yep.
Jack only
Okay.
wanted the compass.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The cannons are here, there's tons of food supplies, and of course, the twin ramming
Hey,
walrus
can we
tusks.
actually redecorate this thing like for
Yeah, I was
real,
gonna
so
say,
that
Oh.
they know
what do
we're
you want to
allies?
name the
We
ship?
are.
Here we go. Going down
Guys, I
through
trusted
the coast.
education. I can
All
learn.
of these
Wait,
tiny
what's
little
the-
dretches that have been running the
They're
cannons, a sword each, really.
Easy dead.
Goodbye.
Tons upon tons of cannons.
Oh wait, how are we gonna man all this?
Did we get anything? Find anything else in the
I mean, that's
treasure room?
manning the cannons.
Besides
Okay, so
the
then we should
Back
probably
up
bring in
in
all
this-
the cannons and cover the hatches.
just like food
All the
stuff.
cannons,
Okay.
this open area, you have a front-facing cannon, fun fact.
That's awesome.
Baruguras were chasing
Wait,
this, but
that's the
again.
guy from Treasure.
Yeah, it is!
I love that.
Yeah, like these are some of the actual aliens, some of Flint's old crew that
Yeah,
survived or
that's
rejoined
awesome.
up with him.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
chose
And they're all dead.
poorly.
All dead.
Murdered.
All dead.
Just slaughtered them all.
All of this happening.
Sure, I thought that was a knock on.
You're good. Yeah, I did too.
Nothing.
Here's
It is.
It is a knock on the door.
Lincoln. My money's on Lincoln.
I'm gonna open it.
I the link in our noise.
Hey, how's it going?
So good. Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to just.
We're so sorry.
No, it's all good. I totally get it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sounds like candy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I know.
Keep-
what
yeah.
I know what it's
No,
like.
thank you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know
We'll
what
try to
it's
keep
like.
down. Thank you.
No worries.
I mean, we kind of
Cool.
It was
went a
not
little
good.
crazy.
The fact that
Yeah.
this is
We went a little overboard.
Line of
Coke
been here
and
is
said, let's-
amazing.
I mean, we did kill a demon lord in 3 turns of a surprise round.
3
Yeah.
turns.
Yeah.
So that was kind
Like
of
5 turns, and then yes,
It was
and then a turn, and then like 3 turns.
Honestly,
You
this
have the
calls
gold,
for
you
a
have the
celebration.
items.
I'm gonna,
Here's what
might
you
as
get.
well Go make some food for everyone.
Not much else. There is what seems to be what remains of a warforged that has been built into this slightly electronic ship
That's metagaming.
with a giant brain piece kind of plugged in, labeled Ben Gunn's memories.
Well, don't know who Ben Gunn is,
Ben
but
Gunn.
memories is like that seems important. So can
Yep.
Can
Yeah.
I see it?
just because I have no idea.
What do you want to do?
May
Put
I
in
see
the
it?
thing?
I just want to.
Investigate or
Who's good at investigating? Would you please look into?
Yeah, I'm.
Would you guys look into?
we can all investigate.
Because I just don't want this to be. Oh, let's just. Who cares
It's a
about it?
19.
In the meantime, I do come up with bomby sandwiches
That's 17.
after murdering some more cooks.
Hey Peter, can I help repaint your ship? That would be so fun.
Oh yeah.
20.
Also,
That
with
was
my
an apple
prestidigitation,
too,
I can do
20.
it faster too.
Yeah.
Like for main, like, oh, we need 30 feet of red, you know? I can help that.
Did anyone get above a 20?
No.
No. I have. Do I still have
You
the
know
bardic
what? I'll
inspiration?
go ahead
Sorry.
and roll.
Does somebody
What
need to
does-
get
what
above
die is
20?
it right
Because
now?
my D4 can work
What
for
is the bardic
allies
inspiration
too, right?
give her?
Add to their rolls.
D12.
D12.
A D12.
I got a 14.
No, my D4 can add to rolls.
Yeah, yeah.
So if somebody needs that.
Oh, that I rolled a perfect 12.
She did.
On top of the 19.
So what'd you get?
31?
Oh,
No,
higher.
No, lower.
Oh, wait, lower.
It's
You're right.
19 plus 12.
31.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
31.
yeah.
I can't do math.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm like, I got it wrong.
You're good.
This is all the same magic of the other pieces of 8.
Another
This-
piece of 8.
The number thing is a piece of 8.
Oh, yep.
So we have 4 pieces of 8 between us.
Oh,
4 of the 9.
So
We'll
who's
get
hanging
that
on
to-
to each one?
I
There
Almost
are
kind of
hold
want
them
Dumbo
in
to
charge.
hold them all.
I mean, Dumbo.
Dumbo could
Dumbo
just.
has the eye.
Yeah.
Could
Except
John,
for
could
Sam
John
plays
Smith become the
Dumbo.
Pirate King?
Okay, that'd be dope.
Can I have
But
a
I would like Dumbo
Can I
to
have
hold
a
them all
hug?
just because
Here's the
he's
thing.
not gonna get.
You don't know too
pickpocketed.
much. It's a little meta game, but the other parties could quick give you
Yep.
information.
Because Flint was trying to stack the decks. We heard that much from his conversation.
Yes,
with
he was
Varian.
gonna snap the. You could get in huge pirate trouble. Like if you try to just claim a bunch of these and all at once claim we're all the pirate lords right now,
That could be a problem.
all the pirates turn on you because that's not how the rules are played with pirates. One
We
lord
don't have
per
any
seed.
pirates with us, but
bring
we
the
don't know
pieces
that.
of 8?
One
But-
what
Yeah.
per seed?
One lord
We have
per
4
seed.
now.
There's the 9 seas of the world. Well, one being the stars. Flint was the lord of the stars.
And now it's Jim.
Yeah.
Jim can officially take Ben Gunn's memories and become
There we
the
go.
lord of the stars legally. You can give
One
one
to Hook?
Barbossa's to his, Hook's to his, and then that just leaves Jax left over for whoever wants to take Jax. Or you could convince.
Maybe.
But
Someone
do we
should
if
take
we get rid of them,
one
what does
for
that
hooks
mean?
for
I thought we were
Neverland?
No, no,
counting
no.
on
It's not
nine.
getting
give
rid
it
of it.
to
It's giving
somebody
back
who's
because the
actually
Pirate
gonna
Lord
protect
needs
Neverland.
these to have sway in the Pirate courts. Barbossa can send this out. Well,
So I
Barbossa's
guess we
been.
can do another one of those sendings to the rogues to
Here's
send
what I will
bonus
say.
meeting
Yeah.
courier to get.
As you
the
guys
other
are
pieces of
sitting on the
memories.
walrus,
I will
demon
say
bodies
Marcel
being
has that spell
thrown,
slot open if we do want to like
throwing
relegate that.
demon bodies overboard, scrubbing off the blood circle on this deck. Because like it's a teleportation circle still. The bad guys could use it.
Actually, do I have both?
That's where we are going to end tonight's session.
Can we at least make sure we break the circle before the end?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
you
Yeah.
just said that.
But thank you all so much for
But we
playing.
haven't done anything with
Thank
the,
you all for watching.
the 4
We'll
of
see you
eight.
next time.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
my
amazing.